All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. It's showtime like Kareem Lakers. I make a masterpiece, seem basic. No Meek Millie, but I'm dream chasing. Took the shortcut like Anita Baker. I want the bright lights that you see in Vegas. I need a big house with like 3 basements. Drop an M on the whip, think I'm speed racing. Don't know if it's the Transformer or the Green Ranger. My nigga Mac got the beat banging. Young nigga selling crack as a teenager. Had fiends playing baseball out here free basing. Had me showing off the rings like a Freemason. My mama gone, but I keep pacing. Trying to keep it all together like I need braces. Family calling when they need favors. When I was broke, they was acting like complete strangers. All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Rest in peace, the Neppy was the street savior. Got my credit right now, I need acres. Gotta turn your dirty money into clean paper. Trying to own a franchise without a key player. I go through hoes like I weave laces. Tree blazers, let they mama noodles be flavored. Meat takers that be acting like the D sacred. You bust in, you would think they on their knees praying. Then I slide like a screensaver. When I'm done, make some scrambled eggs, cheese bacon. Then it's on to the next, I ain't a speed dater. Little bitch ain't gon' hear from me till weeks later. I don't see no things changing. Kids still dodging bullets like they seen Matrix. These young niggas really need saving, but OGs won't teach them that the street's dangerous. All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby.
Was good, was good, was good, man. Y'all already know the vibes, man. CamJNetwork, man, back with another banger, man. Sorry, but not sorry. Boxing Talk Wednesdays, man. Y'all already know the vibes, man. Starting off on the show, man. You already know. Hit the like button, hit the hype button. Definitely subscribe if you ain't subscribed, man. Tap in with your boy, man. We is here. We live and direct, man. Here in the flesh on this Wednesday, man. Hey, tomorrow's my birthday, so we gonna turn it up this week, man. We active, like I said, man. We are active, man, for sure, man. But I got a great show in store for y'all today, man. A lot of shit going on in boxing right now, currently, man. A lot of shit, man. So I'm gonna try to break a lot of this shit down as much as I can in the shortest time as possible. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of shit we got to cover on this show today, man. Salute to my sister, Miss Joette, right in the building. Hope you doing well, my sister. You already know the vibes. Salute to you. Salute to my brother. All things in the building. You heard the man. He said, smash that like button, man. Much blessings and much love to my brother. All things, man. You already know the vibes, bro. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, we getting in. This about to be lit today. And salute to my brother, man. Knockout Boxing 86 TV, man. Y'all already know one of the best in the game doing this shit on the boxing content. Make sure y'all subscribe to the brother if you're not subscribed. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with your boy. He definitely live tonight at 8:30 tonight, man. So you already know, man. We got a lit show back to back. Cam J and then my brother Knockout Boxing 86 TV. So you already know. Salute to my brother, man, for sure. Yeah, man. So definitely, let's go ahead and get into some of the early topics that we got, man. a lot of news to break down within the sport, a lot of shit going on, like I said before. And we're gonna start off, of course. This was something that I mentioned the other day on the show. I was like, I said this fight may be on this date, March 28th, man. And it's definitely happening just like I said. You got Sebastian Fundora versus Keith Thurman, March 28th at Las Vegas at the MGM Grand. I told y'all the other day on the show, Monday morning, that this was possibly going to be the date for them, March 28th. And now you see it. Literally, like an hour or two later, at that same day I said it, Fundora and Thurman, March 28th, you know what I mean? And they just had the live press conference earlier today, which I watched a little bit of it when I was getting ready for the show and everything. But um, I'm real interested in the undercard on what they built on the undercard for this fight in particular. Yes, this is pay per view. In my opinion, should this be a pay per view fight? No, I don't believe this should be a pay per view fight. But PBC, they got a pay per view. If you look at a lot of these other fights we getting on the zone and other platforms and everything, we getting a lot of pay per view fights all over. You know what I'm saying? Around the whole entire landscape of boxing right now. So it is what it is. But this was a fight that was rescheduled. Of course, this fight was supposed to happen last year, but Fedora, he ended up getting having an injury during camp and everything. So they running this fight back for us the reschedule side, and we got it March 28th. And I'm curious to see what the undercard looks like on this card, 100% for sure, man. Definitely, most definitely. And salute to my brother Thrill Hill in the building. Salute to my boy, man. My brother, man. You already know. And salute to my boy Shell Moore. He said Fundora gonna beat the brakes off of Keith. Hey, he a dog in this fight, man. Hey, I got Fundora. I ain't gonna lie to you. And then salute to my brother Knockout. He said Tank versus Manny or Pitbull was supposed to be the main event. Facts. And they charged them, so it's pushed back. Absolutely. Yeah, that March 28th day was a particular for Tank on that day in general. But then, of course, he got in trouble and everything. So they gave Fundora and Thurman this date in particular right here. Salute to my brother Knockout 86. Salute to my brother Sam. What's popping with you, brother? Was good, bro. What's popping? It's popping. And other news too, man. Another news that dropped today. You got an all women's card for as MVP up in the UK happening. Let me pull my banner down so I can see the date. April 5th. So you got another card in the UK with, Caroline Dubois. She's headlining, fighting Terry Harper, man. And Ellie Scotty, of course, I'm a big fan of Ellie Scotty. She on the card. Of course, she was supposed to fight on the last MVP card, of course, and it had to get rescheduled. So she's on this card. That's the co-main. Chantel Cameron. Of course, she a dog. She's on the card, man. So you got a live card, with the women, man, for MVP in London, April 5th. And just speaking in particular with these ladies, they have a press conference on Friday at 6 p.m. if y'all want to tap in on it. You know what I mean? So you got a MVP. They stand active, and of course with them, they just signed a deal with Sky Sports in particular for fights in the UK and everything for MVP. So this you see at the top they got Sky Sports a part of the banner on the flyer. Yes, this fight would be on Sky Sports in particular. So definitely we'll stay tuned on any news. But the press conference is Friday for these ladies. Friday. If y'all want to tap in on that as well. And other news, man. Um, Eddie Hearn. Matchroom agreed to an eight-fight deal with Fox Sports in Australia. So you're gonna see Matchroom working with Fox Sports in Australia, as far as a lot of fights in Australia. Of course, they got some fighters out that way. And speaking in particular, as far as that, you got Sky Nicholson. She's going to headline the April show in Australia. I'm assuming one of the first shows for Fox Sports with Matchroom Boxing right here. So salute to Eddie Hearn on the move, making a new little move for Fox Sports right here in Australia, right there, man. You see a lot of these promotional companies. You see some of them making different moves, like you see, the Swerve TV situation with Golden Boy, which is, everybody like, that shit look like that's gonna be trash and shit. But it's just interesting to see a lot of these guys, make certain moves. You got MVP with, Sky Sports and, for us, UK fights and everything. So a lot of movement, man, with a lot of the promoters within the sport right now in general, man, which is very, very, very intriguing for sure. And Salute to my brother Knockout. He said the bra about to beat the stuffing out of Harper. When is she'll fight Baumgartner? I absolutely agree. I agree 100%. And I heard they want to give AB like her own headline card for as MVP in particular. So I'm interested. Like I said before, I feel like those girls with AB, Alicia Baumgartner and Caroline DeBar, they're like a fight or two away from each other. It look like MVP trying to build that fight. So you see Caroline DeBar, she got a fight, and eventually I'm assuming MVP probably gonna get AB another fight, and then they try to pair those ladies up in particular. From my personal opinion, for sure. And salute to my brother Don Drignell. He said my baby Caroline whooping Terry. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's crazy. They matched them up, man. Caroline that's about to put the pain on that woman for real. And Chef Moore talking about the wire going to stop Alicia. Stop it. Stop it. Just stop it, bro. It's like, hey, you know I gotta
Stop the
call that
cap.
one.
Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Yeah, Chef, you gotta stop the cat, man. Caroline ain't stopping no motherfucking Alicia. You perfect. Salute to my boy Opulent, man. What's good with you, my boy, man? Salute to my dog, man. And make sure y'all subscribe to Opulent, man. He been active on the boxing content as well, man. Subscribe to my brother Opulent TV, man, for sure, man. Salute to you, bro. Keep grinding, brother. Keep grinding, bro. You already know. And my boy, Shell Moore talking about Eddie likes Sky. You already know. That's his little girlfriend. He do anything for her. You already know the vibes. What's up with my boy D Lynch, man? What's up? B Moore's finest in the building. What's good with my boy, man? What's good, bro? What's popping with you? Yeah, my boy Dodger, he said, I don't know, Ken J, that's 50-50. Hey, I think AB, I edge AB in that fight with Caroline DeVar a little bit. But it's definitely it's like some 50, 55, 45 type shit or some 52-47 type shit. You know what I'm saying? I got AB, especially if they fight 12 rounds, man. I got AB in that joint right now, man. But I know Caroline DeBar, she a bad motherfucker though. She a bad motherfucker for sure. Gotta say that, man. Gotta say that. Sheldon talking about Alicia trash. Bruh, hey, come on, Sheldon, bruh. You tweaking,
Stop
bro.
the
Hey.
cap. Stop the cap right now.
You gotta stop that, man. What you got against Alicia, bro? What you got against my boo Alicia, man? What's good with my boy Blue, man? What's good, brother? What's good with you, bro? Salute, bro. You already know, man. We just going through some of these updates on the boxing scene, man, which we will continue with right here. So, in general, let's get back to it. Of course, I mentioned, of course, Tyson Fury, he has a fight coming up April 11th on Netflix, and it's been reported that Zuffa is involved in this fight in particular as well. And to add more context with Tyson Fury and Zuffa in particular, you got, Zuffa, they're claiming they interested in making Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua happened as well on Netflix as well. So, real interesting news a little bit. I just wanted to bring it to the forefront on this and shit, whatever. Zufas, they involved with, Anthony Joshua with his first fight that he has coming up, his little tune-up fight just to get him back in, shape and get him back going. And then they interested in trying to get, Fury and Joshua together. So, interesting little factor. I did hear something about Fury where they was trying to lock in the venue 100%. I heard the venue was kind of a little situation where they still trying to lock everything in for his return in April 11th. But I keep out tuned in on that for sure, and we'll keep pushing on other topics. Matter of fact, while we talking about Fury, let's get into talking about these heavyweights real quick, man, because I got some news to talk about on the heavyweights. So, of course, you already know you got Deontay Wilder. He's about to fight in April 4th in the O2 in London versus the Bull, Mr. Derek Chisora, of course. And I wanted to play some footage of him talking with Derek Chisora real quick. and set a foundation of the conversation with some of these heavyweights right now.
I need a true test. I need somebody that ain't gonna give a fuck. You understand me? That's gonna come. The man named War for a reason. You understand me? And that's what I need in my whole heart. So when I'm at home training, I'm thinking about it. I know he's coming. I'm looking at the videos and shit. I'm like, this motherfucker come. And it's exciting. It do bring those chills on you. Bring that excitement chill. Though. I'm like, this is a fight. You understand me? And I'm excited about it at the same time, though. Very excited. I'm going to his backyard to fight. So it really make the blood boil, though. But I love that feeling of intensity and being able, I love to have a fighter that makes me feel that way because that brings out the best in you. You know what I mean? He gonna bring out the best in me in that night of that fight. I'm gonna bring the best out of him in that night of the fight. And it's gonna be one of the best 100 fights that's ever has lived in the history of boxing. I truly believe that.
Okay, man. So you got Deontay Wilder right there, man, talking about that he believed Derek Chisora gonna bring the best of him, and he get the thrill out of knowing that this fight is gonna be some shit with Derek Chisora in particular, man. Which is you see my boy, man, Thrill Hill, man. He said Chisora gonna be too rugged for Wilder. Man, facts, man. If y'all know him, y'all watch Derek Chisora, watch him fight. Like he likes to fight on the inside a lot, man. Make the fight real ugly and everything, which is Deontay Wilder. No, he's with fighting on the inside for sure. We didn't see him fight, ugly on the inside, but looking at this fight, he definitely gonna have to have some lateral movement, man. Mix it up on the inside and the outside in this fight with Derek Chisora, and stick that jab out, a lot in this fight in particular, man. But hey, man, we gonna see, man. We gonna see. We gonna see. We gonna see, man, if that boy can get back right, man. The boy Deontay Wilder, the Bronze Bomber. What's good with my boy B King in the building, man? What's good? Salute to my dog, man. Salute to my boy, man. B King in the building, man. D Listen said, yo, tripping. His time is over. Hey, man. Now, you already know that boy Deontay try to get to the bag, man. He getting to the bag, dog. What's good with my boy T Hill in the building, man? He said, salute CamJ by fame. Salute with Tria of the Tanks. What's good with my dog, man? What's good, boy? You already know, man. So let me play this other clip of Deontay Wilder right here, though. Right here, what was very, very interesting right
You
here.
only seeing what you saw. He didn't win nothing. They gave it to him. I can't think about the third one, but the two of them, he definitely cheated. I got proof and evidence of that. When I do my documentary and my movie about it, it's going to be presented. I'm going to bring the peoples and the artifacts and everything I know. Why you think he can't come back to America now? The man cheated. He the biggest cheater in boxing history. If you look him up, you will see it. And if I'm lying, then please tell him to sue me for defamation of character so I can have the proof. And I want that. I can't wait on it because being a black man with dark skin is harder to believe me than to believe a white man.
So there goes Deontay Wilder, man, talking about his fights that he had with Tyson Fury, and said that he got proof that Tyson Fury cheated in those fights, and that he got a documentary coming out on it and everything towards when he's done with his career and everything. So of course, he threw that accusation out there, man, and then the man Tyson Fury responded immediately when he seen this clip, and here is his response.
My last two fights, I didn't get the result I was after. Alexander got the results over me. Fair play to him and his team and everybody around it. It's life lessons. In this life, you don't always get what you want. You don't always get what you think you want and think you did enough to get. However, that's where it stays. You don't hear me crying and moaning about, oh my God, he cheated. You don't hear any of that because that's not me. It is what it is. No point crying over spilled milk. Alex is a fantastic fighter and a fantastic person. He's a God-fearing Christian family man whom I respect to the utmost, and I wish all the best in his career. And if I ever get to share the ring again, fantastic. We've had 2 brilliant fights, 2 brilliant close fights. He got W's in both of them. Get up! But yeah, we move on, and I'm ever thankful for the Lord for what he's.
So you got Tyson Fury talking about he ain't complaining about his losses to Alexander Usyk and everything, and saying that Deontay Wilder, he over there capping and shit over there, man. So of course, with this whole build-up, of course, Deontay Wilder, their true story, they had a live press conference today. And then, with this, they've been building up and doing, other, interviews and stuff, building up for this matchup that they got April 4th and everything. And I wanted to play this clip because this clip right here was very intriguing that went viral for Mr. Deontay Wilder right here. So let's play this clip right here with Deontay.
I don't give a about that.
I'm not a Fury
I don't
fan.
give a about
I wanted to move you on to Tyson Fury.
I don't want to talk about him.
No, but you're going to.
We're here about this.
No, but you're going to.
We're not going to talk about him
but
at all.
But as part
we're
of
not going to talk about him at all. Understand that?
No, fair enough.
All right, then. So let's move on. It's all about David Chisora, and that's it.
I understand that. The only
back, baby.
The only
Y'all
reason,
understand
the
that?
only
You
reason,
better be. April the 4th is going down.
The only reason
at the O2, you better be there.
Fabulous.
You'll be a square.
The only reason I mentioned it is because it's part of the shtick that goes with you. And I missed you first time round when you came in here 3 years ago, when you were in your pomp 4 years ago doing Bomb Squad and all that sort of stuff. And I've always wanted to have a conversation with you because you've made observations about Fury. I have my own views on Fury. And you've called him a cheat. And it leads me
the biggest in boxing.
Yeah, but it leads me to a conclusion.
Biggest in boxing. If somebody practicing, taking their stuff out of their gloves in training, what you think they're going to do in the fight?
Yeah, but...
That's all I got to say about that,
I want to
bro.
put something to you about you, right? And Fury just happens to be the hook for it.
That's all I got to say about him.
You talked about being cheated in that fight. You talked about water being spiked. You talked about your Game of Thrones outfit being too heavy for you.
I didn't say that.
You said it was too heavy for you.
I didn't say that.
Okay, well I might be wrong on that one. You talked about the long.
Y'all took a journalist that said something because y'all, everybody wanted to come in. Oh, wow, boom, boom, boom.
You talked about a long count, right? And then you talked about the trainers, Mark Brulin not being good enough.
No, I ain't saying he wasn't good enough.
So what I'm asking you in all of this is, it sounds to me, given the character that you are, that's like a little bit flaky. You lost those fights, and those fights were lost. And you saying that someone like Fury cheated you in those fights, I think is kind of disappointing to me
You can say
about
what you
because
want. I know the truth. I have the facts.
Okay.
Understand that. Because when the documentary and everything the story come out, I'm going to show every thing.
Fantastic.
I'm going to get all the people that know.
You think
and
I'm a
all the
Fury
people
fan?
that's in the inside. He got people that the inside of him. That can know. I don't give a about that.
I'm not a Fury
I don't
fan.
give a about it. I said we didn't want to bring him up in the first place. It ain't got to do with him.
Fair enough.
Man, that was crazy right there, man. So, I salute to my boy Rick Timms in the building, man. What's good with my boy, man? Houston's finest in the building, man. Rick Timms, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to Rick Timms too as well, man. He definitely lit on the content as well, man. But starting out with Deontay Wilder, man, in that clip right there, he initially said that he didn't want to talk about, Tyson Fury in the interview that they was doing. And I could understand that. But you already know them UK boys, man, they gonna press that boy about that situation. You know them UK boys be feeling real well about them UK guys, man. So they was gonna press him and ask him about Tyson Fury and that situation and everything, you know what I mean? And I think Deontay, he tried to handle it well, but at the same time, he couldn't, you know what I'm saying? Dude just kept pressing. He didn't give a damn. He kept pressing him, you know what I mean? That's where, Deontay Wilder definitely exploded right there, you know what I mean? That boy BK, he said Wilder on that powder. Oh, man. I hope he ain't, man. This show, boy, he said it's real. Sounds like he is on that powder, dog. Hey, man. I hope he ain't, man. I will say that for sure, man. But like I said, Deontay Wilder, he says he got a documentary on this whole Tyson Fury situation. We'll see once his career over with, and he drops this documentary where he's gonna bring out the facts on Tyson Fury cheating on him, man. Two of those 3 fights in particular, man. And I'm very interested in it. I think he's gonna have to drop that shit sooner than he think, for real. Because now you got people they clamoring asking for that shit. Like shit, show us the proof. Then if you making this whole little statement out here in public, shit, you need to show us the proof. Then we want to see the proof, and that's just know what it is, man. That boy T Hill said, "You think I'm a Fury fan? Do you think I'm a Fury? Do you?" Exactly, bro. Yeah, man. Nasty work right there, bro. So, keeping it pushing, man. With other news, in particular, um, in boxing, of course, purse bid was coming up for this fight in particular with Colin Smith and David Morrell, which they have reached an agreement on a deal for a fight. So you see these two guys, they locked in, and don't be surprised if you see this fight on that March 28th Fundora and Thurman card in particular right here. Of course, Morrell, he's the PBC fighter, and of course, Colin Wash, he's with Mr. Eddie Hearn with Matchroom Boxing. So don't be surprised if you see this fight on the undercard for March 28th for Fundora and Thurman. So you got Colin Smith and David Morrell, got the WBO interim title on the line in this fight in particular. So we'll stay tuned in on this fight as well. And then adding more context to more purse bid because we had three purse bids on February 3rd, which was yesterday. And reported from Dan Raphael right here, he said No Limit Boxing, working with PBC and TGB, wins the IBF 147 purse bid for Lewis Crocker and Leon Paro mandatory. Outbidded Matchroom Boxing 1.152 million to 1.125 million, just 27K difference. The fight could land on the Fundora Thurman pay-per-view on March 28th in Las Vegas right here. So you got another purse bid right here. Mr. Eddie Hearn. He got through the first one with Colin Smith and Mr. David Morrell, which I just mentioned, which I said that fight could land on March 28th. Now you got No Limit, which has ties to PBC and Tom Brown Promotions, which they won the purse bid by $27,000 over Eddie Hearn. And this is another fight that could possibly land March 28th right here on the Fundora Thurman card as well, right here, man. So Eddie Hearn lose another purse bid right here, man, which is nasty, nasty work right there. Nasty work right there. You know what I mean? So you got Lewis Crocker and Leon Pyro. They're gonna be locked in, most likely, possibly on the March 28th card. We'll definitely stay tuned on that for sure. And other news, another purse bid. This purse bid in particular got postponed though yesterday. With Dimitri Bivol and Michael Eifert. Bivol, of course, he's the IBF champion. So the IBF they ordered this fight, and they have another 10 days to go ahead and try to negotiate this fight and get this fight done. So you got Dimitri Bivol right here with Michael Eifert. First bid postponed to February 13th. And adding more news on Dimitri Bivol while we still talking about Dimitri Bivol. Um, we got Dimitri Bivol earlier today, spoke and said that he is open to moving up to the cruiserweight division. So don't be surprised if you see Dimitri Bivol move up to the cruiserweight division too, along with those guys, David Benavidez, Zerdo, and Ja Opatai. You know what I'm saying? That's what he said. He's open to definitely doing so. And to add more context to Dimitri Bivol as well, there's been a report from Stomping Ground while Eddie Hearn was speaking to Stomping Ground. He revealed that Artur Beterbiev has a possible chance on being on the card, the same card that Dimitri Bivol was going to fight in May. So with that being said, Dimitri Bivol and Michael Eifert, they're trying to lock that fight in May in particular. And looking at it, they're trying to get Artur Beterbiev to be on the same card. So, you know, so being they both guys wins their matches, they're going to set them up with the trilogy later on this year. So still talks with Bivol and Beterbiev with the trilogy. Of course, Beterbiev. I was about to say, I'm like, man, if Beterbiev don't get a fight, if he don't get a fight before they do this trilogy, And Bivol has this mandatory with Michael Eifert. That's gonna be some nasty ass work. But it's good that they looking at Arthur Beterbiev to get him an opponent possibly. And which is no me in my opinion, if this mandatory went in the way, I'm like, man, go ahead and line them up. But Dimitri Bivol wants him a tune-up fight to get back tuned in from his back injury that he had, and then fight Arthur Beterbiev. You know what I mean? So just interesting news right there, in particular with these two guys, man. And let me see who else in the building. Salute to my brother J man, man. You already know, man. 513, man. Cincinnati shit. Salute to my dog, man. What's good with my boy, man? And salute to my sis, man. Big sis, Queequeg in the building, man. Texas Finest in the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to sis, man. She live every Thursday. I think about 11 p.m. Eastern time, you know what I mean? Because, I'm an Eastern time guy, me being in Cincinnati. So, salute to my sister Queequeg in the building, man, for sure. Always showing love, man, for sure. You know what I mean? And salute to my dog Malaza in the building. He said Eddie Hearn is trash. Hey, Eddie Hearn, man, he be having problems with these purse bids, man. Like, and which is, you see that with the purse bid game, these promoters, man, they trying to, bid low so they can definitely, having, the most low money on an event and don't have to spend so much money on an event overall. You know what I mean? So that be the whole case for us, these purse bids with Mr. Eddie Hearn and these other guys, man. It'd be nasty work, man, to see in particular. And to add some more news on deck, of course, I mentioned Ja Obertai. He's fighting on Zuffa Boxing coming up in May. I think the date was May 8th, I believe. So, no, March. It's in March, my bad. So, Ja Obertai is coming back. His Zuffa debut in March, and reported that he's finalizing a deal to fight Brandon Glannon. And so, of course, we was talking about him unifying and possibly fighting Noel McKellen and unifying up at cruiserweight, but it looks like that's not happening. They're going to have him fight Brandon Glannon in March for Ja Obertai's Zuffa debut. So we'll stay tuned on that for sure. And another news I wanted to break down right here, Hamza Siraj, he set the fight for the WBO vacant 168-pound title in May in Manchester, England. He's going to be fighting this guy, Alim Begik. Of course, in recent time, man, we seen Shiraz. He was supposed to fight Diego Pacheco for this IBF, and that didn't end up happening. You know what I'm saying? Pacheco ended up pulling out of the world title fight between those two guys. And of course, Shiraz had the opportunity where he could have fought for the WBC with Christian and Billy, but he turned that opportunity down so he can fight Mr. Diego Pacheco. But now Pacheco has withdrawn. So now you got Hamza Shiraz facing Elam Begat coming up in England up in May. So we'll stay tuned on that one as well, man. Which is crazy. Crazy news, man. Crazy news, man. A lot of shit going on in boxing right now. Salute to my boy Ramon in the building, man. Salute to my dog, man. What's good with you, brother? Hope all is well with you. And adding a little bit more context too, back to Deontay Wilder. He was saying that he still thinks that the Usyk fight will possibly happen. You know what I'm saying? He said he's the last piece of the puzzle. So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? He beats Chisora, then the Usyk fight is still a play. But if he loses to Chisora, then the Usyk fight is definitely out of play and out of reach from there, in my opinion, for sure. And adding more context to start with the weekend, and you see what my boy D Lynch, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. Cash App is open. Super Chat is open, man. Support the channel, man. Support the grind, man. We got a lot to cover, man. So we pushing through this shit. We got a lot to cover, and we heating up. We getting there. So salute to my brother D Lynch, man. Hit that like button, man, for sure, man. You heard? So right here, all right, these the fights that's happening this week. Matchroom Boxing, they got a card Friday. Medina Curiel, that fight's going down Friday on the zone. And then, of course, big fight, Nick Ball and Brandon Figueroa. They're fighting Saturday in the afternoon. Of course, the fight is in Liverpool, so this fight is on the zone as well. And so, undercard for Nick Ball and Brandon Figueroa, not too crazy, no real significant names, and as well as the Medina versus Curiel card as well. But we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll be tapped in. You know, that Nick Ball and Brandon Figueroa, both of those guys, fighting for that WBO 126-pound strap that Nick Ball holds. And speaking of Nick Ball says, I've defended my belt now 3 times, and this is going to be the fourth. After that, I think they are only the fights to make big unification fights against the other champions. So that's Nick Ball right there speaking on giving. He wants unification fights after this, this fight that he has with Brandon Figueroa this Saturday. And salute to my sister Queen in the middle with the $5 super chat. Salute to my sister. Much love to you, sister. Sure, salute. So we got other than that, speaking of Nick Ball, let's go ahead and my boy Shushu, man. Shushu was on Ariel Hawani the other day, and I wanted to play a couple of clips from him in his interview with Ariel Hawani real quick and cook up from there. You feel?
And when I got out of the ring and I looked right at him, I'm like, yeah, I was going crazy. And he's pointing at me like, yeah, you did it. We talked after and we took some pictures and everything like that.
Amazing.
He's like, yo, bro, you really did it for Brooklyn. Like, you really did it for us. Like, we're so proud of you. And, you know, getting something like that from Spike Lee is monumental for me.
Yeah.
Monumental.
Greatest moment of your career?
Yes.
Without a doubt, right?
Without a doubt, yes.
Nothing.
Definitely.
I mean, like everything just seemed to come together for you. The
100%.
venue, the city, the way in which it ended, the belt on the line.
Yes.
Dreamlike stuff. I feel like you're still probably on cloud nine, right? Hard to process.
It's still like it hit me, yeah, but it's like every day that goes by, it's hitting me more and more and more. So I feel like it's still more that I have to feel, and it's so many people that's calling me that told me that they cried from from the fight, and it's an amazing feeling to know that so many people were connected with this experience with me. They were along the ride.
Could you even go to sleep on Saturday?
No. I tried to go to sleep around 6. I probably took a little nap and got back up around 8:30. And then finished the whole day. I didn't crash. I just have so much adrenaline. Even now talking to you,
I feel it.
So much adrenaline from that night.
Immediately after, you could see how much the moment meant to you. The belt means to you, to be champion, WBC champion. People talk about that green belt. And it comes at an interesting time because there's a new entity coming into the sport that's saying we're not going to recognize these belts.
Yeah.
And so can you explain why this belt means so much to you? Why do you feel that way about this belt, which is obviously a part of boxing history, but there's a bit of a wave right now about these belts are a thing of the past.
Well, yeah, I see that wave. And, I at the end of the day, I want to leave a certain mark and a certain legacy. And, for the masses that know about boxing as of right now, like the WBC, WBA, IBF, and the WBO, I feel like, that the masses, they know about those belts. And if you used to win a belt, you're a champion. So it's the notoriety is still there for you to win these belts. And the money changes and all that stuff financially. Everything changes when you win the belt. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's still a level of importance to have it. I don't want to completely shut it out to be it's a new wave and the belts things of the past and anything like that. No, these belts are still very important as well too, and it's obvious because you see me winning this belt, how everyone's reacting to it. It's still very important.
Do you think there'll come a time where it won't?
Yeah, so salute to Susu Carrington, man. Of course, man, coming off capturing his first world title, man, through the WBC after knocking out Carlos Castro in the 9th round this past Saturday, man, on the Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson Conor Benn. And of course, he expressed, as far as having a connection with Spike Lee, where Spike Lee was showing him mad love after the fight and everything. And a lot of people from New York, from his town, showing him mad love and everything. And salute to Shushu, man. Like I said the other day, man, that was real amazing to see Shushu do what he did, in the fashion that he did this past Saturday for sure. And of course, man, Ariel Hawani, man, he asked him about how does he feel as far as Zuffa boxing, as far as them having their own entity, and as far as the belts and the other sanction bodies, as far as the WBO, WBC, IBF, and WBA. And of course, Shushu, he let it be known that pretty much that the titles, the four sanctioning bodies, those titles are still meaningful to the fan base, to the casual fans. The casual fans look at those four titles as you are the best in the sport. You know what I mean? Which is absolutely true. That's how it's always been. There's a lot of history, like I mentioned before, in those four titles within those four sanctioning bodies for sure, man. So salute to Shushu right there, man. And I got another clip with Shushu I wanted to play right here as
It's
well.
like, all right.
Yeah,
You
he
know.
handled it. He handled it perfectly.
So Nick Ball, is that who we want?
Yeah,
He's fighting this weekend.
100%.
You gonna go?
I'm thinking about it.
You are
Thinking about
okay,
it.
that's in England, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to be there front row?
Yeah, I always do my pop-ups, man. I'm there
Smart.
for Inoue fights. I'm
Yeah.
there for Espinoza fights. When Stephen Fulton, when he had the belt and he fought Figueroa, I was there for that fight. I do my pop-ups, you know what I'm saying? So definitely thinking about going to that one as well.
Okay, and why him in particular?
He has a belt. Yeah, he has a belt. We could easily unify. You know what I mean? All we got to do is just make it happen. I feel like that would be a great fight for the fans. His style, my style.
Great style.
Bro, like the UK and USA, you know what I mean? I feel like there's always been a certain type of rivalry, in the boxing when it comes to that. So that would be amazing, man. I feel like that would generate a lot of attention, a lot of money, a lot of, marketing and everything. That fight is big. I really would love to make that fight out.
You think he wins?
That's gonna be a tough one in terms of him and Figueroa.
Yeah.
That's gonna be tough because Figueroa is no joke. I think stylistically it'll be a fire fight. Figueroa just has defensive lapses to where it's like he can lose certain rounds just because his head might be like going back, but because Nick Ball might be catching with certain shots. It's similar to what Fulton did when they fought. Like the first fight especially. I would use that one as an example because it was a closer fight. But Stephen Fulton, he won because he landed the more effective shots. Like it's the eye-catching shots. The judges could easily score with those shots. So if Nick Ball, if he can fight like that, similar to it, then I think he's gonna win.
Would you be okay with fighting him over there?
It has to make sense.
Okay.
Business-wise, in terms of the money, and I don't want to give too much leverage away because obviously I'll be fighting in his hometown and whatnot. So, but if it makes enough sense for me to do that, then I'll definitely go and take the crown from him in his hometown.
Would you prefer it to be here?
I would definitely prefer it to
Yeah.
be here. I feel like, the UK crowd, like they love boxing and they travel. Like
do.
I remember I'm thinking about Ricky Hatton
Yeah.
and everything. So those are the main reasons like I really want to go. And then, guy like Inoue is kind of helped me get there sooner as well too, with a fight. So yeah, I plan on going to Japan at some point.
Seeing what happened in the Cardenas fight, did that make you think like, oh, there are holes here?
I've been seeing holes before he's been knocked down. I've been calling Inoue out since like 2023 when he's looked like Mr. Invincible before he fought Luis Neri and everything like that. I've seen holes in his game back then. So then when Luis Neri dropped him, I was like, told you so. When I seen Cardenas dropped him, I was like, told you so. Because in certain interviews, I would say, Inoue does this. And those are the things that happened when he got knocked down, but the man is a champion though, bro, because he would get up and still finish these guys. Like his mentality is always like seek and destroy. So he's always dangerous. And that's something that really intrigues me as to want to fight him even more because it's like I have that same mentality as well too. And I want to fight him to be like, look, let's test ourselves, man. Let's see who's really the man. Let's see who's really the cream of
That'd
the
be
crop.
sick.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, so there goes the boy, man. Shushu, man. Speaking about unifying up at 126. Speaking about Nick Ball in particular, saying that no, he would prefer a fight with Nick Ball to be in the U.S. But if it makes sense, he would definitely go to the U.K. And I see my boy Malaza, man. He was saying, I see my boy Malaza. Hey, salute to my dog Malaza, man. He said, shoot, well, let me see. Let me bring it out. Let me bring it up. Let me pull it up. My boy loud. He said he don't want Shushu fighting outside of the USA. I'm with you. I'm definitely with you 100%. I don't really like a lot of the American fighters fighting outside the US, but you seen guys like Earl Spence and other guys go over to the UK and dominate and get the world titles and everything just to be a unification, and it'll be big time for sure, man. So it's definitely interesting, man, for sure. I will say that at the least. My boy Blue said he got Shushu over Ball. Yeah, I got Shushu definitely over Nick Ball as well. And it was interesting for him to speak about, Nick Ball and Brandon Figueroa, saying that, Brandon Figueroa has a lot of mishaps that he has far as his game that Nick Ball is going to be able to capitalize. He said, and he believes Nick Ball is going to beat Brandon Figueroa for sure. And that's why I was sitting there like looking at that boy, Sheldon Moore. He talking about Nick Ball. He said Brandon Figueroa gonna whoop Nick Ball's ass. Hey, like my man Lee Corso said, not so fast. Brandon Figueroa got a lot of openness, man. Of course, he all gas, no brakes, but Nick Ball got a little bit more skill. He's a little bit more patient. He's definitely a guy that applies pressure as well. Like I mentioned before the other day, man, with Nick Ball and Brandon Figueroa this Saturday, it's gonna be a barn burner. It's gonna be a pure barn burner. I'm gonna be right there in the afternoon, ready to watch that fight this Saturday for sure, man. Absolutely. And then my boy Malasa said NYC got a bigger population and market than the whole island of UK. And them UK boys, they be loving they boxing, man. They real loyal. Like Ramon said, UK got loyal fans and they got cheap prices for the tickets, man. And them tickets be like $10, $20. They be all in the building up there in the UK up there, man, for sure. And my boy Malazzi said, anyway versus Shushu is fire at Madison Square Garden. Hey, he mentioned Shushu as well, man. For Shushu mentioned anyway as well, saying that he see mishaps in anyways game that he can be able to capitalize as well. That he's definitely looking at that fight if anyway makes his jump to 126 soon. So I definitely would love to see Shushu and anyway for sure. Definitely would want to see that fight. I want to see anyway move up and fight some of these other guys, man. Personally, man, he dominating at 122. Of course, anyway, he's supposed to fight Junto Nakatani in May in Japan. The big, big matchup in Japan coming up. So we would definitely stay tuned and see about that for sure. Salute to my brother Crush, the legend in the building, man. That master of ceremonies, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to my brother, man. He live every morning about 6:30 in the morning. Coffee and donuts for grown-ups. Salute to my brother Crush, man. What's good with my boy? Philly in the building. All right, man. Yeah, man. $10, $20. Dead ass, Jay, man, for real, bro. Dead ass. Dead ass, man. For real. So we can go ahead and keep it pushing. Let's go ahead and get to some of the nitty gritty and what's going on a little bit in boxing a little bit, man. Of course, man, today been reported the man Floyd Mayweather files a $340 million lawsuit on Showtime today, which is crazy news within the sport, man, itself right now. And let me read a little portion of what my guys runs boxing. Salute to them guys. They're reporting from TMZ on what happened on this situation, on why he's doing so. So of course, he said boxing legend Floyd Mayweather has filed a lawsuit against Showtime and Steven Espinosa to recover hundreds of millions of dollars in the misappropriated funds and damages resulting from a long-running and elaborate scheme of financial fraud allegedly perpetrated by his longtime advisor Al Heyman. Mayweather claims that Heyman got substantial participation and aid from Showtime and former network president Steven Espinosa. Heyman has not been named as a defendant in the lawsuit. So you got the bull right here, Floyd Mayweather, $340 million lawsuit on the man Showtime, which is I gotta say, it's real crazy to see, man. Real crazy to see him 4K with this, because of course it's been reports with Mayweather having legal issues, well not legal issues, financial issues in recent time, and what I mean. And with this coming up, it just looked crazy right here, man. And even to add more context, and salute to Upper Echelon and Key. I was watching a show earlier. Key was breaking that whole situation down very well, very fucking well earlier, which was crazy right here. Let me bring up my brother, man. Salute to my brother, Dean 90 Means in the building, man. My dog, man. How you feeling, brother? How everything going? Baby girl good?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, Cam? What's the deal, man?
What's
I
poppin',
found the
man?
time, bro. I had to come up here and keep my word, brother. I found the time, brother. What's going on, man?
For sure, man. I was just getting into talking about, man, Floyd Mayweather with this $340 million lawsuit right here, man, on
Yes.
Showtime, man, which is no crazy, crazy, nasty work out here, man. A lot of people feel like Mayweather on some bullshit in this situation, man. What you think about it?
Well, Cam, I'll say this, brother. Everybody, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all hit that cash app. Make sure you hit that super chat. CamJ Network, please. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that super chat. Make sure you hit that cash app. That's number
Uh,
one. I will say this, Cam. I think that I'm gonna hate to say this. I think Floyd got a lot of bad advice. Y'all know Floyd. Remember them skyscrapers he was talking about he had? I think Floyd been making a lot of bad investments as of late. And I'm going to hate to say this, and I know we about to get it turned up, Cam, when I say this. I think part of it is over Javante Davis. I think that
mm,
Floyd hasn't been right with them. If y'all notice, when they split, it was because of Javante Davis. All of this, them having problems with Leonard Ellerbe and Steven Espinoza and Al Heyman, is all because they decided to take Javante Davis' side and not decide and didn't decide to take Floyd's side, Cam. And I think that now he found the way where he could possibly try to sue. But from what I hear though, Cam, from what I know about Al and them, and it's just as me, this is just Dean, don't kill, shoot the messenger. Bro, his contracts be air clad, bro. Like, like,
right.
like super tight. You understand? Because he got Espinoza, can his contracts be super tight. So Floyd and how long it's been, Floyd gonna have a hard time proving this, Cam. That's my opinion.
Man, I'm 100% agreeing with you, brother. Especially like you mentioned, he got investments and everything that didn't go well in particular right now, man, which is looking even crazier. And even he got investments in Greece that's not going well, which is I see Upper and Key they broke down earlier, which is bring to the table the man right here, boxing scene, talk about that this man has a fight coming up, exhibition June 27 in Athens, Greece, against this
Yes.
guy Mike Zimbetis right here, man.
Who
Right here.
call himself
So,
Iron Mike.
hey, nasty word, dog. Nasty word, man. Like
Floyd ain't the Iron Mike we wanted to see, Negro.
nasty word. Nasty fucking word, bro. I'm up here like, damn, this is crazy right here with Floyd, man. Crazy right here with Floyd. And I believe, like you said with Al Heyman, man, he definitely got his, he keep his business tight, man, always. And I feel like Floyd, he been balling out here a lot, man. Balling here. He, got a lot of property that he's selling in the process of all of this shit, man. So, man, we going to do a deep dive on this, man. I'm going to do some more research and do a whole deep dive and a little, and bring a lot of shit to the table on this shit with Floyd. But this is nasty work right here with Floyd right here, man. And I don't think this shit gonna really hold
Looking for
up
the
in general for real. Man, so
Yeah, I
all right,
think
man.
that
You go ahead.
no, I was saying I think that Floyd was been waiting for the right time to get back at all of them, and I just think he chose the right time. But now, is he gonna get it or not? Who knows? Because I just don't see him winning this. And who you just charged Steven Espinoza? Steven Espinoza wasn't the head of Showtime. Showtime's
Absolutely.
out of business. Well, they out of business. They out of business, period, right, Cam? Or just boxing?
Yeah, they had a business for sports in general. They just doing number shows and reality shows and shit like that now,
Yeah,
and
Steven
movies and stuff.
Espinoza. Yeah, Steven Espinoza not the head of Showtime. So I think he's gonna have an even tougher time with that, Cam, because of how long it's been. When was the last time Floyd fought for Showtime? You feel what I'm
I heard
saying?
it was 10 years ago.
10 years ago. So why you just suing? See, all of this stuff, Cam, is gonna come into play, bro. You dig what I'm saying? Like the time frame, statutes of limitations, and a bunch of different stuff. Now I know it ain't no statute of limitation. I don't think when you could sue somebody for past
discretions, but at the same time, it's going to make it that much more harder to win your case because of the time and things like that. So we're going to see. I don't really think Floyd going to have a case, to be honest. 340
That
million is insane, Cam.
Facts, bro. Absolutely, bro. And sure, man, we gonna heat it up. You came at the
I'm glad
right
I did.
time, man. The right time, man. So we can get into a lot of this shit that's been going on. A lot of conversation, man, between Mr. Haney on who gonna be his next op out here, man. I've been looking at it. I've been calling it out. I'm like, man, this boy Devin, these boys out here reaching, man, for a fight. They desperate out here, man. They calling out a whole bunch of people out here, man. Of course, we already know Keyshawn Davis. He fought this past Saturday, where he got the stoppage, and then after the fight, he called out that Mr. Haney and everything. So, this was Keyshawn right here, on nightcap with Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco the other night right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and play a clip from Mr. Keyshawn right here.
All right,
Let's
bet.
get it together. There you go.
Bill and Haney been in my DMs, DM me and stuff like that. So I already knew what they was coming to the fight for. I'm be real with you. They was coming to fight to
Right.
watch me, for sure. And
Right.
since that I won in spectacular fashion, I feel like, let's get it on, let's fight. You know what I'm saying?
What was always the issue? Most of the time, this is what the fighters, I mean, not the fighters. The fighters always want to see the great fights, but the fans would love to see this. What do you think is going to be in the way of making a fight, Keyshawn Davis versus Devin Haney? What can actually make that happen? Because there's so many layers that have to happen for a fight of this magnitude to happen. What do you think needs to do
I mean,
for it to
shoot,
happen right away?
for it happen right away, to if it make money, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Be real with you, like me right now. I'm be real with
Yeah.
you, like I'm be real with both of y'all. Um, I'm in a position to where like I can stay at 140 and I can just go crazy at 140. I don't have
Right.
to go up to 147 to fight none of them fighters.
Right.
I'm making the decision to go up to be great. You know what I'm saying? And as long as that respect level is there, as long as that is worth my time moving up to fight
Right.
Devin Haney, then I'm gonna fight him. If it's not worth my time, Keyshawn is gonna make the right business decision so I can get in that position again, so they will respect my name. You know what I'm saying? There's another champion out there. His name is Lewis Crocker. He's a 147-pound champion. Me and Eddie Hearns already been talking about him before Devin Haney even surfaced the platform. You know what I'm saying? And he's from the UK. So I would love to go to the UK and fight Lewis Crocker as well, before I fight Devin Haney. But
Right.
3 fights is what I want to fight this year. So once I fight Lewis Crocker, my first
3?
147, yes,
Woo.
my first 147-pound fight, Lewis Crocker, then of course I'll go fight Devin Haney right after.
Oh, that's bad.
Okay, right there, man. So that's the boy, man. Keyshawn Davis, right there, saying that something that I mentioned before. I felt like I don't think the Haney's was gonna push for this fight next 100%. That's my personal opinion. But they've had the whole little promise and stuff on the DM between Keyshawn and Bill and everything. And then, I said with Keyshawn moving up to 147, a lot of people would expect him to go ahead and try to have a fight at 147 and Bill. But the thing is, Keyshawn, what made it look crazy was the fact that he made the call out with Devin. So now you got people expecting him like, shit, are you called out Devin Saturday night? Shit. If y'all can make this fight happen next, it's happen next. But you got other shit going on with Mr. Devin Haney, man. The man, Mr. Devin Haney, he made this tweet out last night talking about, wait, Xander Zayas got 2 belts right here. And just to add more context to this right here, as far as that in particular, with Devin Haney speaking about Xander Zayas, let me play this clip right here.
Man, Xander is food. Listen, He's food.
Damn.
He's food. Listen.
Come on,
He's
Bill.
food.
Bill, watch
Wait,
the
No, no,
fight
listen.
man.
Let
first,
me
man. That
listen.
man
Okay,
showed
okay.
Let's not
superb
run you out the
legs.
block. Let's talk serious.
The reason why he's down on the list is because you guys didn't do a great job, you and the country and you and everybody putting it on the forefront that he's fighting. Do a little bit more because I'm helping out with pushing him to the list because he would make a 4 division champion. He's a lineal champion and he deserves that. But don't talk that bullshit about nothing. He's food to us, but he's a great fighter. But all of it is food when you're on your way and you have the skill set that Devin has. So he made the honorable mention list. So pipe down on all the other stuff that you're talking about. When you make the honorable mention list, you make it because you're food to us, right? And you have to prove that you're not.
Hey, hey, D, man, what you think about this right here from Mr. Bill and Devin right here, man?
Well, I told you, Cam, I think that if Devin don't send Keyshawn a contract, they a duck. I'm at the store real quick, Cam. You cook. I'm about to be out of here real quick. Go
Go ahead.
ahead, Cam.
Do your thing. Do your thing. Yeah, man. Yeah, Xander Zayas right there, man. Of course, he just capture the WBA title at 154, beating the Baz Baru. And you got Bill Haney right there saying that Xander is food, and you got Davin talking about weight. Xander got 2 belts and everything, y'all. Be was just nasty work there. Because I'll be trying to tell y'all, these boys be trying to look for you know the sweetest fights that can be lucrative to them right here. And you got Devin Haney and them looking at it, oh shit, we can become unified champion at 154. Where this is my thing right here. And salute to my boy Pound for Pound right here on Twitter, man. He said, y'all tell Devin Haney Promotions to stop mentioning Devin Haney coming to 154, or he gonna have to see the boogeyman for real this time. You know what I'm saying? So if he's looking for lucrative money fights
Hey, Cam,
and
I'm
he's go
Cam.
ahead, go
They
ahead.
they out here. All right. What Devin can't do is go to 154, and you know I'm gonna cook on this tomorrow. Y'all already know. What Devin can't do is go to 154 and fight Zayas, but you don't fight Boots. You know why? Because you said you didn't want to fight Boots because you ain't never been to 152 before. Well, you
Talk
damn sure
about
ain't
it.
been to 154. And then you got Zayas not calling you out. But you got Keyshawn calling you out, and Cam, as you know, we've been told when people call you out of Keyshawn's caliber, if both of y'all are available and you are the A side, it is on you to reach out and make this contract. So, Devin's kind of in a fucked up situation either way, Cam, because if he don't send it to Keyshawn, you know what we gonna say, as they deserve. And if he do go up and use Zayas as an excuse, well, that's just gonna make Jerron Ennis look better because that'd be 2 fighters that's choosing to fight each other instead of fighting Jerron Ennis, which is the fight that everybody would probably want to see from them. So go ahead. If you want to fight Xander Zayas, Devin, I ain't got no problem with that. Because Boots might wind up fighting Virgil, Cam. But
Absolutely.
right after that, you need to be fighting Jerron Ennis, and we know that's not gonna happen. Go ahead, Cam.
Facts, bro. Facts, bro. Like, hey, y'all already know. Y'all remember the whole situation where Boots tried to have that man fight at 152. Devin said, "Hey, I ain't never fought up there before, and I'm just fought my first time at 140. I'm about to fight for the first time at 147 when he was about to fight Brian Norman Jr. So now you got him talking about Xander now at 154. You know what I'm saying? Of course, a lot of people gonna be pushing for that man to see the man Boost Ennis, man, for sure. Because you can't sit there and be like, oh, I want 54. Yeah, you see Hacker, you already knew what he was going to say. He was like, Xander is linear, Boots is just Boots. Of course, their talking point is the titles. Is the titles. But at the same time, we know they want lucrative fights. They want big money fights. And what is a bigger money fight between the two? Vander Zayas or Boots Ennis? You know what I'm saying? And I think everybody know that answer. Whether Xander got the titles or not, Boots Ennis is a more lucrative fight, you know what I'm saying, for Devin Haney in particular. But they're not gonna push for that shit. They ain't gonna sit there and be like, oh, Boots Ennis is fool. They're not gonna make that type of move.
No.
Like the boys be
Well, guess what
capping,
though,
bro. That's
Cam?
why we gotta tell these
Well, Cam,
boys.
they can't talk about Boots though. Boxing Hacker and them can't use that as an excuse. You want to know why? You can't use that as an excuse because y'all say that y'all want Keyshawn and Shakur. If you fight them, you're not winning no belt from them. You're not winning no belt from Keyshawn and Shakur. What belt would Devin and them be winning from Keyshawn and Shakur? Because the 147 belt will be up, Cam, not the 140 belt. Because Devin not trying to go at
Facts.
the 140. So you're not. What belt are you winning from Keyshawn or Shakur? And Shakur just got stripped. So what belt is you winning? You know what I'm saying, Ken?
Facts.
So you can't even use that as an excuse because y'all say you got BFTB and them out here talking about they want Shakur, Shakur's scared, and Keyshawn, we would love for that fight to be next. Okay, then don't use the Xander Zaya as an excuse that he got the belts, and then that's fine. If you're going to use the Xander Zaya as an excuse that he got the belts, Boots was on your list though. Xander Zaya is not. Like Bill said, he's honorable mention. Jerron Ennis is on your list though. That's the difference. And if you gonna fight him, Cam, like I said, you fight Zayez around the time that Boots fight Virgil, and then y'all fight the winners. What's wrong with that? Because Boots would definitely be the WBA mandatory and all that by that time. So we'll see.
Facts.
And I think he's number
Facts.
one in the WBO too, Cam, I believe. Jerron Ennis is number one in the WBO as well.
Yep.
So
He got that. He got that. He's an interim champion for the WBA. So I mean, in reality, Boots would get a shot at Xander before Devin would any damn way, because he could just
100%.
invoke his clause in that shit after he was to fight Virgil Ortiz. You know what I mean?
100%, Cam. But guess what, Cam? I want them to use your WBO status, go fight Zayas, and then you fight Jerron Ennis. I don't see the problem from the Devin fans. But they don't use the belts as an excuse though, Cam, because you don't get a belt from Shakur Stevenson or Keyshawn. So clearly that's not your only motivation to make fights. And unless you're
I,
gonna tell
I
me
was told I
Keyshawn a
was
bigger
told they
star
was
than
trying to
Boots.
fight the winner of T.O. and Shakur. So
That's
like
what
like that's what I said. They all over the place reaching for a fight. You know what I'm saying right now, dog.
because Cam, what was Bill there for then? What was he there for? If he didn't want the winner, what was he there for? What was he standing on the
Absolutely.
podium? Hey, Cam, what was he sitting next to Teofimo Lopez for when he had that Rey Mysterio mask on? What was you there for?
You
What was
see
you
him
there
right here.
for?
He just did. This just happened before the show. Before the show right here. This man Bill says, "Who wants to see it to believe it? Sweet science, top dogs." Now he's talking about Shakur Stevenson down right here, man. Which is crazy, dog. I wanted to bring this up because I played this the other day, man, on the show, and we're gonna bring it right back to the forefront today since we going there in this
So,
conversation right here. And let me bring it up. Let me pull this clip up right here. You know what I'm saying? And bring a little bit of memory lane for these guys.
Hey, for now, bro. For now. Hey, for now.
It's gonna beat the shit out of you. That's what I said.
And I bet you that, and I bet you on everything I love, he don't. We
bet
could bet
you I do.
whatever.
And I bet
We
you
could
I
we could
do.
bet whatever. We could bet whatever.
Listen,
We could bet whatever.
when we do, it's gonna be for everything, and we gonna see.
What you just said? Oh, Devin going such and such. That shit ain't gonna happen.
That
I
I was
think I'm
gonna
a
say
bad
something.
motherfucker.
You think that
Hey,
I was gonna say something else?
I think I'm a bad motherfucker, just like he is. I'm a bad motherfucker.
You
Y'all know
are.
that.
We gonna see.
Y'all know that.
You are. Okay, you are.
So all this beat the shit out of me. That
Hey,
shit dead. That shit
listen,
somewhere else. I don't know where y'all get that from.
Yeah, man. Crazy right there. Let's read these two super chats from the boy Big Dog Willie, man. He said, CamJNetwork, you know you're ducking Devin Haney. Beam, you're ducking Devin Haney. Oh, yeah, Incredible Hogs ducking Devin Haney. Madonna ducking Devin. Hey, for real, for real, everybody's ducking Devin Haney at this fucking point, bro. This narrative is crazy right here. And salute to the boy Big Dog Willie with another $2 super chat. He said Thomas Hill and Usyk is ducking Devin Haney too. Right there.
Hey,
Everybody
Cam,
ducking
that's
Devin Haney
crazy.
apparently, man. Apparently,
Well,
that's
my
that's
thing is, how
that's
can
what's going
everybody be
on.
ducking Devin Haney, Cam, when he's the A side to Shakur, Keyshawn, and Boots, and Xander Zayas? This Devin. Devin, the one that's supposed to be sending the offers. Cam, I'm just going off of what the Hanos clan told us. They said the A side is responsible, Cam, for making these fights. So send Shakur an offer, send Keyshawn an offer, send Xander Zayas an offer. What they want us to do, Cam? What they want us to
Hey,
do?
they in the driver's seat. That's what they say. They in the driver's seat. They the A side over all these guys you just mentioned. And we want to see some action. We want to see some motion in this shit, dog. For real.
Well, I'll tell you this, Cam, if we don't get one of them fights, Devin's a damn duck of all three. If we don't get one of them fights, because we know you're not gonna fight Jerron Ennis. You know he's gonna use whatever excuse to not fight Jerron Ennis. So we already know that, Cam. But if he don't fight Zayas, if he don't use his WBO status to challenge Zayas, or he don't send Keisha on a Shakur contract, I don't want to hear nothing from Devin Haney fans ever again. Because guess what, Cam? They told me and you that all the champions at 147 is ducking Devin. So what's your options? What option do you have, Cam?
Facts. Facts. That's exactly what they definitely told me. And I'm like, looking at this shit in 4K, I'm like, bro, these boys, they're moving shaky, man. All these guys is picking and choosing who they want to fight. Whoever the sweetest, Luca to fight, that's what the tight timing they on, man. And salute to the boy Boxing Hacker with the $5 super chat. He said, Dan wants to fight the number one champion at 154. Boots wanted to fight a tune-up his first fight at 154. Philly looking sad. No one still don't know who Lemos is.
Oh, well, tell Boxing Hacker, well, if that's the case. Boots is available. Devin Haney is the A side. Send him a contract. No, right, Cam? Ain't that the truth? Like, ain't that the stuff they used to say to
If that's
us?
the case, if that's the case, bro, that's the
Because ain't
case.
Boots
If
on
he
the
the A
list?
side over him as well, hey, we want to see it.
No,
We
Boxing
want to
Hacker.
see it.
Boxing Hacker, just make sure you send super chats that and make sure you bet me if that fight happens. Because like I said, y'all tell me it's the A side. And you said Boots. But the thing is, it's funny he said that Boots wanted to fight a cherry pick at 154. He still don't know what Lima is. Lima had a knockout Saturday too. People don't want to talk
Nah.
about that though, Cam J. Yeah, Lima had a second round knockout on Saturday too. It was either Friday or Saturday. You
I'm
know what I
just
mean?
looking at it as the perspective as they got that it was first Rolly, and then it brings back my question with Conor Benn because let's bring it back full force, man, on some
Uh-huh.
shit since people want to really want to take it there. With Conor Benn in recent time, man, Conor Benn is looking to possibly fight Rolly Romero. They are in negotiations right now, currently. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And so
Oh, hold
you
on,
got
Cam.
Conor.
Connor Ben?
Yes, Conor Benn and Rolly is in
Oh,
negotiations
that
right
nigga was
now.
just talking when it came to Shakur Stevenson. Go ahead, Cam. Oh, that nigga was
So,
just
so,
talking.
so like, oh, we gonna bring it to the forefront right here.
Oh,
So
all right,
this
say no
this is
more.
Conor Benn right here. Earlier speaking about Shakur right here in particular.
Shakur, Wembley, locked in. Be ready. You want the rehydration clause? You gotta pay. Yeah? I still smash your ass. First fight down at 147 in 3 years. And I still give it to you.
So you got they're gonna kind of Ben right there in particular, man, talking about you know situation with Shakur Stevenson, saying that if he want him to take a rehydration clause, he gonna have to pay some big money for it. You know what I mean? So, but like I said with Conor Ben, man, Conor Ben, he is currently negotiating with
With
Stockron,
Rolly.
BSOF, right? I mean, he's negotiating with Rolly Romero right
Rolly
now,
Romero,
which
yeah.
is Stockron. Stockron, he's willing to take step aside money for the situation already. From what
That's a bad move,
the
Cam, for Shock Ron. But go ahead. That's a bad move.
yeah
But go ahead.
yeah man. So you got Stockron, bro. right here saying, no, this is Matchroom's guy Frank Smith, CEO, he says Chakram wants to win the world title, but at the same time, he's sensible. So that's something we will talk through, and I don't think we'll be able to make that. I think we will be able to make that fight happen between Conor Benn and Rolly Romero right here. So you got Conor Benn and Rolly Romero. Of course, they was playing around Saturday night, wrestling around with each other at the fights and everything. Rolly is off the table for him. Like they ain't even you ain't see the Haney's pushing for Conor Benn. And then it brings back my question: why the fuck aren't they pushing for the winner of Mario Barrios and Ryan Garcia? If Conor Benn is probably going to fight Rolly Romero, that's my question right there.
Well,
Why ain't
Cam,
they
we know.
looking to get their fucking lick back
Well,
once
Cam,
again?
you let Boxing Hacker and all of them talk about the Hanos clan, Ryan, Duck, and Devin. So, Cam, that makes it even better. Let's say Ryan is Duck and Devin. Then you need to be sending Shakur, Keyshawn, or Jerron Boots, and it's a contract. It's that simple, Cam. I mean,
Right.
we gonna let them use what they've been saying for years. The A side sends contracts. If the A side really want to fight, and remember, Cam, I know you got the receipt, but when Devin Haney was talking about, oh, when people negotiate online, they not really negotiating. We all know how to talk to each other. If a fighter really want to fight, they can make it happen. That's what Devin said, Cam. So what's your excuse? You
Absolutely.
entertain at 154? And guess what, Cam? I ain't want to tell you this, bro. Zayas beats Devin at 154. I think Zayas
Mm,
takes that fight at 154, Cam. 100% he
mm.
takes that fight. 100%. I
He
think
built
Xander
in at
Zayas.
that 154 for sure. He built in, bro. I seen him Saturday. I was watching that fight, bro.
That was a good
That
ass
boy
fight,
moving
Cam.
around smooth as hell. Lateral movement smooth. He's strong as hell at 154. For real, like he built in at that 154 for sure.
Hey, Cam, did you see
So
Zayas trying to walk a bass down, bro? He was fighting on the inside. I'm like,
man, fight the last two
Zayas.
rounds. I was up there like, hey, he dangerous as hell for doing that shit. 'Cause that's where Abbas wanted the action all night, and he didn't give it to him until like the 11th round for real.
Hey, yo, Ken, when I saw him biting down and putting that high guard up, I said, you go ahead, Zion. You go ahead, boy. That's what I'm talking about. Walk that nigga down. Show him it ain't just about your boxing abilities. Show him it ain't just about that. Nigga, I'm going to walk you down, too, and make sure I win the fight. I like Zion. Y'all know how I feel about Wolverine.
Hey,
Y'all know how I feel about him.
he showed me something this past Saturday in that fight, man. That's why I was like, okay, I'm definitely jacking, bro, for real right there, man. I'm fucking with Zayas, man, for
Cam, you
sure.
see why I call him
Do I believe?
Wolverine?
Then that's another question too, bro. Would I don't even think Top Rank would even give Devin Haney that fight for one. Even thinking about it in depth in that perspective, Top Rank don't even care for Xander to even fight a motherfucker like Devin Haney for real. You know what
See,
I
that's
mean?
another thing. But now I agree with you, Kim, on that because I can see top rank like what's in it for us. But look at it like this too. Top rank might let it happen though, Cam, because I think they think Xander could beat Devin too. Just don't underestimate that part, Cam. I think a lot of people will have a lot of faith in Zayas beating Devin Haney. Because think about it, Cam. The things that Devin does well, Xander Zayas does well.
Absolutely.
Like you're not gonna just jab Xander Zayas all night. He the bigger fighter. You see what I'm saying, King? The things you do well, you won't be able to just get off versus Xander Zayas. So you're gonna have to do something else. He not Brian Norman Jr. Like he not
Absolutely.
going to just be standing there. Hey Kim, he not gonna just be standing there in a high guard.
Bruh, it's dead ass, bro. Dead ass, bro.
That's a
That's
good
why I
ass
keep
fight.
bringing to the table. They thinking that's just sweet. As I said, why ain't they trying to fight the winner of this fight? It doesn't make any sense to me. The Haney fans, they
It don't
literally
make no
is
sense,
going
bro.
away from this question. I've been asking the question for literally probably since he
Cam,
even fought Brian
they're
Norman
going to
Jr.
say Ryan is ducking Devin. Cam, they going to say Barrios and Ryan is ducking Devin. I already heard the argument for this. For your answer, Cam, I've heard what they said. Well, Devin tried to make the fight. Devin tried to make the fight. Ryan ducking. That's what they going to say. And I'm gonna say, okay, then go fight Jaron Ennis. Go fight Keyshawn Davis. Go fight Shakur Stevenson. See, Cam, you can't have it both ways, bro. Cincy to Philly. Make sure y'all hit that like button, super chat, and cash app. #1. You can't have it both ways, Cam. You can't say everybody ducking you, but then you're not out here sending offers to fighters that people want to see that hasn't ducked you.
Facts.
Don't work that way. Not when you DHP. Not when you Debo Dev. Not when you Hanos. Not when you the best fighter in the world. Go ahead.
The Debo dead shit is I'm sick of that shit. I'm so sick. You would never hear me call this nigga that dumb ass shit ever, bro. That shit is sick, bro. These
Look
niggas
at
are
Debo
sickos
Dev.
with that shit,
I'm
dog.
Debo Dean now, nigga.
And then and then this was funny right here too, even pertaining to Shakur with Devin. Right, that's why I said Devin is all over the place, bro. They is desperate right now, bro. And look at them talking about Shakur. He mentioned talking about Devin is a tremendous fighter. Do I think Devin can beat me? Hell no. Hell no. And then, of course, Devin, he responds saying, I think he a tremendous fighter too, but hell yes, I know I can beat him right here. I mean, and then of course I
But then if he know
already
I'm gonna beat him, send
showed
him
y'all
over.
Bill Haney earlier today right here up here talking about the sweet sign is the best.
Then Cam, why is Shakur not receiving an offer yet? It's not like they don't know Eddie Hearn. It ain't like they don't know how to get in touch with him. And you from remember, Cam, they told us that Turkey got all the money and it's not an issue. Money not an issue. So Shakur Stevenson should be getting the offer to fight Devin Haney any day now. Cam.
Man.
Or maybe I'm tripping, Cam. How it work now? Or it just only work like that, Cam, when it's Javante. People were
Hey,
telling
they say
Javante
they
to
the
go
A
send a
side.
contract. Cam, people telling Javante to send a contract to Shakur Stevenson while he dealing with legal trouble right now on Twitter. Tell Javante to fight Shakur. It ain't like Javante gonna fight Shakur. Devin got an opportunity to fight Shakur, call Shakur bluff. And Keyshawn's at the same time, Cam. He could call they bluff at the same time. Oh, if you don't want to fight me, then I'll fight the brother. Whoever want to fight me, y'all pick. Here go an offer. I'm the A side. 60
Mm.
40. What's up? WBO title. What's up, Shakur? You gonna use your status? What's up? And you challenging me again. So it's the same situation, Cam. The difference is Shakur has a WBO. See where you but you know what the Hanos clan gonna say about Shakur? Well, Shakur want a rehydration clause. I'll give him that though, Cam. Okay, Shakur asked for a rehydration clause. Y'all right. Shakur's a hypocrite for that. He gave y'all an excuse. What's y'all excuse to not fight Keyshawn and Jerron Ennis then? If all the champions at 147 are ducking you, Cam.
Mm.
What's your excuse? You want the biggest and best fights? What's better than
Mm.
Keyshawn and Jerron Ennis for Devin right now? What's better, Cam? If all the champions is ducking them like he says.
You already know them boys off the titles, man. They off the damn titles, man. And speaking of titles, man, today, Mister, I was looking at the WBC rankings, man. The new rankings they just dropped today, man. And then I seen it earlier with Mister Shakur Stevenson. The WBC was vacant earlier, man. And they got Hottie Rare. Of course, he's the interim champion and everything. And of course, looking at the list, you got Williams Takeda. He's #1. He's the #1 contender, and then you got Lamar Roach, #2, Andy Cruz at 3, and no other notable names. Sam Noakes at 5, right there. So, in general, man, the WBC they then came out with their report about the whole situation and everything, as far as Shakur Stevenson status with the WBC, of course, and then the man Shakur, man, he responds right here. He said 100K to some crooks who don't deserve it. Nah, Lalani, I'd rather give it to you, Lalani. I'd rather give it to you, baby girl. The WBC didn't have shit to do with this fight, and it's eating them alive. Take your belt. It don't make me. And then he said, I just paid these dudes after my last fight. What the hell I'm giving y'all 100K for right now? Because y'all got beef with Bud, so come at me for it right there. So you got Shakur Stevenson responding to the WBC with him getting stripped of the 135 WBC title, man. What you think about this, brother?
All I want to say is all the Shakorians, chickens coming home to roost never made me sad. They only made me glad. All you Shakorians was on Twitter, Cam, making videos talking about Javante Davis needs to be stripped. I remember y'all. I got the bookmarks on Twitter. I got the videos saved that y'all did. Y'all wanted Javante Davis stripped so bad. Chickens coming home to roost never made me sad. They only made me glad, Cam. Be careful what you wish
Yeah,
for. You just might get it, Cam. Now all of that moving back to 135 stuff, but you'll be moving back. See, Javante's the champion in recess. They just took the belt from Shakur. It's a difference. It's a difference. So I'll say this, Cam. Do I think the WBC bogus as hell for this? 100%, Cam. You want to know why?
facts.
Because why y'all didn't tell Shakur that before he fought? I didn't,
Absolutely, and usually in a lot of cases they do. A lot of the sanctions bodies they be like, "Oh yeah, when you hit the ring, the belt is done." After that, they ain't even say that because they
unless
were
you give us
suspecting
this
the
hundred
bag.
K.
They
Yeah,
were
unless you
suspecting
give
the
us this
bag,
hundred
and
K.
it's in the rules too, where whether you fight for another title or not, like you still gotta give them that money. Still gotta give them up that bread, man. You know what I
Now,
mean?
Cam, I
So this
will
shit
say this,
crazy.
Cam. I didn't know that you still now. If you still say if you take another championship fight and he was at a whole different weight division with another championship fight, if it's in the WBC rules that if you do that and it's not for their belt and you still have to pay them, Cam, then it is what it is, bro. If you want to hold on to the belt, if you want to hold on to the belt, Cam, it is what it is. It's not. It shouldn't be. If you got paid 100K, you got paid 100K. They just said Shakur Stevenson and them made 9 million. What's the deal? What's the big deal? If that's in the rules. So I can't even say the
Oh,
WBC bogus all the way because Cam, I didn't even know that. So if you move up and fight for a different sanctioning body and win the belt, if they ask for their bread because you didn't even fight for their belt, then what can I say? Pay the 100K and keep it pushing, bro. You gonna make way
man.
more than 100. Because think about it, Cam. It don't make sense to bitch about it because you're gonna make it back the day that you defend your 135 title again. You're gonna get paid way more than 100K for your next championship bout, right? You see what I'm
Facts,
saying?
man. Facts, bro. And it's crazy because it's like then you got with the money. Speaking of the money from the To and Shakur card, this does report. I don't know how official this is, but reported purses from Saturday night. To 4 to 6 million. Shakur 3.5 to 5 million. Keyshawn 400K to 650K. Then Jermaine Ortiz, 300K to 500K. Shushu, 350K to 600K. Carlos Castro, 250K to 450K. Big Baby Miller, 500K to 800K. And King Lee's Bay, 150K to 250K. Then Mo Williams, 300K to 500K. And Wendy Toussaint, 125K to 200K on the last minute replacement for Mo Williams right there. So these some numbers they was throwing out there just recently. I know other people that threw out 9 million each for To and Shakur, but these numbers I ain't gonna lie, they look a little bit accurate to me. What you think about
That's
this right here, bro?
I want to call somebody out and shout out to Najee on Cigar Talk. But Najee, on the guy that posts this, Najee, I got to put you out there, bro. He know it. This is why people like him. And shout out to Najee because Najee know I'm thorough. Me and him have had a bunch of different conversations, and like I said, I ain't got to lie to make my point. Um, Najee was under that same exact post. I seen that, Cam. Najee was under the post saying that's not true. But then Najee will get mad if people say that you. How do you know that, Najee? How close are you to Shakur? You know what he getting paid to? See, I
Man,
read between the lines, Cam. You always say read
absolutely.
between the lines. He got up under the post and said, "This is not true." Well, if that's not true, then that means that you was told differently from who? I'm pretty sure it was from Shakur and his team or Shoo, the guys from Jersey that you got a relationship with. So then when people sit up there and say, oh, Najee, you be acting a little biased, it kind of gives credence to it, my nigga, because you the only content creator that know exactly what fighters is getting paid before it even get made public. Okay? Somebody had to tell you that wasn't true. For you to just go under there and say this is not true. And I ain't doubting that Najee is telling the truth that is not true. I ain't even doubting that part. I'm just saying, how do you know that? Who told you
Man,
that? That's all. But to me, Cam, it do look kind of right because that's about what Shakur been getting paid. That might be T.O. highest payday because we remember Cam last year or like a year and a half ago. T.O. was no last year. T.O. was suing Top Rank over money, so I can confirm that T.O. been getting paid more than that because T.O. been saying that he hasn't been getting paid that much. But that's about what Shakur been getting paid, Cam. That's how I feel about it.
man, bro, I feel like it's accurate as hell for real because yeah, people remember he said he got like 2.1 million for Padley, and then you remember he was crying to Turkey talking about
No, he said he
Turkey
got
was trying
six
to pay
million
him
for
under the
Padley.
2.1 million for the fight that he had with Zapata, and then he had to apologize to Turkey for speaking about that shit in public and everything, and I guess Turkey and him squared that shit away with him as Zapata and everything. You know what I mean? So I be first, this looked very accurate to me, man. That's why it looked very accurate because like a lot of people saying in the comments, salute to my sis man shop in the building. Yes indeed, boxing. Make sure y'all subscribe to Yes Indeed Boxing, man. Sis for sure. Definitely putting in a lot of work over there. You know what I'm saying? She mentioned that no, Turkey's dialed back. He's dialed back on paying a lot of these fighters, crazy big purses and everything. You know what I mean? And you already see with him having Zuffa boxing and stuff. And, them having them boys over there on Slave 360 contracts over there. You feel me? Like, and them having a lot of money invested into other investments that Saudi Arabia, have in disposal right now. This looks very accurate right here to me in general, you know what I mean, with these guys. And, like I said, Turkey's he's not in the game to, just continue to lose millions and millions of dollars. Saudi Arabia, I told you, them boys in Saudi Arabia is telling Turkey, like, bro, you gotta stop losing all these fucking money. We gotta
100%.
figure out how we gonna get fucking paid. You gotta figure a way. Get Dana White on board
Especially
with Zuffa
Cam,
boxing so we can be on the cheap pay scale so we can try to get paid off of some of these
especially
fighters.
Cam, when they threw that 50 bill, you gotta understand, Cam, people don't understand how things work, bro. They threw the 50 billion at EH Sports, bro.
Absolutely.
You
And they got
understand?
a lot of money invested into that right there in particular to where they're not even willing to invest in anything else. They was in the runnings to try to buy Warner Brothers, the Saudi Arabia guys, but they didn't even end up buying it. You got Netflix; they end up purchasing in it right now. You know what I mean? So
Netflix
they
ripping
wanted to
people
buy
off,
Warner
Cam.
Brothers, but they didn't do it because they had so much money invested in the EA Sports deal right now.
But Cam, Dane Father said in the comments, he said Shakur knew he was going to get stripped of the belt before. I didn't know that, Dank, so I ain't speaking. It seems like Shakur didn't know, but Dank saying he knew that already. But my thing is, Cam, that don't make sense to lose the belt over 100,000, Cam, when you made 5-6 million, right? And then if you
Fact.
leave, you drop the belt, Cam, right? You're going back to hold this belt. Your next fight, Cam, all you gotta do is add 100,000 tax on it. What you lost, Cam? See, this Dean,
Right.
Cam. These other niggas not gonna say this shit, bro. Let's say Shakur Stevenson next fight at 135 if he would have paid the 100,000, right? Oh, Eddie, you remember that 100,000 I lost for fighting for the WBO? Eddie put an extra 100,000 on my pay. You see what I'm saying, Cam? It's that
Man,
easy, bro. It's not you know what I mean? Like you
facts.
could get it
That
back.
most
It's not
definitely.
you know what I mean, Cam? Like, am I tripping, Cam? Especially if you dropping the belt. I ain't tripping, am I?
Bro, he could have, bro. I felt like with the move, he made more than enough money. If he desired to go back to 135, he would have paid the 100K. That's why I believe when he was speaking about going back down to 135, with Muratala and shit like that, he was bluffing on that shit because, like I said just now, if he wanted to go back down to 135, he would have paid the 100K and kept it strapped. But like he mentioned, talking about they come in for me like they because I'm associated with Crawford and everything. Like a lot of people looking at him when he's saying shit like that, and they looking like, damn, like, yeah, like, damn, are you doing this shit because of Crawford and shit? Because
hundred
his
percent.
stance with the WBC, that's how people looking at that shit for real.
Cam, what other way is it to look at it? You wasn't bitching about the WBC rules before, Bud was. You've been a WBC champ for a minute now. You was a WBC champ
Absolutely.
at 130. Because remember, he was trying to use that. He was supposed to challenge Devin.
You remember they asked him a question about the WBC during the
What's the
build
rules? It's
up to
unfair.
the T.O. and Shakur fight. They asked Shakur, and he said that he didn't want to answer the question and stuff. He was staying out of that shit because of he had the belt at the time with the WBC, and of course he didn't want to disrespect Bud in any type of way. He didn't want to give his opinion on that situation right then and there, so he bypassed the question for real.
And I'm gonna say this. I see Dank. Shout out to Dank Father. That's my bro. New York in the building. Dank said it's unfair. I'm kind of iffy on that because the only time I call it unfair is if you was unaware. If you was fully aware and know, if everybody knows if they fight for the WBC title and you move up and fight another fighter at a different division for a different section and body belt, and they have this rule in place, how unfair is it? It's only
Right.
unfair if you are unaware. You don't have to get into the WBC rankings. You know how how you know this, Cam? Well, I can't even go to the unfair part because people get out the IBF rankings all the time because they don't want to fight for the rehydration clause. You don't have to be in those rankings. If they is unfair, get out the WBC rankings. That's a choice. Because what they tell us all the time,
Absolutely.
Cam, people pay to get in rankings.
And then
So
all the time.
I can only call it unfair, man, and I feel where Dank coming from because I do think it's bullshit. But at the same time, I can only say he knew, so ain't nothing to cry about. Okay, yeah, that's my thing. If he knew, but then Dank, then why put it on Twitter? Then why bitch about it afterwards? If you knew, you see what I'm saying? That don't. My thing is 100. What I'm trying to tell y'all is learn how to negotiate better. It's a non-issue. They want 100,000. You just made 5-6 million. Pay them the 100,000. When you go back to 135, put tax on it. That's what we do in the streets. It's like niggas never been in the streets or nothing. Can put
Man,
tax on that
bro.
shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna get my money back. You got what does Washington say, Ken? I'm gonna leave here with something. I'm from the
Yeah, I
Brown Way. I'm
believe
gonna
it
leave
was
here with
saying.
something.
That boy Day said the unfair part is the pay. It is the pay if the belt is not up for grabs, but it's the rules. Like,
Yeah,
eh,
I do agree with Cam. I do agree with Cam with that.
absolutely.
Like another fighter, if he paid you his last fight representing your belt, and you don't have a mandatory for him, right? And a WBC champ at 140 is occupied, or he got a fight coming up, which is Gary Antoine Russell, right? He got a fight coming up. So if you don't have a mandatory for Shakur at 135, then he should be allowed to go fight um Teofimo Lopez, Cam, with no penalty. Because he still got to pay the WBO now. Now he got to pay you and the WBO. So I do agree with Date Father there that it's that part is some bullshit. But again, fair is for horses and pigs. If you knew the rules prior, like they were saying that Shakur knew this, and you still did it anyway, I don't want to hear no crying afterwards. You understand what I'm saying?
Man,
Because like I said, Cam, you could just put tax on it the minute that you dropped your belt and fight at 135 again. Hey Eddie, you know that 100,000 they took? Yeah, I need you to put put that on there. You feel me?
facts, facts, facts. Just look at my boy Dodging in the building, man, brother. Man, what you think about this right here with Shakur, brother?
Well, I've been tired of hearing this crying ass shit all goddamn day. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know me, I've been tired of I've been on niggas' asses all day. You know, I don't care about none of this shit. First of all, I understand what people saying. Oh, it's not fair. He didn't fight for the belt on the line. It's just like a unification. If you're fighting for two belts, guess what? You gotta pay sanction fees for both of them, correct?
Yes.
Absolutely.
So even though you to get the fight, you had to use my belt to get put up there for the fight. So you're using my prestige and the honor to be our champion to get the fight. Now you don't want to pay us? That don't make no
But
sense.
and Dodger, speak
That,
on the part I'm talking about. Like, why is it such a big deal when you getting M's? If you drop the belt and go fight for 135 belt again, Dodger, you could just tax that and get your money back. I don't see what the problem is.
first of all, it's not even that big of a deal. It's all a play to get the ring to be the main belt. Everybody
Right,
knows this.
right.
Everybody wants to act like we don't see it. It's the play. Everybody gonna say, "Oh, the ring belt's the only one that matters." But you can go fight 1 versus 4 in the rankings, and you got the ring belt now.
Oh,
You don't even gotta
Shakur
go
do got the
undisputed no
ring
more,
belt. Yeah, he do got the ring
huh?
belt at 140. I'm sorry, Dodger. Yeah.
Duh.
Damn, I'm tripping. Go ahead,
See,
Dodger. My fault.
see what I'm saying? If the
Mm.
WBO act, but they're not gonna act crazy with the WBO, because guess who their poster boy was? Terrence, and guess who they running to? Guess who his boy is? Shakur. It was
Facts.
all a play.
Damn.
Oh, the whole play. You think the whole time they didn't give a fuck about the WBC. The whole time they was gonna be on the
No,
same time and with the tweet and
they
everything.
was
Like
go.
this shit was all rehearsed.
They was always gonna do this. I don't understand why people mad. WCBC gave you 4 days because they could have stripped you when you walked in.
Also,
Because usually
Dodger,
didn't they
you
do that
said,
with Charlo?
yeah, they strip you the day.
Yep.
The minute you walk in the ring, they stripping you.
Shit, they stripped
So
Bud on the day he walked in with Canelo.
come on,
Absolutely.
man.
Absolutely.
I'm just,
What we
I know
talking about?
Dodger, I'm just confused on the part where it's like, well, now, if you got the WBO, Shakur, is you staying at 140 or what you doing?
Yeah, he's staying at 140.
Right.
The whole
So now,
plan.
oh, Dodger,
He
so
was
you
never
said,
going
hold on,
back to
hold on, hold on,
35,
hold on.
Dean. You knew that.
Hold on,
See,
then. So
me and
Dodger,
ownership.
you
No, I don't
saying,
even get along with Shep.
no, Dodger, so you saying Shakur knew this the whole time. He never planned on going back to 135. He just said that to sound good.
And just like the interview came
Uh,
out earlier today, where Shakur had a 5-fight deal with Matchroom.
right.
So it's
Like
like,
we told him, Dodrick, that he wasn't leaving Eddie, but go ahead, Dodrick.
these niggas playing this shit ahead, bro. They knew T.O. was the league.
Oh,
They knew,
shit.
and to be honest, he looked better at 40. So why would you go back? Those fights aren't as big.
I just don't understand why Dean be taking these niggas at their word like these niggas' mouths is prayer books.
Yeah, all right. Hey,
Hey,
Mr.
bro.
Shelton.
Hey.
I be trying.
Hey,
Mr.
this
Shelton, I grew up from a
Niggas be
different
lying. They
era.
don't give a fuck about how you feel about them, what you think. They don't give a fuck. They do what's best for them. And what's best for him is staying up at 40. Why the fuck would I cut weight to go back to 35? That doesn't make
I
no fucking
agree.
sense.
I agree, Mr. Shelton. So, Mr. Shelton, you
hey,
saying that
he
nigga
should
was
have been screaming
bullshitting
out that
from
he
day
should have been
one.
screaming out what he was screaming out
Hey,
though.
Dave,
He
hold
can
on.
do what he want. He's the motherfucker fighting, making the money. You the motherfucker that believed it.
Hold on, man. Hold on. So we
All
got
right,
we got
Mr.
some
Shelton,
con-
my
hold
bad,
on. Let's
man.
stop the presses real quick. We got some content from this cigar talk, man, interview, man, which I
Okay.
wanna play this shit for sure. Since we bringing up this conversation in general with
So,
the
Mr.
boys
Shelton, I'm an
Shakur
earth
Stevens.
man for believing these niggas. My
So
fault.
you
All
see
right.
how that works, right, D?
You see how that works, Dave? See, Dave. See, Dave. She's good. He wasn't trying to pay it back, and Zaya is a better fight than Boots because he's champion at 154.
We play this clip right here, man. This
Go
first one
ahead,
right
King.
here, man.
And hit him with like a nice combination. So yeah, I saw some of it. I didn't get to see the entire. And then it's vice versa. So now they like, oh, you fighting against a top level fighter.
Yeah.
Okay, I done been in there with Key. I done been in there with Bud.
Yeah.
I done been in there with guys to where like I know I'm good at the highest of levels in boxing.
How did that feel? Like, you and your brother, same card. I feel like I seen you post a picture the other day. Y'all really are kind of Goku and Vegeta, low key. Like, low key is really that. Like, how
Facts.
did it feel though? Like, me and my brother just on the same card at the Garden.
I think it was amazing. It's amazing even watching the transition of like seeing where like he was and like being a part of helping him get back to where he's at now is like I love it. Like I enjoy it. I ain't even gotta say too much about it, but it's like
Your fight, bro. Cool. I ain't gonna lie, you ain't think it was gonna be that easy. You ain't think that. No way you thought that. Come on, Core. No way you thought that. No way.
I'm gonna tell you now, bro. In my visions, I've been telling my coaches and everything, I'm like, yo, they hyping this fight up as 50-50, as it could be this. But this could be a very one-sided fight. When I sat there and I watched him with Lomachenko, I watched him with Josh Taylor. Good fighter. There's nothing wrong with his boxing ability. He's a great fighter. He's been doing this for years and years. People allow him to get away with mistakes that I just wasn't going to allow him to get away with.
What you mean? Could you break that down a little bit now that it's over? I mean, I know that, you could give up a little something.
I can.
I know you were saying at one point, you said that in the press conference that, he make a lot of mistakes and I'm going to capitalize off of it. What would you say was, I guess, one of the mistakes that you honed in on that you're like, all right, I can manage?
Okay, so he orthodox, right? The left side of his body is always open. He defends the right side well. But the left side, with his hand always being down, is like an easy opening to a target.
Who said that, yo?
So are you seeing that as you in there, or is this based on the looks that you watched in film, or like when you get in there, you're seeing
It's the
this?
looks I watched in film.
Okay.
What I seen on film was right there in front of me on Fight
Cam,
Night.
can you pause that, please?
I promise
Cam,
you.
please?
But cool, it wasn't supposed to be that far apart. Like, I had it, like I said, I'm a media pundit. I always give opinions. I try to be as unbiased as I can. I always thought it was going to be like, I thought it was a 70-30, maybe 65-35.
You're not unbiased,
I thought
though.
you had a clear path to victory, but he was going to present resistance, and this was the fight that,
But
as
how?
people, this is going to be the resistance.
How is he gonna present resistance if he can't hit me?
Because you don't
Well,
know
we thought
shit
he could
about
hit you.
And I
boxing.
can hit him.
I thought he could hit you. I thought
This is boxing.
Yeah. I thought he was going to be able to hit you, though. At least like a couple of rounds of danger, because he does he lunges in. Sometimes he'll catch people with the lunging left hook.
My feet is too good.
Yeah.
My feet is too good for any fighter to just be able to lunge in and not pay for what they're doing.
He ain't
T.O. looks like a horrible fighter.
But cool, this was supposed to, like I said, to me, you've had harder fights against guys that are lesser in the
But I
talent
told y'all
department.
that. I said Zepeda was going to be a harder fight than T.O.
That's what you think.
I literally said
You
that. I was
thought
like,
they was lesser.
Zepeda style. And I told T.O. this. I sat down with him. I'm like,
That nigga
bro,
had
like
y'all
Zepeda.
fooled.
He's like, what? Oh, don't compare me to no Zepeda. Like,
Yeah,
he
I
kind
remember
of
that.
took it
Yeah, he said
offended.
that, yeah.
But I was trying to tell him that the style Zepeda presented, to me, that was the style that's supposed to be able to. But if you're going to go out there and think, go out there and think with me.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's bad. That's
And-
bad.
Go ahead, Dave.
Hey, yo,
I had to
I
play the
gotta
rest of that
go.
clip for
Yo,
y'all to hear
Mr.
that.
Shelton,
Hear that all in
Thomas,
full right there, bro.
everybody, Dean got to go. I told y'all what Shakur said. They were talking about this was a 50-50 fight. I was trying to tell them it wasn't going to be a 50 fight. What did Shakur say? Dean, one of the best boxing minds on this motherfucking earth, nigga. I am one of the best boxing minds on this motherfucking earth. I told y'all right again. What Shakur say why he was able to whoop his ass? He said, because T.O. keep that lead hand down. And I watched film and I knew I'd be able to take advantage of that. Guess who else ain't think this was a 50-50 fight? Guess who else told the whole internet why T.O. had zero chance for one specific thing? Cam, can you tell everybody what Dean said why T.O. had zero chance of beating Shakur Stevenson? I just want to make sure I ain't no earthman.
Man, hey, he explained
Well,
it
hell, we all knew
everything.
that,
He
dog.
thought
Even
the fight
Sandor
was
Morton
sweet,
told us
bro.
that.
You heard what he said. He said he thought the fight was. He said it's easy right here. As soon as he got out in the first couple of rounds, he said, "Man, that's what he got." Like he said, he's seen and examined T.O. with recent fights that he had and everything, and knew that he had him.
Ask T. Hill what I told him Friday when he asked me who gonna win this fight. Ask Thomas Hill what I told him.
Oh, like I said, man, everybody who know boxing knew that wasn't going to be a fight, bro.
That nigga got
They only
two
hyping it
champions.
up because it goes at a certain faction, bro. And that's a real rap, dog. Everybody else saw, like I said, I saw Sandor Martin win 10 of 12 rounds. And that's being nice.
I told everybody, T.O. got 2 chances to win this fight. Slim and none.
Slim and none, Dad. You said that. I
He
never
was a
thought
heavy
T.O. was a
favorite the
threat to
whole
any of those
time, bro.
fighters, to tell you the
He
truth.
picked the man. Shakur picked that nigga, bro. He picked T.O., bro.
But see, here's the
He
thing,
picked
though.
that
Here's the
man.
thing. You gotta look at this, Cam. You gotta look at this. He beat Lomachenko, right? I ain't even gonna mention Josh Taylor, but he beat Lomachenko. And when he beat Lomachenko, that made all these fans think this dude was better than he really is. Because he beat a little guy who he was
I
bigger
agree.
than, stronger than, and faster than.
But Shelton, you gotta mention
Mr.
Josh
Shelton
Taylor
ain't said
because
one
Josh
motherfucking
Taylor made
word.
him believe he was greater than he really is.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like
Now he
Denny
started to
Green
believe it too.
said,
Yeah, he was never really that good. He been a basic fighter his whole career. He's never really been that good. You saw that in the Sandro Martin fight.
Mr.
You saw that
facts,
in the Jermaine Ortiz fight. You saw
facts,
that in the Steve Claggett fight. You saw that in the
facts.
Hold
other
on.
fight with the
Hey, Mr. Shelton, say it with me,
Ocampo guy.
Mr.
You saw
Shelton.
that the dude is average. You saw it
Mr.
when
Shelton,
Cambosis
say
whooped
it
his
with me.
ass. He's an
Mr.
average
Shelton,
dude.
say it with me. No nigga who face look like that after fighting Steve Claggett is going to be Shakur Stevenson, gang. It's just 1+1. No nigga
Dean, this is
who
the killer.
face.
This is the killer. He got his ass whooped by George Cambosis.
Bro, him losing to Cambosis is always the checker for me right there, bro. Because I
That,
feel like Cambosis is trash as fuck. So everybody
hey,
know how I feel about Cambosis, man.
hey, Cam, what day does trash get picked up on your block, dog? Just put
Tuesday,
Cambosis out there with it, dog. That's
man.
facts, dog. I hate to say that, bro, because you know it's not easy getting in that ring and getting prepared, going through a camp to get in a fight, and you got to be prepared for the opportunity. So shout out for Cambosis for being that, but I thought he lost every 50-50. I mean, every split decision he got before the TO fight, and I thought he has lost every single fight after that fight, and including the one in Australia with the other kid that nobody knows. That make you freaky has not won a fight to me for about like 8 or 9 fights, bro. And I'm gonna just keep it a beam. That being said, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Your boy Cambosis did beat him, but I don't think he did him as dirty as Shakur did him. Not by a long
No.
shot.
Let me play this clip right here, man, from Shakur right here, dog. This crazy right here too.
Matter of fact,
Like I said, paid him. Why?
I listened to his corner the entire night. I heard them.
What you mean from where you was at over there?
When I was not where I was at. When I'm in the ring, I can hear what they telling
Oh,
Tio.
okay.
The black guy.
Stacey McKinley. That was Tyson.
He
old
kept
coach.
screaming. Ask him when you talk to him. If you ever
Yeah,
talk
I'm
to him,
gonna
ask
interview
him.
him.
He kept screaming. He said, "Back him up! Back him up! You gotta back him up!"
Yeah.
When he kept saying it, I'm like, he not backing me up. I'm not
Right.
going nowhere.
Right.
I'm not backing up. What am I backing up?
As a runner, right? If people actually, I study this game, right? So if
How you feel? No disrespect to you.
but why you say that?
Because you're not really watching me. Like, it's no way you really just sit there and watch me and say, oh, this guy's a mover.
Yeah.
How? Like, where? Really sit down and pay attention to my fights.
Yeah.
Where am I moving to? I don't just move around the ring. Oh, Edwin De Los Santos.
That was the only
We're
one.
going to live off of that one fight.
Or the other one, they kind of give you movement on.
Nakathia.
Exactly. Those
I
are
would
only
tell
two.
you.
Those
I would
only
tell
two.
you.
Yeah, those only two that you could get that.
Every other fight, where am I a mover?
Yeah.
So, for me, it's like, I mean, I enjoy people thinking that. Go
What
ahead.
I'm saying is I don't want to just say moving because you're a mover, but moving in the sense that this guy was supposed to be a guy that presents speed and power.
He
and
do.
the only other guy that we seen was
He
De Los
do.
Santos. So that's why we like
He
maybe.
do.
Yeah. So how come you wasn't moving? You was just like.
With De Los Santos, I had one hand, bro. Like,
Yeah.
when am I go? Okay. That's like, okay. If you go to war, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got an army with 100 people,
Yeah.
and then you got an army with 50 people. The ones with 50 people got to play strategic
Yeah.
in that war, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they got less people.
You can't just go straight forward at 100. Yeah,
Come on.
Yeah.
So when I'm in there with De Los Santos, no disrespect, I'm a hell of a fighter. I told you I still seen the skill set of him.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not at 100%, bro. What am I? I'm gonna go in there, go to war with him. I got one hand, he got two. Let's go to war and stand right there in the middle of the ring and see who punch hard.
Man, what y'all think about that
Niggas
shit?
don't want to hear that.
Right
Niggas don't want to hear that. He was hurt in the De Los Santos fight. He was hurt in the Nakatila fight. But niggas don't want to hear that. Nah, he was just running. Hey, look,
He was hurt in it. First of all, if you look at him now, he was probably hurt in this fight too. Only thing is, T.O. fucking
Bosey
sucks,
said he
nigga.
was.
I'm
Bosey said he was.
trying to.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Hold on. I'll let you go. I'll let you go. I'll let you go. I'll let you go. OG, I'll let you go. OG, I'm not gonna do all this talking, bro. Let me go. I don't want to keep talking back and forth. We're gonna go one at a damn time. Like, look, the nigga. First of all, De Los Santos is better than fucking T.O. I don't give a damn what you say. I've seen the fight with De Los Santos. He's better than T.O. He's more athletic than T.O. and he hits way harder than T.O. So it's a difference. So first of all, it's a whole different. T.O. has the worst. He does not make adjustments. He lunges over all his punches. He does the stupidest shit I see. He thinks he's Muhammad Ali, but he's not. We all knew T.O. was fooled. Why has T.O. the whole time he's been up there? He's been up there the longest. It has not unified, not once. But nobody brings that shit up though, huh? We knew he was fooled. There's a reason they picked him and not go ahead and hey, we're gonna use our WBC status and we're gonna go up to fight the person in the WBC. So that would have been Puello Matias or Dalton Smith. Why didn't you pick them? Brother, stop. Why we keep acting like it ain't? These niggas don't pick. Come on, bro. I get tired of that shit, man. T.O. been fooled, nigga. He got until he get a better coach and it take a long time, he's gonna continue to be fooled.
T.O. is over. Just face the facts. That boy ain't got shit left.
We were playing right here. Here go Bosey right here talking about Shakur right
Tell him
here.
what he talking about. He wanted to fight Boots. Boots would have stopped him. Probably in his first or second round, probably would have stopped him.
Do you think Shakur could have gotten stoppage?
Oh yeah. Shakur, no, he could have got stoppage too, but Shakur hurt his left hand. His left hand was hurt. If you notice, he was using that jab a lot.
Yeah, jab and then the,
you know what I mean? And he threw the left hand every now and then. Because I was screaming out. Everybody said they heard me in Philly.
Yo, we can hear you on the TV.
Yeah, that's my young buck. You know what I mean? And I was telling him throw that straight left hand. Then I noticed when he did throw it, he wasn't throwing it real hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man.
It's over.
Hey Cam, what about that other one that I sent you through the what's in there? You go play that one too?
Nah, I ain't bring that one up right there. But that's crazy right there, bro. Because people was like, man, Shakur ain't say nothing about his hands, and Najee didn't even ask him about his hands, and during this whole entire interview with him. But that's crazy for Bosey to see that shit in 4K himself, though, right there, in particular, right there.
Yes,
Yeah, let me play this one right here, man. What this man was saying.
Made it easy, excellent night, use of the jab. We're gonna get into all of that too.
You should have stopped him.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Cool, I'm just trying to tell you.
I beat y'all to it, dog. Look. I love it though. I love it because at the end of the day, we should have stopped this hell of a fighter. Mm-hmm. Is he not a hell of a fighter no more? Or is he a bum now?
They saying that too. I think that's disrespect.
Or is he a bum?
Nah, you can't say that.
Now he's a bum.
People are saying that, but I don't think that's you can't say
crazy
that.
though.
Yeah,
but that's why they feel like I should have stopped him. Like just this bum ass fighter, get rid of him because you had him.
But I don't think it was that he was a bum. I don't think it was a bum, Cole. I think it was that you were so in control that once we got to the like 9th and 10th round, where it's like, all right, everyone could see you got him figured out. T.O. know you got him figured out. Everyone else. So I guess it was like, all right, is he gonna step on the gas to try to get him out?
But then it's a risk with that, right?
Yeah.
Is it not?
Oh, definitely. 100%.
So if you win in a fight and you blowing somebody out, right? 8-0, 9-0, and then you say, fuck it. I'm going to take the risk in this 10th, 11th round, and we're going to trade it out and duke it out.
Yeah.
And then during the risk, he crack you and catch you.
Yeah.
What
shit
type
on
of dumb shit have you just done during this fight to where you was winning the entire fight and now you hurt and this nigga done got you? Because he can crack.
Yeah.
I seen it. I felt it firsthand. He could crack.
So, but all right, but there's people that'll say, and you know who else said it today? I don't know if you saw Shannon Sharp. He said
he's
that.
sick.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp said that.
He's sick.
Unc said that. Unc said
he's sick.
He said, Shakur, we know he got skills. He did a great job. But he said, I don't know if I would pay because I want to see more offense. Or I'm trying to forget. I'm paraphrasing. I don't know how he said it. What did you think about that when he said that? Because like I said, that's the only critique that's out there now, and he's saying that. What do you think about that narrative?
Guys like him, man, I just try to ignore them because at the end of the day, I could really get on his ass with his business and talk about what he doing that's dumb as a motherfucker. It's a bunch of dumb shit Mr. Shannon Sharp is doing in the world. But at the end of the day, I'm going to play the high road because at the end of the day, you just too ignorant to understand what's going on. Just because I make shit easy, that's when it's boring. It becomes boring because I'm in there hitting the guy and the guy ain't getting nothing back.
Yeah.
And that's not entertaining. It's like, okay, you.
Hey,
I've been said that though.
Man, hold on, man, this crazy. Let me play this right here though for him after the fight though. What I played the other day, and I think y'all remember this right here.
Yo, I thought he was fast, he was slow. Man, should have stopped his ass, but he started fighting back. He started fighting. I said, oh, hey, you knocked him down. He started trying to knock me. He was trying to knock me out.
Y'all heard what he said right there in that clip right there. Said I should have stopped his ass, but he started fighting back, and then he was trying to knock me out right there in that clip. And then you heard what he said in the Najee clip right there, man. So go ahead, brother.
All right, I got everybody. I need y'all to go mute besides Cam because I can hear somebody background. I gotta say this, and I was gonna wait till my show to say it, but I'm gonna say it right here on CamJNetwork. Bosley said that Shakur was hurt. Shannon is not tripping because he don't want to see somebody that go 12 rounds every fight. And I know you're going to say he stopped Josh Bailey. Josh Bailey had 2 weeks. You better stop somebody who has 2 weeks. Y'all try to compare Keyshawn. Y'all try to compare Shakur to Floyd. I did some research yesterday. Floyd first 25 fights, his 25th fight was Diego Corrales. Shakur Stevenson has 25 fights. Floyd Mayweather's 25th fight was Diego Corrales. He stopped him, by the way. Floyd had more knockouts. Floyd had 17 knockouts, Cam, by his 25th fight. I counted it yesterday. He had 17 knockouts by his 25th fight. Okay? So when people try to act like they the same, they not the same. And in all y'all that talk about casuals, you need casuals to sell. I am going to say this again. It is not enough for you fake-ass hardcore fans in the world that actually support. You need casuals. That's how you do $1 million pay-per-views. You understand? You don't do $1 million pay-per-views and super $10, $20 million live gates without casuals. Gervonta Davis has more knockouts than Shakur and Devin. Gervonta Davis has 4 more knockouts, Cam, than Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson combined. I'm going to say that again for y'all. Gervonta Davis has 4 more knockouts than Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson combined. So the sweet science is cool. The sweet science don't sell tickets. The sweet science don't pack in arenas. The sweet science don't make people interested in you. And then when y'all try to compare him to Floyd, when Floyd earlier in his career, when he was on the up and coming like Shakur is right now, he was a knockout artist. He had 25 fights and 17 knockouts. It's not the same as having 25 fights and 11 knockouts. It's not the same. So I just want y'all to understand, when y'all shit on casuals, casuals is the same people that you want to buy tickets, that you want to buy pay-per-views, that you want to use to build your portfolio and make you a better fighter and make your name bigger and bigger and bigger. You need the casuals to do that. Because if it was only the hardcores, if y'all did so much, then you wouldn't need casuals. Then you could sell $1 million pay-per-views with just the hardcores, but you can't. So y'all got to stop this bullshit. People are allowed to like boxing for knockouts and entertainment. That is why the UFC is so popular. And I'm going to leave that there.
Man, couldn't agree with you even more, brother, for sure. And with that
True
being
that.
said, well, Mr.
True
Hacker,
that.
what you got for it? And don't be long with it, brother.
No, I'll be just as long as Dean, you know.
I'm
But salute
hosting
to
the
you.
show. I'm hosting the show, first of all. I'm hosting the show. That's the difference. But go
Hey,
ahead, Box
look,
Hacker.
check this out though. Check this out though, right? Well, I mean, Shakur's style is always going to be tailor made for like hardcore fans. You know, that's just what it is. So, like, if you ever play a game of chess, the lower level chess is always more exciting because like everybody's checkmating each other. But higher level, like, it's a little bit more slower because it was more technical. Shakur is a more technical fighter, you know, and I think that's good. Boxing's not all about popularity. At the end of the day, yes, Gervonta Tank Davis has more knockouts than Shakur, right? Shakur has more accolades, and so is Devin. You know, so like their careers are they're doing really good in their career, especially Shakur. You know, Shakur is probably top 3 pound for pound right now. So I mean, what's there? You know, as far as the whole De Los Santos comparison to Teofimo, no, I don't think De Los Santos is the same level as Teofimo. I think Shakur is actually hurt, and if you're hurt, you shouldn't take chances that you don't have to take. You know, I think he approached that fight the right way. If you only have one hand to fight, why are you going to take chances in losing? You know, and the same thing
But
with
my
Teal's
thing
fight.
is, he's hurting his hands throughout all of these fights, though, Hacker. So,
But
like,
his hand was
that's my
effed up that
thing.
fight.
Like
But
he said, he's
his
hurting.
hand was effed up that fight. It wasn't just
But
like
like
normally
literally,
hurt.
hold on. Let me ask everybody on the panel. With that being said, has after every fight that Shakur has had, probably his last 4 or 5 fights, has his hands been hurt? And somebody mentioned it, talking about his hands hurt every time.
Yep.
Cam, I know from people that's around Shakur personally, and I got this from people who are pro Shakur channels. Shakur Stevenson hands been hurt his last 10 fights.
Yeah, Shakur Stevens' hands are always he has bad hands. However, in the Del Santos fight, they were clearly messed up. They were messed up more than before. Yeah, like, it was like swollen.
No, that's true, Boston Hacker. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
So
And
that's
the
the only
let
thing
me
about
padding.
ask,
it.
hold on. Let me get it in. Let me get it in. Uh,
Well,
I think his hands are always going to be a problem, just like Floyd's. I think he just has brittle hands from punching wrong, probably not changing the wraps the right way and doing other things. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to wrap certain people got to wrap your hands a certain way, and I think he's always going to have brittle hands, and that's going to be a problem when you. I think he probably found a way to mitigate it because he did change his gloves. If nobody knows, he changed his gloves. He's wearing Grant gloves. So they are better for your hands. So I can still see him hurting his hands. But if I'm Shakur, I ain't telling nobody I hurt my hand. Y'all gonna have to prove that
no.
shit.
Yeah,
And
he's
they
gonna
say
tell you
he be
before the
using
fight.
old wraps. They say he be using old hand wraps during camp as well. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think what me-
Rewrapping his hand with older wraps.
I think what messed it up because I think he said that he used to train without wraps when he was younger, and he just messed his hands up over the years. So his hands are not gonna get like much better, you know. But I think the Del Santos fight it was just way more hurt than it was before. You know, and I think at the end of the day, Shakur is always going to fight smart. You know, he can hate his style, love his style, hate the fact he doesn't take chances, but he's not going to do something that's going to make him lose the
Boxing
fight.
Hacker, can I say this? Y'all
Yeah,
say that as if that hurts. The only person that hurts when y'all say that stuff, I hate that y'all say that. Well, people
what?
just stupid and they don't respect it. They don't have to. You
I
want
didn't say
hey,
what you're
can I
saying. I
finish
never said
speaking? Can
that.
I finish? I didn't say
No,
that you
I
said
didn't
that.
say that
I didn't
though.
say that you said that. I said that I get tired of when y'all be talking about, well, you either respect this style or don't. You need you're asking them to be interested in you, not vice versa. They got plenty of boxers they can watch. They got plenty of things to do. Shakur wants them. He wants them because he say that he's doubted. He's doubted because he don't feel as though he's the most popular fighter. He don't feel as though he get the just due that he deserves. You know why? He not talking about from the hardcores. The hardcore fans give Shakur Stevenson his just due. He's talking about from the casuals. If you want the casuals to give you your just due, you got to put on great performances and entertainment performances. Now, if you don't, that's cool, but that's on you. That's stopping your bag. That's hurting your marketability. That's your. I hate when boxers say it when you say it about Shannon Sharp, like, "Oh well, he's stupid for that." No, he's not stupid for that. Shakur Stevenson. You would want a Shannon Sharp to be talking about you and building you up, and guys like that coming to your fight. It's not hurting Shannon Sharp. He got the biggest podcast and got them on YouTube. But him and Joe Rogan, it's not hurting him. You want
but
the
here's the difference,
casuals to
though.
come to your fight. You want the casuals to invest in you. And for y'all to act like Shakur don't, well, that's not true because Shakur says he's a superstar in his own right. Superstar means casuals are interested in you. You cannot be a superstar without the casuals.
But here,
Superstar means, I'm not finished. Superstars means casuals are invested into you. So when the casuals are, that's what you want. You say you're a superstar in your own right. Not until the casuals respect what you're doing. No, you're not a superstar. That's just the truth.
but here's the difference, though, right? Nobody's saying that people can't choose who they want to be as fight fans. You can choose, you like whoever fighter you want. But there's a difference between a normal casual fight fan than somebody like a Showbiz, a Shannon Sharp, Cam and Mace talking. The difference is that they carry a huge following, so they have a lot of power when they speak. So,
Yeah, but
and
that's how
why
Shannon
that?
feels.
Hold
He
on,
got a right to
I'm
feel
not
that
finished
way.
now. I'm not finished yet. So what happens is, fighters want them to be fair because Shakur also made this comment to Showbiz, and Showbiz understood what he was saying at first. You have to. Shakur told Showbiz, "Hey, you have to be very careful what you say because you carry a large voice, and if you miscritique me, then thousands of people are going to hear your miscritique." The same thing with Shannon Sharp. It's not about him, just Shannon Sharp, not like one
Shannon
fighter or
Sharp
the
said he
other.
That
boring.
wasn't more a critique. That was more of
That's just
his
his
opinion about
opinion.
it.
Yeah, but hold on, guys, hold on. But
That's a
he's not. It's
difference.
not. So his stance as a public figure
He
is different
said
than
he
your stance
wouldn't.
as just a
No,
normal.
boxing hacker.
Hold
He
on,
said he
I'm not
wouldn't.
done
No,
yet.
he said
Hold
no
on, I'm
because
not
you're
done yet.
relying on. No,
His
I'm not
his
done.
his
I'm
stance as
hosting
a
the
public
show. No, I'm not.
figure
I'm hosting the
is.
show.
Hold on
I'm
one
not done
second. Hold
yet.
on.
No,
Let me
I'm
just
hosting
finish,
the show. I'm
bruh. Can
not done
somebody
yet.
finish
When
first?
you
Jesus
talking
Christ.
about when you are talking about that person's opinion, all Shannon said, he didn't try to down Shakur. All Shannon said was, I'm not willing to pay my money. He is
Yes.
allowed to feel. He's not harming Shakur by saying that. He's giving his opinion. And and the
Yeah.
same thing that you want me to let you do right now. You want me to let you give your opinion off. Then Shannon is allowed to say that. So you don't have to. He's not stupid for feeling like that.
Nobody says it's not about being stupid, but there's a difference between being a public figure. When you're a public figure, you have more responsibilities when you speak. It's just what
What
it is.
responsibility he
What
got
the
for
hell are
King
you talking
Shakur?
about?
Yes, as a public, because at the end of the day,
He
like
said he did a
you're
great job. What other
again.
responsibility do
Oh,
we have?
hold
If he
on,
think
hold
he's
on.
boring,
The
he think
same,
he's
the
boring.
feeling.
So what
I'm
you
just
saying?
giving
He
you,
shouldn't say he boring?
huh? The same thing that Shakur felt about Shannon Sharp, he felt about Showbiz, he felt about Cameron Mason. It's the same thing.
What are you saying, Boxer
Their
Hack? I'm
voices are big.
confused.
So like anything they say, it translates to
What did
the
he
fan
say?
base. So
Okay, so what he
so
say?
fighters want a fair shake. Just
He
say
gave him
the
a
person
fair shake.
won
He
and
said he
What
explain
the
did
how
a
hell are
great
you
the
job. He
fight
said
talking
he
ended
about?
think he
versus being
boring.
like, oh, he's sort of boring. Because you say he's sort of boring, it's not just you, it's
That's
you and
his
thousands of people
opinion. Boxing Hack,
now
that's the
hearing you.
Shannon
And they're gonna
Sharp
be like,
show.
why watch Shakur? He's boring. Shannon Sharp said he's boring. Like
That's how he
that
feels.
that's
He's
how
not
it
allowed to feel
translates.
that way. That's why I cut you off. Because
And
you
and
said it
that's
to
what I'm
him.
saying.
You
It's
trying
a
to knock the
difference
man for
that
his opinion. He allowed
yeah,
to have
and
that
that's
opinion and say that
again,
on his platform. How you gonna
again,
tell a man he can't give his opinion on his platform?
but you have to understand how the boxers feel about it too. I'm telling
He
you,
don't
from a
care how
boxer,
the boxers feel
if you're a
about it. He didn't
fighter,
try to do that.
if you're a fighter, you're gonna feel a certain type of way versus just a casual. Just like you, if you say maybe he doesn't worry about that, but if somebody big says it's a different thing.
Hold on,
It's a
Hacker. Let me
different
stop you
intensity.
here. Hold on, Hacker.
Fuck
Let
is
me
he
stop you here.
talking about? Go ahead,
Hold
King.
on,
You don't know
hold
what
on,
the
Hacker.
fuck
Let me
you're
stop you
talking
here.
about.
This the thing, though, bro. Just
Yeah,
I even said this the other day on my recap show with Shakur. With Shakur, the fans Saturday wanted to see him stop this from him. He had the opportunity. You heard him
right.
in the clip that he said that I should have stopped him, but he started to fight me, and I was worried about him knocking me out. Okay,
Right.
that's understandable though. But at the same time, if he want to bring his shit up to another level and really become up in the superstardom in that moment, he had hella opportunities. T.O. didn't have nothing for him. He already done said it in the whole interview on Cigar Talk that T.O. had absolutely nothing for him. So with
Right.
that being said, he should have closed the fucking show. Finish the fucking job. Finish
E-
the fucking job. Because it was there for
e-
him to finish,
Hacker,
and he didn't want to do so.
Hacker,
Yeah,
didn't one
but
time you tell me
Everything
scared
looks
money
easier
don't
when
make
you're
no
watching
money?
it from the sidelines, though. Remember that, Cam. Everything always looks easier when you're watching it from the sidelines. Shakur knew a fighter knows. A fighter feels like a guy's still dangerous and he's
How
already
you
winning
score the
clearly.
fight? How you score the fight, Tiger?
It was 11-1. 11-1. Shakur took off a
Look,
round. I gave him
okay,
that round.
he
However,
had
a
nothing
fighter
for him. He
knows
was
within
dominating
himself
the fight.
what. Yeah, but it doesn't mean Tio wasn't still dangerous. You can be dominating, but your opponent still be dangerous every single round.
What that
You
got
can
to
be
do
winning every
about
single round
Shannon
to
Sharp
12,
opinion?
and the fight you fight can still be dangerous. There've been fights where a person loses the last
Boxer
round,
Hacker, can
has
you
to win
make
all
your
the
point?
rounds.
What point are you making? What does that
So
got to do with Shannon
Shakur
Sharp
felt within
opinion?
himself that he didn't want to take a risk of Tio coming back, and he said, "Okay, I'm
Okay,
ready to
now
win it
Boxer
easily."
Hacker, when you don't want to take a risk, you don't get to dictate if people like that or not.
It's not about dictating what people like. All I'm saying, there's a different
That's what you're trying
responsibility
to
for.
do. You try, no, he don't.
No,
No,
there's
you're
a
trying to
different
do. Can I
responsibility.
finish talking? You're trying to tell that man he owes Shakur a responsibility to say what? Not his opinion on his platform. He didn't like it. He thought he could have stopped him. He liked to see knockouts. I think Shakur could have stopped him. Shakur said personally he didn't want to take the risk. When you don't want to take the risk, you don't get the reward. Shannon Sharp don't owe Shakur Stevenson nothing. Shannon Sharp don't owe that
Absolutely.
nigga nothing.
It's not about.
damn right.
I'm not saying that they can, but here's the difference, right? You look at like Bernard
Can I
Hopkins and
finish
Floyd,
speaking?
right?
Shannon Sharp said that he did a great job. He had a great performance, but I wouldn't pay to spend my money to watch him fight. That's all
Yeah,
Shannon said. Shakur Stevenson has 25 fights, 11 knockouts. He could have had more knockouts. That is on him. Abdullah Mason got more knockouts than Shakur Stevenson right now.
yeah,
Ed Austin got more knockouts than Shakur Stevenson. That is on
and
him. Stop making excuses for why he had 12 rounds. He could have made himself. It is Shakur's responsibility to make himself more exciting to the casuals, not the casuals'
yeah.
responsibility to like the sweet science.
All I'm saying, okay, I'll put it like this, right? If you remember Floyd Mayweather and Bernard Hopkins, they both
Oh,
were
here we
criticized
go.
heavily about their styles, right? Floyd Mayweather was criticized
Floyd
heavily,
Mayweather was
but
criticized about his style after he was already a superstar. He had 25
before,
fights. He had 17 knockouts by the time he was where Shakur is at.
again, when Floyd was okay, after the De La Hoya
Floyd's
fight, he was
25th
criticized.
fight,
Yes,
Floyd
okay.
25th fight boxing hacker was Diego Corrales, and he stopped him. And he had to
Yeah,
stoppage the fight before.
after that, yeah, he was criticized heavily though. Afterwards, he was criticized heavily. So what I'm saying is that he was criticized by thousands of fight fans, right? But he only made mention of like the ones who were public figures. You know why?
Criticized
Because
by
their
who?
voices, huh?
Which fight
Like the
fans?
reporters, the reporters and stuff. He was talking about, okay, this reporter said this, or just announcers saying this because their voices carry different. And so
Hacker, or you
fighters feel a
mentioned
certain type of
yourself.
way. And so
You
Bernard
mentioned
Hopkins, same
yourself.
thing. Fighters, no, it's well known. Fighters
Well known
feel
where?
if your voice is
You making
big.
this shit up.
And here's the thing: if your voice is big, I'm gonna feel. If I'm a fighter, I'm gonna feel a type of way. If you
Boxing hacker, I
criticize
don't want
me,
to hear that because y'all tell Gervonta Davis he be in his feelings, and all of these people talk about him. And
what you
he
want to
feels
take?
some type of
That's
way.
what I
And
was
he
about to
feels some
say.
type
We
of
What
way.
got to
you?
have that
Oh,
same
Talk,
energy.
y'all
Thomas.
say tank.
Thomas.
What that got to do?
No,
What
no,
that got to
no,
do
no.
with
But no,
tank?
no, no, no. Not about Tank, but in general. If you're gonna have that
Tank.
same opinion, then all these public figures
Oh,
that's behind
hold
mics
on.
on
Let me
television
play this
that be
clip right here
slandering all these other
from
fighters, they gotta
the
have the same
Bernard
energy,
interview
right?
right here, and let me get
Now
y'all
you want to
opinion on
cry
this
for
one right
Shakur.
here.
They don't cry for Tank.
Facts. Well, I'm just saying is I guess Bud started to get more at the latter end, but I'm like, you still at 35 too. Well, or you still have a title at 35.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you go back to 35 and take on, Moritai just beat Andy Cruz? You know what I'm saying? Do you take on one of those?
If it's a lucrative fight, I
Yeah.
would love the Muay fight because I would beat him so easy.
Easy?
Oh my, easy.
Cool. You see what he did to Andy Cruz though. I know you watched that fight. I know you seen that fight.
Can I be honest with you?
Come on, because Andy Cruz nice. We both
Andy
agree.
Cruz is
Andy
nice.
Cruz is
He's
nice.
the truth.
And he lost him over time.
He don't have the experience.
Yeah, on the pro level. Yeah. Okay.
Like he's a great amateur, but like that's a 12-round fight. He went against a great pro. I think what's the guy named Mortai? He's a good fighter.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's a bad fighter, but he used size and all he did was really control the center of the ring. If we being honest.
The Mortai did.
Yeah, that's all he really did.
He worked the body too, them good body shots.
But like that was a close fight.
It was a close fight. Very close fight.
Exactly.
Very close fight.
But Andy is really an amateur still.
Mm.
Hell of a fighter, but he's not a 12-round fighter.
Yeah.
Like that was like different for him. Being in that situation against a guy that's bigger than him. We go to Muay Thai, it's like how lucrative is the fight.
That makes sense. I mean, a lucrative fight. You and Conor Benn, you called him out straight off the rip. Conor Benn, what's up, boy?
But then I hear he started talking about he don't want to do the rehydration clause. But how you don't want to do the rehydration clause when you just got in the ring with Chris Eubank and he was half dead in the ring?
Yeah, definitely the second one. The first one I felt like, I don't know.
Bro, he was half
the first
dead,
one felt
bro.
a little like, you know what I'm saying?
If the man half dead in there and Conor Benn is taking advantage of the guy,
Yeah.
what is the problem with jumping in the ring with me the same way?
But would you, all right, if it's no rehydration, no fight?
No. What am I fighting him for? Why am I going to? I'm not a 147 pounder. I don't plan on going to 147.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like everybody want to keep making this.
Yeah,
like,
that's
this
what we do.
147 thing.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, oh, he's better than everybody at 135, 140. Sure. Nobody could beat him. So now we gotta test him out at 147.
That's how.
Because he that good.
Yeah. But you know that though. That's the.
But tell me I'm that good then. Tell me I'm that good then.
Yeah.
If that's how y'all feel,
Yeah.
Tell me. I want to hear it.
Yeah, I like that. I will say yes, you are that good. And when people are that good, we want to see a resistance.
When they wanted him to move up.
Hell
Was
no.
niggas telling Tank, what Showbiz was saying that Tank need to go to 147 and fight Jerron Ennis. So then if that's the case, don't none of y'all ask Gervonta Davis, because Gervonta Davis already fought at 4 divisions. Gervonta Davis already did what niggas is just doing. Y'all wasn't telling Gervonta Davis that shit.
But Gervonta did fight lineal champion for 140, so
I'm not done talking. All I know is
different levels, bro.
All I know is that it's okay for people to talk about they don't want to move up. But when Gervonta, the face of boxing, said he didn't want to move up, it's a problem. No, he still need to go give these niggas offers. That's what y'all was saying. Don't backtrack now. Don't agree with Shakur now. See, that be my problem with y'all niggas. Now you want to agree with Shakur. We were talking about rehydration clauses. Shakur was on Say Cheese saying he think it's bullshit. Now he agree with Gervonta. Now the belts don't mean nothing. What he post today? Fuck them belts. Now the belts don't mean nothing. Gervonta Ben said that. Y'all never keep the same energy. Every situation, niggas has been in the same exact situation. Gervonta has already fought at 4-weight divisions and went back down and said, I'm not a true 140 pounder. Ain't that what Gervonta said? Then Gervonta said, I'm going back down to 135 because I am not a true 140 pounder. And all of you niggas, including Boxing Hacker, who about the Johnson ride, was telling this nigga he need to move up and go fight them niggas when we was telling Devin and them need to come down and fight him. Go ahead, kid. Little cat.
Who told him that shit? Nobody ever told me that shit, man. Why do you fight Barrios for?
You said that shit before, Hacker. No,
Cap, I didn't even know you back then. Cap like hell.
This is my
Who the
question
hell
right here.
I didn't even know who Barrios was, bro.
Hold on, bro. Hold on,
Who the hell was Barrios?
Hold on, Hacker. This is my question. Just like my man J-Man presented right there. Who the fuck is telling him to fight at 147? Who's asking him to fight Conor Benn? Nobody's calling for that fight.
Yeah, I mean,
why is he calling for this fight that nobody's really calling for?
Yeah, I think the more Tyler fight
we know
makes more sense.
We know the outcome of that fight. So what's the point of him fighting Conor Benn? It ain't even no title on the line.
Yeah, more Tyler makes more. Conor Benn brings a lot of money in the UK. You know, pounds is worth more than dollars.
He said it's a lucrative, it's straight nothing but a money grab fight.
Yeah, it's a money grab.
Conor Benn.
Hell yeah. Conor Benn just fought his rival, so yeah, it's a big money grab.
Devin and Boots is a big fight for Devin right now too.
Boots, who is Boots, bro? What are you talking
about? Bigger fight than Lewis Crocker. That's a
Cap,
better fight than
no.
Rolly
Xander
Romero.
Zayas is a better fight for Devin because
So
Xander
now he can fight. But
is the number
Boxer,
one
wasn't you
champion
just
in the
arguing
division.
with me that he said that he turned down Boots because he never fought at 147? You told me, Dean, why would he go up and fight Boots and he never even fought at
When
147?
Devin challenged Boots was the 147 champion. Don't forget
This
that.
nigga's a cap
He
artist, dog.
was a
So
147 champion.
you telling me
He's telling Devin to fight with
Zayas is
152.
more popular than Boots? How long
Why
ago
is
these
a
finished?
147 number one 147 champion
Hey, Boxer
telling
Hacker,
Devin to fight at 152?
you telling me that
What are we talking about? Stop the
Xander
cap, bro.
Because
Zayas
he's moving up.
is
Because
a
he's
bigger
already moving
co-main?
up, but
Then
now
why
you
do you
want to
have the
fight.
title? Why do you have the title? And why you
Because
still
he
in the
hasn't dropped
division?
him yet. He hadn't dropped him.
Okay,
That's why.
then
You
I
should
have every
want
right to
to. If I
challenge you as
drop
a
him, if you
champion.
still want to, but you keep saying the best versus. Hold on. You
Y'all
keep
just
saying the
want to
best
front.
versus the best.
Y'all want to
Nah,
front because
bitch.
y'all know
Nah,
that
you keep saying you don't keep
that
the
man
same
moved up to
energy,
fight a
bro.
guy named
Y'all keep
Limo
saying
Driver,
y'all
bro.
want the
Cut the
best
cap.
versus the best. No,
Nice.
no. You
Yo,
keep saying
Devin got
y'all
to
want the
fight.
best
Wants to fight
versus. Yo,
Xander.
let me go.
Booth wants to
Let
fight
me
Limo
shut
Driver.
up, bro. Shut
Stop it.
up, bro. Shut up, bro. Y'all keep saying y'all want the best versus the best. Now Devin can fight Boost. The best versus the best. Okay, they know he can't make 47 that much. He wants to fight you at 52. He's giving you some weight. Okay, boom. We meet at 52. The best versus the best. Wouldn't it
Cam,
be the best fight in boxing? Correct? Would it not?
Cam, do you hear this guy?
But it's a
Boots
problem
is a
though. But it's a
147
problem because you
champion.
niggas don't want
He
to do
wants
it.
me to.
You niggas
I'm
soft,
Devin,
bro.
right?
Box
I can't
Hacker.
fight for the titles. I should
Box
fight you at
Hacker, are you trying
152
to
where
tell Dean?
the
Are you
title will
trying
be
to
on the
tell
line.
Dean that
What are
who
you
lives
talking
on
about?
Box Hacker? Are you trying to tell Dean who lives on the East Coast that Xander Zayas is a bigger fighter than Jerron Ennis?
He has more
Cam,
accolades than Jerron Hayes at
if he
154.
lied, kick
He's
his
the number
ass
one
off.
champion at
If he lied,
154.
kick
So
his
yeah,
ass off.
no, he's a
So Jerron
154
Ennis,
champion.
so Devin
He
Haney
does more
versus.
for
So
Devin's career
can you
than
answer my
Boots
question?
does.
We ain't
He
talking
does
about that. No,
he
that's not
does more
true.
than
That's
Devin.
not true. He don't get more credit for beating Xander Zayas than he
Are you
would Boots. No,
kidding?
he don't. Ask
Wait, 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 wait,
anybody.
wait, wait, wait,
Hey,
wait, 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 wait,
hold
wait,
on,
wait,
pause.
wait,
Hey,
wait, wait,
Cam,
wait,
well,
wait.
ask CamJ.
That
Ask
will make
CamJ. Then
him
ask David. Then
four
ask
division
Stevenson.
champion,
Then ask
number one
Dom.
champion
And then ask
147,
Thomas
and
Lee.
number one champion
Hey,
154. Are
listen.
you kidding?
Hey, y'all.
Are you
Everybody in the
kidding?
chat, I'm gonna ask all the panelists. Who do Devin get more credit for beating? Xander Zayas or
Y'all just
Jerron
talking about like
Ennis?
street cred. No, I'm talking about belts, bro.
Why you want
What are you
Shakur to
talking
fight
about?
Javante? Why
What
you
are you
want Shakur
talking
to fight
about?
Javante? Because he don't get nothing for fighting Javante. Who Devin get more credit for beating
We're
Javante or
not talking
Xander
about
Zayas?
Javon. Why you keep talking about
I'm
Tank,
asking you.
bro? We're talking
No,
about
I'm asking you. No, I'm
154.
asking you. Who do
Why?
Devin get
Why
more
you keep
credit
talking
for
about
beating?
Tank?
Who do Devin get more
Wait,
credit for
wait, wait,
beating
wait, wait, wait. When
Javante?
Boots was
Can you answer my
champion,
question? Can you answer my
why
question?
are we talking about
Can you answer
Tank?
my question?
Yo, what's good, y'all?
Can you
It's
answer
Tank,
my
Tank,
question?
Tank, bro. You know how it is. Tank,
Who
Tank,
do
Tank,
You're a
Devin
Tank,
get
Tank.
more
liar.
credit? Who do Devin get more credit for beating? Javante or Xander Zayas?
Yo, for his career,
What's the
Xander
bigger
Zayas is a
fight?
bigger fight. Tank ain't got no titles neither. Are y'all kidding? You can say it's more lucrative, but Tank ain't got no. What do these people do for his career?
Hey
Wait,
yo,
wait.
Al
I'll prove it.
Zayas
I'll
is a
prove it.
bigger fight than
Hold on
Javante.
one second. I'll prove it to you. I'll prove it to you right now. Yo, check this out. If Devin beats Xander Zayas, he's top. He's probably over
Yo,
Shakur pound
Cam,
for pound. He's
Cam,
probably
I
over
love you,
Shakur pound
brother,
for
Cam.
pound. Shakur is
Cam, I
number
love
3
you
pound
to
for
death,
pound,
Hold
brother.
on,
right?
hacker. People, a lot of people don't even. So,
Yo,
bro, I
no,
did a whole
no.
poll, hacker. I did a whole poll on my channel, bro, about a couple weeks ago, asking who was more popular. You remember I had that show when we was asking
It's
who
not just
more
about
popular between
popularity,
Shakur
bro.
and Boots Ennis, and
Y'all live off the
everybody said
popularity
Boots was
stuff.
in it, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, y'all live
Bro,
off
Hey,
the
Boxer
popularity
Hacker.
stuff.
Hey, Boxer Hacker,
From his
watch this,
career
Cam, before I
standpoint,
go. Boxer Hacker. Who was
Xander
number one on
Zayas is
Devin
a
Haney
much
list? Hey,
much more
Boxer Hacker,
important
who was
fight
number
than
one
Boots
on Devin
Ennis
Haney list?
that just
Hey,
fought
Boxer Hacker.
Limo.
Boxer Hacker, who was number one on Devin Haney list? Who was number one on Devin Haney list that he recently
Yo,
fought? Who was
Xander wasn't even on his list, but Xander got 2
Boxer Hacker,
belts.
who was number one? Boxer Hacker, who
Yo,
was
it
number one
doesn't
on Devin
matter.
Haney list? Who
Don't,
was
don't
number one
matter.
on
It don't
Devin Haney
matter.
list?
Xander Zayas is a bigger fight
Hey,
for
Dave,
Devin.
ask
yeah.
him
And
questions.
all y'all
Ask
do
Hold
is
on.
living off this popularity of Boots. And Boots Bruce is only really popular in Philly.
Let
For
me
real,
play.
for real. Let's
Let
be
me play
real.
this real quick. Hold on. Let me play this. But let's finish up on Shakur real
Yeah,
quick, bro.
yeah.
Come on. I'm big. Yeah.
So who's on your list then? Who's on your list? Like, all right, you want to make the money. You at the point now, you're the guy, the marquee fights. You can dictate things now. It's not like only before. Like 2 years ago, it was like, Shakur, we got to see. Now you in a power position now. So if you got to make the decision, like, all right, these guys is on my list now.
I mean, like I said, it's about who the most lucrative. And the guys that's the lucrative fights is the guys that I'm going to fight. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I see Pitbull. Pitbull is a guy that's a name
I like
in the
that.
sport.
Yeah, I like that.
And honestly, it's a lot of casual fans that love Pitbull.
Yeah.
So most of his fan base is the guys that's like casuals and believe that
And a lot of Mexicans.
they believe that a guy like Pitbull would be the style to do something with me, but easy work.
Easy work. That's a good fight. I like the Pitbull. All right, what about Ryan Garcia?
I would love it.
Would you fight him at full? Because I think he's at 47 now.
Exactly. Now, I'm going to tell you again, and I told all of these guys, if y'all want me to come to 147, I'm coming in with rehydration clause. I don't even do that.
Yeah.
But why am I going up to these guys' weight classes if I'm not planning on going there? So any of y'all want to fight me at 147?
Yeah, rehydration.
10 pounds.
10-pound
That
rehydration.
mean-
Like the IBF rule, basically.
You got to understand, that means on fight night, when we get in the ring, they're going to be 157, maybe 158.
Max.
No bigger than 160 that night.
Right.
I'm cool with that.
So if we could get it like, all right, like the IBF
But-
rule, 10-pound rehydration.
Yes, but think about it. If there's no rehydration clause, these guys going to get it up to 170 pounds.
Yeah, 175.
I'm in the 140s on fight night.
Yeah.
So if I'm 140, they 170. Bro, I'm not. What am I in here wrestling around with these?
Right.
Come on, bro.
How did you feel at 140 though? Like compared to 35, did you feel?
But let some people tell you, they'll tell you that Shakur's as big as Crawford. You know, I'm just saying.
Hey, this is my question right here, Hacker. You remember the other day? You remember the other day? You said you would take Devin taking a rehydration clause to fight Shakur. That still stand with you today?
No. I don't think they should fight because Devin's not gonna take a rehydration clause, and Shakur's not that big either. So like, I just think
But you did say that he should take it.
No, I never said that. I never said that. I never said that.
Okay, you want me to pull that clip up?
You
This
could.
nigga a liar.
You
man.
could.
I'm
You can pull it up if you want. I never said that.
All right, I'm about to get it.
Yeah, while you get it, I want to say this, man. Let me say this. I gotta pull off at least two.
Man, what y'all got?
Let me say this.
I don't see it. I don't think they should fight. I always said Shakur is the most dangerous fighter for Devin. I think as far as skill for skill, I think Shakur is probably more dangerous than like a Boots for Devin.
Oh man, keep this nigga off the battle, dog. You definitely
y'all just look at things.
You definitely don't feel that, bro. Come on, bro.
Devin Haney right here just now. He said
skill for skill.
He said he calling for Shakur right now. Why is he all over the place?
I mean, if he takes the fight, he takes the fight. But I don't like the rehydration clause for Devin though.
Can I say this one thing, Cam?
That make me don't want to see the fight either with that rehydration clause.
Remember you said on the prediction show.
I think Devin doesn't. I think Devin should hydrate properly. I don't think he should take a rehydration clause. That's what I think. If they decide to do it and Devin decide to do a rehydration, that's up to that brother. But I personally don't want to see, because somebody's going to be at a disadvantage. Either Shakur's going to be at a disadvantage or Devin's going to be at a disadvantage. They're just too different in weight. And those two guys are too skilled. You want to see them both at their best. You know? I do stand on what I'm saying. Shakur, as far as every threat for Devin, whether 147, 140, 135, 154, the most dangerous fight for Devin is always going to be Shakur. They both know each other very well since the amateurs, and they're both high-level boxers.
You said 154 too? Let me get Flyer in here.
Yes.
Flyer, what you think, brother?
Yeah, I think Boxing Hacker bugging with that. What he talking about?
Can y'all hear Flyer? I can't hear him.
Y'all can't hear me? Can y'all hear me? Yo.
Yeah, we can hear you. I can hear you.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't hear him. I got to go in and go out.
I was saying, I'll wait for him to come back, I guess.
You sound bugging, huh, Flower? I ain't bugging, bro.
I think you bugging about. I think you bugging about. I think you bugging about saying that Shakur is the hardest competition for Devin.
Yes.
You know, if you're going to include 154.
Yes. All 154 is the bigger weights, bro.
Not if you include 154.
Skill for skill. Who's more skilled than Shakur?
Yeah, man. I know you disagree, but I know you disagree. I know you disagree, but I know early on that
Yeah.
Shakur, and still now Shakur spends some time down there in Boozy Gym, bro. So some
He
of
goes to
that
Bowling Gym all
inside
the time,
fighting that I
bro.
see, some of the things
Shakur
I
goes to
see
every
him
gym
do
in America,
inside
bro.
fight. Listen, some of those things I see him do on the inside when he fighting, I know that came out of Philly, man.
Man,
That
Philly
came
ain't
out
doing
of
nothing
Philly
to
gym,
him. DC
Gym
is
to
more
be
popping than Philly,
specific,
bro.
man. So
If
I
you don't
know
get off the gas
Shakur. I
fire,
know Shakur. He absorbed from Bud and Boots. You know,
Bro, no. Shakur learns from everybody if that's the case. Shakur goes to every gym. Ain't nothing special about Boost's
Let
gym,
me
bro.
get
Like
my boy Blaze in here real
Shakur's been in
quick.
Sugar and
Blaze,
Leonard gym.
hold
He's been
on,
to
okay, if
hold
that's
on,
Headbangers. He's
Hackett.
been
Let
to
me
all
get
these
Blaze in
gyms
here
down
real
here
quick.
too.
Shakur don't
And
think that. Shakur don't believe what you believe though.
like Shakur said that he worships Bozy's gym or something. Stop it, man.
I ain't say he
All right,
worship it, but
hey,
he know they the truth in there though.
man,
He
take
says
it
hey,
out.
everybody's the
Take it
truth, man.
out.
hey, y'all
Hey
mute real
man, I
quick
played you the
so
clip.
I can talk.
Go ahead, y'all.
Can
You
y'all
do
No,
your
hear
but
me?
thing, Blaze.
what I was saying that I think that I don't really want to see that fight between Shakur and Devin if Shakur is going to need a rehydration clause, and Shakur don't really want to fight Devin. He just was trying to, that was specifically for Conor Benn. You know, that came from a back and forth between Shakur and Conor Benn on Twitter when or X they call it, when Conor Benn first beat Chris Eubanks Jr. You know, Shakur was calling them out on it. They had a back and forth, and Shakur, that's where the whole idea of Shakur fighting them came from. You know, Shakur said, I'll fight you and at 147 and you take that rehydration clause. And you know, that's where it came, that's where it originated, you know, and that's why he was talking about it. He ain't talking about nobody else at 147. Initially, he said he'd never fight Devin Haney at 147. But since he talked about Conor Benn and people was mentioning Devin, then he said, if he gonna take that same rehydration clause, and it seemed like that's the ongoing trend when people ask him about people at 147, like Ryan. He said the same thing about Ryan. So, you know, he ain't really trying to fight nobody at 147 or campaign up there or nothing. That was just a one-off for Conor Benn, man. And I think that's what a lot of people don't understand.
He would definitely
And
fight
as
Devin too, though. Let's not like
last thing I'm gonna land on this though. Yeah, at 154, I think that's a good idea. You know, for if he is gonna go to 154 to fight Xander Zayas, because he do have 2 belts, and that's a chance for you to become a 4 division champion and be unified there too. You know, but I admit Boots would be the harder fight, man. Boots definitely would be a harder fight than Xander Zayas.
I mean, Boots beat the undisputed unknown champion or unknown fighter in Limo,
Hold
right?
on, Hacker. Let me get Blaze in here, man. Let me
Go
get
ahead,
Blaze
man.
and Blue in here. Hold on. Go ahead, Blue. Go ahead, Blaze.
Yeah, real quick. First and foremost, like Shakur talking about a rehydration clause on Devin Haney, who's reigning WBO champion at 154, is preposterous. That's why I don't support anything that be coming out his mouth. I like him what he do in the ring, but he don't gotta talk like this. That's not the fight. That fight's not happening. Now, if we look at the fights that's happening, we looking like this Keyshawn and Devin, it looks like it's on a collision course. Now, what I'm seeing with these scenarios, though, honestly, in my opinion, like I said, we seen Shakur just lose the belt at 135. He should unify. I would want, this is what I want. It may not be the best money fight for everybody. I would want him to unify with any of those guys with titles at 140 or fight Tito Mercado. And then for Devin, if Devin takes the 154 route, yeah, he go get his tune up with Xander. He's afforded that because Boots got a tune up when he went to 154, and then he fight Boots. Because at the end of the day, though, the 2 biggest fights is Devin versus Boots or Devin versus Shakur. But you know, it's not looking like neither one of them is happening in the near future. So I'll land my plane right there.
Xander
Yeah,
Zayas ain't no darn tune-up, man.
yeah, that's no tune-up,
Y'all
I
brother.
know.
bugging.
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
know. I know. I'm joking. He's unified champion at 154. He should be Ring
Yeah,
Magazine #1 at 154. He's 23
yeah.
years old. He's doing his thing. He should be talking about fighting Boots. I don't understand what the issue is, what the problem, what's the
Boots
holdup.
doesn't have nothing at 154. What does Boots have at
But he's
154?
at 154. He's
But
the biggest
what does that
name,
mean?
arguably, at 154.
Xander Zayas is
Hacker,
a dangerous
hacker,
fight
Titles
for
are
Devin.
tangible, bro.
hacker. I'm not arguing with you, hacker.
Look at y'all gas
I don't,
T-
design Xander
I
fight.
don't,
It is
Titles are
dangerous,
I
though.
don't, I
tangible.
don't. Boots would be the
Xander
favorite.
is Xander is
Boots would be the favorite,
Xander is
Hacker.
unified for a reason, man. He ain't no slouch.
Honestly
Stop. I
speaking,
don't
Bush
even
should
want to
went after
give him.
Xander
I
instead
don't
of
even know why he pushing
Ortiz.
for that.
The first, okay, so it just
Go ahead,
came out
Blue.
on X. What's up, everybody in the chat? What's up, everybody on the panel? Hope
What's up, Blue?
everybody's having
Blue,
a good
salute,
day.
bro.
Yeah, I'm hoping everybody has a good day. You know what I'm saying? And man, I just heard that boo boo coming out of Flyers' mouth talking about Shakur don't want to fight no Devin, but that ain't true. Man, I can see. You know what? I would believe you. I would believe you, Flyer, if you was a part of the team, but you're nowhere near a part of the team. You're not a part of the team at all. So you know what I mean. That's why I can't sit there and say that when you're making your prediction about giving your opinion about how Shakur feels. I just have to reject it, man, in a respectful way. In a respectful way. But anyways, so on X right now, on X, Devin Haney just came out and said that he wants to fight Shakur, but he wants to take out I think Little Bro and then Big Bro. So he said he wants to get with Keyshawn first, I believe, and then Shakur.
Shout out to CamJNetwork. He reported it. You a little late, Blue. He been broke that. But
Oh,
that's
okay.
what
Well,
it
my
is.
bad, my bad, my bad.
You
You
good,
know,
you good though. We up to speed.
but
Yeah, we
yeah.
get it.
Well, but yeah, you know, it's just I don't know, man. I want to see these fights. I believe right now if Xander, he's a good fighter to me, but I don't know, man. I think what Shakur should do is go for undisputed at 140 now, especially since he got stripped. Go for undisputed. Just take all the
But
belts.
He's
why would you?
not.
Hey,
That's
I
Why,
over
agree
for
with
yes.
that a
WBC,
hundred
bro.
Why would?
That's
percent.
Why
over.
we go
It's
for
I agree
over.
undisputed
with
if they
that a
got stripped?
hundred
Hey, bro,
percent.
you think
Blue.
he's dealing with the WBC after they stripped him for no reason for
Yeah. Why
135?
would
Hey,
you do
that
that
undisputed
for?
talk is over. I
Nah,
wouldn't
you go to
even subject
135.
myself to that nonsense.
No,
Shakur ain't going
listen,
for no
Raymond
I
undisputed.
Muatala
understand.
wants Shakur.
Hold on. I hear what you're saying, Blaze, and I feel where you're coming from. But you know what? It's if you strip me for that belt, okay, you can have that belt. I saved 100. You see what I'm saying? Now you forced me to be at 140. Now I'll
Hey
pay
man,
the fee when I have a belt. Hold on,
Shakur would be
Blaze,
a
Blaze.
sucker
Let
doing
me.
business with the WBC after what they
Well,
just pulled.
Yo, but what you do is,
no,
yo,
listen.
Nah,
This is
for
what I was
real.
trying to
They
say.
would. He would. He'd be
I
a sucker.
understand.
They just tried to
I
charge him
understand.
100K for a fight, and he wasn't fighting for their title, and
Okay,
they
the,
stripped
okay,
him
but
because of that.
it's in the contract though. It's in the contract, so it's a part
Oh,
of the
it's they got
boxing
360
business.
deal. It's the 360 deal, so that it's in
It's
the
a,
contract that even when you
no,
don't
it's
fight for the title, you
when
got
you
to
have
pay
that
like
belt.
maintenance fees. You
Yeah,
I got to pay for my purse. Okay, yep, that's what's up.
when you have that belt, when you have that belt, even if you go fight for another belt, if you're moving up or moving down, you fight for any other belt, you still got to be because you're using that belt to get to where you need to be anyway. So I understand it. That's just how I look at it.
I
So it
guess
is
the
what it
ring
is.
belt's free.
So
The ring
so I
belt's
mean,
free, bro.
but
That's
now
all I'm
now
gonna say about that.
I can dig it, brother. I can dig it, but check it out, check it out. I still would go for undisputed. The only way I'm paying the fee if I have that belt and I'm fighting with that belt. But if he's undisputed, it doesn't matter. You just pay the
But
fees.
but the
It
but
is
the
what it
but the
is.
thing is he don't need to go undisputed because undisputed's not gonna get him to the biggest fights.
but
Before he get undisputed, it's
But
gonna
it's
be Devin. It's gonna be somebody that's big. It's not gonna be for no undisputed. So he don't gotta run through that gauntlet for no undisputed, especially if he's
I
talking about
understand
options
he
from
doesn't.
135 to 147. It don't make sense.
you know what
Listen,
makes
listen,
These
sense,
guys
guys?
want the money
listen,
fight.
listen,
He wants the
listen,
Blue.
listen.
names, bro.
But
He
it
wants
just
the
builds his
names.
resume.
But
It builds his
but look what
resume
makes sense
though.
though. Look what makes sense.
You get more
After he
money.
fought Raymond
Go
Tyler,
ahead.
after he beat Andy Cruz, right, said he wants to fight Shakur, the winner of Shakur and Tio. Raymond Tyler is a champion already. Shakur already has the title at 135. It's easy. It'll be quicker for him to become undisputed at
Shakur doesn't
135.
have a championship at 135. What are you talking about? He just got stripped.
He got
Yeah,
stripped
he
by the
got stripped.
WBC because
Oh,
he
yes,
wasn't
Yeah,
paying
he
none of
got
that.
stripped, bro. He can't unify. Yep.
There ain't no
Ouch.
unification.
Yeah, he got stripped, bro.
Ouch.
That's why I said what I said. He should just stay at 140 and just go for
Well,
undisputed.
let me ask one question, Blue. Let me ask you one question. Where's the
Yeah.
money at right now? The money at 35 or the money at 40?
Man, the money's at with Devin Haney with no rehydration clause.
The
That's where the
money's
So
money's
why
at
Yeah,
would
the
at.
you
money's
money's
there
at
so
with
why would
Tank.
you go back to listen? So why would you go back to 35?
Well, Tank
Well,
is a
we
money
know
fight for
Tank
You're not
ain't
going.
Shakur.
comfortable
You're
at
not going.
140. We're not waiting on
Yeah.
somebody who can't is inactive. What is that? That don't even make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense
By
no
the
more.
time he
Tank is
be back active, he can come up to
Yeah.
140 because he gonna be
Shakur
holding
don't
weight.
need Tank. Shakur don't need Tank. So I wish people would stop trying to
So why would you go
attach
back to 35?
Tank's
Yeah,
name
exactly.
to
The money's
Shakur
at
now.
40. The money's at
The money's
40
at
and
40 and
47.
Yeah,
47.
it's at 40.
So why would
The
you go
money.
back to
40 and
35? It
47.
makes no
Well,
sense at
no,
all.
He's not.
no,
He
you
just
don't
got
go back.
stripped. He ain't going back down there for
Yeah,
what? Why would he go
he's
back
not
down there
going
and
back
challenge
down there.
somebody else for a title? Make it
Yeah,
make
he's not going
sense.
back down there, bro. He stayed at 140. He
Shakur
Hey,
got the
Mason is
That's
a
hey,
good
money.
fight,
crazy.
but it's not a
hey,
money fight.
y'all
Man, look,
forgot
Mason's coming up to
Turkey
140.
out of
Mason and meet him
Chica
up
ain't
here.
paying for no more
Don't trip.
fights.
Mason gonna be here probably 2027,
So that money
2028.
line
He
is
gonna be up here
gone.
at 140.
You're going to
We
have
thought
to
What you
Shakur
say?
pay.
not
What
paying
they
for no
say?
more
You're going
fights.
to have to get paid
Mason
by the
Habib
weight
at
he
140
draw.
probably next year.
Be more
What you
bully. That's
say,
not
Lex?
true. Be more bully. Try to say Turkey's not paying for no more fights. That's not true. Be more bully.
I don't know
Can't
what
take.
It's
Turkey doing.
over.
I ain't talked to him. I don't know
It's
what the
Yeah,
fuck
I
he
over.
Right.
ain't
doing.
talked to him either.
Those
And I got a question about
CBA
the Floyd
fights
Mayweather
is over
lawsuit,
with.
right? Why
It's
are so many
over
people
with.
against Floyd when he's doing a lot when he's saying that people stole his money? I've been hearing people going on about like, oh, he's just trying to do this because of Tank, this and that. I'm like, the
No,
dude's
no,
still,
What I don't
no, hacker,
understand is
hacker.
this.
yeah.
What I don't understand is
The
why is it
man
so
said they
far
robbed
fetched that
him.
Al Hammond would steal his money? Why is that
And
such a far reach for people?
I
it's
don't
not,
get
but
it.
that
I haven't seen Al
and
Haymon in 10
hacker.
years, bro. I don't know why people be defending him like they
Hey,
saw him
hacker.
yesterday. Yeah.
This is why you don't. This is why you don't get it, hacker. You don't get it
Why?
because it's Floyd Money Mayweather talking about have all this money. We're getting over $1 billion. This, that, and the
Okay.
third. Driving around with
Yeah.
all the watches and all of that. So now he's suing
Yeah.
them for a whole bunch of money. And I'm asking myself, like, damn dog, how you couldn't count that they owed you this amount of money? Why he was getting it
Yeah.
when you're running around with $100 million checks in your back pocket after fighting Pacquiao? Make it make
So
sense. So I just want to see the facts come
Floyd
happens.
ain't
out.
Floyd
It
ain't the
happens
sharpest
though.
knife in the drawer now. Come
I
on,
It's
man.
know,
not about being
but
sharp.
I know that.
If
But
you're not
OG,
accounting,
you
it
know,
happens. It does happen.
OG, everybody with the game, with these entertainment and sports and entertainment, know what they do. They
Yeah,
got to audit
yeah,
their company.
yeah,
That's all it
yeah.
is. An audit, a simple audit would show. You
So,
feel me? And so,
hey,
like you
hey,
said, with
remember
the
this? Why?
relationships, he probably didn't do no
Now do
audit.
you see why? Now do you see why it was such a problem when Bud wanted to look at them books?
Yeah. A lot of times that's
Yeah,
the
they
thing. They
ain't
can't see
showing
your
you the loot.
books. They
They're not showing you
they're
the
not
bread.
showing. They don't show you the book.
They put it.
Sometimes you
They
don't know
pay
how much
you to
you
not
made,
show you
bro.
the bread. They pay you to
Yeah.
give
So
you the
like,
bread that you say to not show you the bread. You feel me?
so no, I understand. Like at the end of the day, Floyd's suing because he feels like he got robbed. But people are against Floyd for suing that. It's a weird thing to me.
Man, they just don't like Floyd,
And
man. We know that.
I feel like people here were
This ain't
saying
nothing
that.
new.
People here
You
were like,
remember? You remember
Floyd
that
it was
movie
hates
about
Floyd.
Casino?
Tank.
You remember what Joe Pesci said in Casino?
Nah, what he
Nah.
say?
I'm here to stop motherfuckers from stealing the money that we stealing.
Come on.
Yeah, man, that's some wild shit, man. Y'all
Listen, but
they
like I
seen
said,
Al
it ain't
Heyman
far
about
fetched.
15 years talking about Al Heyman said this and that.
Why?
That's a
Why is
crazy.
that such a? Why is that such a big fucking reach for people that whoa Al Heyman would never do? You don't know that nigga. You don't know
Because
what
You
he
ain't
would
even
do.
man,
see. We ain't
hey,
even see Al
Shelton.
Heyman. Yo,
Hey,
Van
Shelton.
be
You
talking
see,
about Al
there's
Heyman
this
like they saw him yesterday, and they ain't seen him since the
it's
late '90s.
hey, it's that promoter war, like the fan war that I don't understand because I'm new to the YouTube street. So I wasn't around when they drew these lines
Yeah,
where you go die hard for promotional companies like you work for them or
Yeah,
something.
I've been
I
saying it
don't
for years.
understand that.
Al Heyman is using the Don King playbook. Same shit. Pay him low, give him some money on the back end. Don't give him all of it, and don't let him see the books.
but you know what's
Don
funny?
King
They always
playbook.
say
Man,
Dana.
y'all gotta look at Floyd Mayweather. Had his finances not be fucked is not fucking right now. His finances fucked up, bro. He up here leasing cars, houses, and shit now, and everything and shit. Like he fucked up out
Yeah,
here, bro. Now
Hey,
no,
he
for
Jay,
asking
sure,
All
for
right, man.
man.
Showtime, bro. Showtime that went through two different companies now, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And now Showtime is
Hey,
with Paramount. So now he basically asking for that money for fucking Paramount Plus, pretty much. If that's the fucking case, you know
hey,
what
and
I mean?
please
listen,
Like
believe they
Floyd
look,
burnt.
fucked
look,
up
Please
out
believe
Devin,
they
here,
burnt
bro.
them
that nigga
books.
schedule
Them books
is
is burnt.
is more active than active
He didn't
fighters.
give
He
him
got
up his
more fights
jet.
than
He don't ain't
Fuck this
got the
motherfucker.
he don't got the Mayweather jet no more. You know what I'm saying? He fucked up out here.
Man, you act
Yeah,
like
he
he
got
poor or something.
cars
That
is
man's
getting
still a
repossessed, nigga.
millionaire,
He
man.
sold his house out here. You heard about that, right? He sold his house out here. He
Yeah.
sold that motherfucker.
Y'all talking like
His
this man's
house
still
in
a millionaire,
California
bro.
and Miami.
That man has more money than all of us in this channel combined,
But
and then
hacker,
some,
it's
bro.
Of
called it's
course.
called
Of
bad
course,
debt,
of course
hacker.
we know that,
You can have a
motherfucker.
bunch of money, but a bunch of bad debt, hacker.
You know what?
You
You
know
remember what Eminem
business.
said? It's like we're people on a canoe battling people that are on a yacht. You know? Like,
I
what
don't
are you
give a
talking
fuck. The
about?
nigga ain't never gave me a dime. We just making conversation.
Yeah, we
You
ain't
taking
hating
it
on it.
somewhere else.
We just assessing the situation. Ain't
You
nobody
taking
wishing a
this
nigga
shit
was
somewhere
broke.
You
else.
on a
I don't give a
bicycle,
fuck
You
if
want to
that
argue
nigga
with
got
laughing
a
Dr.
at guys
J,
million
on a
or
man.
jet.
25 cents. I don't give
Our
a
asses
fuck. He
are
ain't never gave
riding a
me nothing.
bicycle, laughing at guys on a jet, bro. That's some wild shit. Man, Floyd,
I
all
don't give
right,
a
man.
fuck what he got. The nigga ain't never gave me shit. I don't give a fuck what he got. It ain't
Man,
affect
like
me.
Floyd, all right. I mean, I don't know what's going on there with that situation. Hopefully, they figure it out. But I mean, if
I
that
don't
shit
give a
happens to
fuck what
fighters,
happens. I hope the nigga go broke. Fuck him.
that's some hater shit, bro. I ain't never.
Fuck that
That kind
nigga.
of
I
hater
don't
shit
know
is
that nigga.
diabolical.
I don't know that
Then why
nigga.
you say,
Fuck him.
if you don't know, why you say fuck him for
He
them?
ain't my friend. Is he your friend?
That's how
Man.
you rolling.
Is
That's
he your
diabolical,
friend?
brother.
Is he your
Man,
friend?
look, I
Do
grew up
you know
watching
the nigga?
Floyd, man. I
Then
don't know
fuck
him, but
him.
I grew up watching him. You know, salute to Floyd, bro.
But hey, what y'all think on this card, man? And right here, even right here, there's a lot of parity with 140 on this card right here. Africa fighting Oscar Duarte, Gary Anton Russell fighting Andy Hiroka, his mandatory for the
Yeah.
WBA, and even Frank Martin on the card fighting Nair Albright right here, man. You know what I'm
Hey, I
saying?
got Albright beating Frank ass.
Why?
I think
That's a good fight.
Albright can win.
Why? Sheldon,
I
why?
just don't like Frank.
I would like to see Frank
That's
Martin fight somebody
crazy.
like
That's a
Lamar
I
Logan.
crazy
just don't
explanation.
like that nigga. That nigga was scared of Tank, and I can't get that shit out of my head.
I don't think he was scared. I don't know, maybe he was.
He was
I don't know
scared.
what was going.
He was scared.
I don't know what's going on with Frank that night.
That nigga
Actually,
was scared.
maybe.
That's what was going on with him.
But then I think Tank was just
Flinching
way
Frank
and
was
better
jumping
scared,
and
boxer.
man.
shit.
And like I said, until I see him fight some high level until I see him fight some high level competition, I'm not respecting that. He went as this spook. He was in the first round, he touched all four ropes, bro.
Nigga
If
That was
Ryan
scary as fuck.
Garcia, if Ryan
man,
Garcia
that was
loses
scary
to
as
Mario
hell.
Barrios, he will never be a
What?
champion ever, bro.
He's
That's all
never
I
gonna be a
know.
champion ever anyway, because Barrios gonna beat the
Nah,
shit
you
out of
guys
him.
don't.
I don't know.
Man, listen, man.
That's a
I don't
50-50
know with the
fight.
WBC, man. The WBC look like they got a master plan. And it
Why
involves
you ain't got a
Ryan.
master
It
plan?
involves Ryan, man.
Now,
I'm
if
trying to
Ryan
tell you.
wins,
You see how they moving?
then him and Devin unify is a
That's their
big
next
fight.
superstar. You guys is tripping. Ryan's their next superstar, and he gonna dub
Okay,
everybody.
Devin,
He
he
gonna fight
beat Devin,
tens for
right?
5 years.
No, he didn't
He
beat
beat
Devin.
Devin. He
No,
fought
he didn't
Tank.
beat Devin. He did not
Who
beat
else did
Devin.
he fucking fight? Besides Devin and Tank, who the fuck else did he fight that you give a shit about?
They give a shit about? Rolly. He fought Rolly.
He fought Rolly? Oh
Ryan
yeah, he got his
Garcia?
ass whooped by Rolly. He got his ass whooped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Ryan lost to
He really
Rolly.
ain't he really ain't fought shit, to be honest.
No, he fought. He was a contender for most of his career, so he fought other contenders and prospects.
He fought
You know,
prospects. And
and
he had a
contenders.
shot at the
He can't
135
win
title.
the
He ducked it. He said
championship
he had
fights.
mental
That's just
issues.
simple. He just can't. He can't win the
Yeah, he's
championship
never really
fights.
fought
Even
anybody, you know?
think about how much of a loser Ryan is. Ryan couldn't even win the title against Devin if he wanted to, because he was overweight. See what I'm saying? So even if it
Yeah,
counted, it wouldn't have got it because he was overweight. That's how much of a
Ryan's
loser
not.
Ryan is.
Ryan's mental is
Ryan's
messed
not
up,
very
man.
good, bro. I don't know what people see in
Not that
Ryan
good.
Garcia, but he's not very good.
I won't say he's not very good. He has lots of potential, but he's all over the place. You know,
He
boxing
can
is a
be
place.
hit.
Even if you
He's
have
not that
natural
good.
talent, if you're not focused, it's always going to show up. You know,
It's
Ryan
like
Ryan was
it's like the old saying, bro. Hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard.
yeah,
Yeah, but
exactly.
look,
Look, it don't
man,
matter. Look, it don't matter if
the
people don't like.
sparring tape
It
Well,
don't
again with
matter.
Ryan versus Rolly says it all. That sparring tape, Rolly whooped his ass in sparring. So everybody who
yeah,
watched that tape before they seen the fight knew what time it was.
that was a
You can
style
just
problem too.
if you're tougher than Ryan, you can get him. Ryan's not that good, bro. He's not
You
that
know the
good,
problem
bro.
between Ryan and Rolly. The real problem is Ryan likes to look good when he does things, and Rolly's just a rough and tumble guy. So that style
If you
clash
say
I think
so.
Ryan is
is an
scared of
You
issue.
Rolly.
saw
I
that
think
Philly
Rolly has his
shell.
number. And I think
You
he's
think
scared of
that
Rolly.
bogus ass Philly shell looks good, Hager? You crazy
Ryan's
as hell. You think turning your back
no.
in the middle of the ring
It's not really
is he
about
wants
that.
to look good. You crazy.
Rolly's style is not good for Ryan because Ryan is one. You know,
Oh
there's some
shit.
fighters. There's some fighters, right? They just like looking good when they're throwing shots. That's why when you watch Ryan train, he's always throwing like shots that look pretty and fast. Like he's just that
Ryan
type of
trains in his
fighter.
living room, bro. How can you take a
He's doing it
motherfucker
for the
serious and
gram.
train in their
Yeah.
living room?
Hold on. But remember one thing. But if you put a dirty fighter in front of Ryan, he has more problem with him than any other type of style because he himself doesn't like to look bad.
Ryan's trash. Barrios gonna prove it.
I won't call him trash. He's talented. He's just not focused.
Y'all still ain't
Barrios gonna
pushing for
show
that
you
winner of this
how
fight,
talented he is.
Hacker. Y'all still don't
Yes.
want. Y'all don't want to get y'all lick back from Ryan.
Bro,
Still, I
you be
see.
acting like somebody be scared of Ryan, bro. Cut it. Niggas
Y'all
ain't
boys
out
be
here scared
scared
of
as
no
hell.
goddamn Ryan,
Y'all be
bro.
scared as hell. Y'all be
Y'all,
telling him to
oh
fight
my, they're about.
everybody, anybody, but
If
motherfucking
he didn't
Ryan
lose to
Garcia.
Rolly, they would have fought already, bro. No, ain't nobody's. Listen, let me tell you all the truth about
You
boxing,
can't
right?
claim
Ain't
Rolly
nobody
worse.
scared of Ryan.
That
Ain't
ain't
nobody
Hey,
Devin
scared of
real
worse.
talk.
Boots. Ain't nobody
Wait a
scared
minute,
of none of these niggas,
Cam
bro.
J. He said he gonna tell us the truth about boxing. What is the
Yeah,
truth?
ain't nobody. Listen, Devin's not scared of no goddamn Ryan. He's not scared of no goddamn Boots. Devin was gonna fight Ryan if Ryan had beat Rolly. He just lost. He was gonna fight Boots if Boots had took the fight at 147. Boots decided to move up. Ain't nobody scared of these fighters, man. And
Hey,
Cam, this is the
Cam.
same thing. You try to make me
Hey,
think
Cam.
that Devin was scared of Brian Norman. You try to sell me on that for like a couple of weeks. They were forced into that fight, Hacker. They were forced. Everybody know they were forced. He had no choice. He's about to die, Hacker. Man, Carter,
You went
funeral
away.
home.
You went away
That
from
was
talking
your
about
saying.
Ryan per
Carter
usual. You
funeral
went
Hey,
away
home.
from
Cam.
talking about
I
Ryan
Hey,
said,
per
Cam.
what the?
usual.
Hey,
What's wrong with this guy?
hey, Cam.
No, we can talk about Ryan.
Hey, Cam.
Go ahead, Blue.
Hold up,
I
Packer.
mean, go ahead,
Hey,
Blake.
Cam. This is the reason why. This is the reason why I disagree with you, and I'm gonna name my bias because I have a bias for Bill Haney because Bill Haney talked Bud in the fight and getting Canelo. So I'm biased when I say this shit like a motherfucker. But the reason why I don't think Devin is afraid of Ryan because Bill said it just so succinctly after Ryan lost to Roley. What the issue was, he said, and I quote, this is what Bill said after the fight when Ryan was crying in the van. He said, Ryan done fucked up the money. And he did. He lost, so the fight wasn't as big as it would be if he didn't lose. Now, if he win that title, I'm gonna be honest with you. You gotta think, Ryan. You gotta think Golden Boy Promotions with a Ryan Garcia. They're not gonna feed him to Devin, bro. He's gonna run. And he's gonna be the one probably fighting on Cinco de Mayo and Mexican Independence Day. They're gonna
Oh yeah, I
protect him at
forgot
all
all about that
costs.
shit.
You
I
got to
forgot all about
realize
that shit.
this is Ryan without a title. Look at
Shit,
Ryan
right
with a
now you
title.
gotta look at
You
it.
talking about for the
Turkey is
casual
more
fan
so
base?
controlling a lot. Turkey's controlling a lot more shit with Ryan right now. He the one
Exactly.
that put this shit on right here. So if Turkey call for that fight and be like, "Hey, Ryan, Devin, what's up? Let's get it. Y'all unified
There you
up.
go. There
Let's
you
get
and
it
I like it
Hey,
cracking."
let me ask you this,
because that's the
If
Cam.
fight that
I
Turkey
haven't
call
heard
for it,
anything.
and what the Haney's gonna do if Turkey call for it?
But let me ask you this,
He's gonna cook
Cam. I ain't
Ryan,
heard
bro. What do you
nothing.
think's gonna
What you
happen?
heard about this Haney shit in New York City? What's going down?
What you mean? What you are you talking
What
about from the
Did they get
brawl?
Tiger
banned? They got
Johnson?
banned, right? Did they get
Nah,
banned?
nah,
That's
they
the last I heard.
they didn't
they
get
were
big because
warned.
Devin was still at the Ring Magazine Awards, but they weren't at the fights though. And then he was supposed to make an appearance on Ring Inside the Ring Monday, and he didn't make an appearance because of the
Uh-huh.
brawl, from what
Okay.
Devin said.
Because
So
it's
Okay.
bad
that's
business.
what
That's
that
why.
had in particular.
It's bad business. Hey, think about it, Shelton. It's bad business because DHP was the center of all of that. You feel me? So it's like they can't be
Yeah.
associated with that
I asked
nonsense.
somebody this, right? I asked somebody this right now. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Do you guys think that Tiger Johnson,
Oh,
Devin
you got my
Haney,
sister. Well, I gotta
or
come
Bill
back.
Haney are big enough that Madison Square Garden gives a fuck about them?
No, they're not. That's the point. That's why he didn't show
I mean,
up.
Devin's
That's
bigger
why they
than
wasn't
Tiger.
there.
Devin's bigger than Tiger. I know that much.
I'm not
But
saying
I
if
mean, we
he's
know
bigger
that
than
part. We're
Tiger
talking
or
about
not.
neither one,
I'm
but we
asking
talking
you, does
about
Madison Square
DHP.
Garden give a fuck about either of them?
Hey, Shelton, listen,
maybe Devin.
regardless of who they want to say whose
No, they
fault that
don't. They
was,
don't give a
right?
fuck about him either.
Everybody,
No, they
hey,
don't.
Shelton,
Devin makes
Shelton, hear me
money,
out.
bro.
Shelton, hear me out. Regardless of what, who started it. In
Right,
4K, you got Devin Haney Promotions, him even running over there himself, jumping in the melee
right,
with his father, that's the promoter,
right,
fighting all throughout the arena. That's a bad look.
right.
It's in 4K. You feel
See,
me? That's
Hacker,
in the
you
words
talking about
that
Devin
next day.
Haney.
Like that was a
These
big event
motherfuckers
in
got the New
in
York Knicks,
MSG.
bro.
That's bad business.
They got the New York Knicks. They got the New York
Yeah, that's
Rangers.
the
They don't give a fuck about Devin Haney.
Millions are still millions,
no.
bro. Don't forget that. So,
They don't give a fuck about. They gonna
but
make
No,
I'll
but
say
what
millions.
I'm
this,
telling you is that
They've
that's
been
why they
making
was
moved
millions
Devin
him
even
before
there.
fighting though?
Devin, and
I
they
don't
gonna
think Devin was
be
even
making
fighting.
millions after Devin. They don't give a fuck
Wait,
about
wait,
Devin.
wait. But Devin wasn't even
No,
fighting there, was
Devin.
he? He just it looked like
No,
he ran
Hacker.
out.
No, Hacker. Devin was supposed to commentate the fight, Hacker. And if it
Yeah,
really
but he
got
Yeah,
special, you
wasn't.
might have jumped up in there, and then they would have sold a big fight. But no,
But
yeah.
he does this goofy shit and makes
but he.
DHP look like a liability.
But what did he do? He didn't fight though. I don't remember the video of him fighting.
He,
You brought these
His
His
motherfuckers
team.
here.
team, Hacker.
These
No,
motherfuckers wouldn't be
Hacker
here if you
is
didn't bring them
guilty
here.
by association,
bro,
Hacker. It's
bro, you're
Devin
not.
Haney
That's not how that
He's
Promotions.
in
works, guys.
Yes,
control of those
that
guys.
is how it works. That's why he wasn't
They
there,
got
Hacker.
banned. They got banned. You can't ban Devin
And
because other people
they
fought.
told
They
Tiger
can
was
do what
at
they
the
want.
fight.
Hey,
and they declined
Hacker,
him
listen.
Tiger
commenting or being at the
Hacker,
fight,
Tiger
that's their
Hacker.
Johnson was
building. They
at the
can do
fight.
whatever the fuck they want to do. What do you mean? That's their building. They can do whatever the fuck they want to do.
They can't just randomly unless Devin did
They
something. They can't randomly
can.
ban them.
Yes,
No,
they
they can't.
can.
Hey,
They
go
can go
Google
to
it,
this
How?
front
Hacker.
door and
Go
say you
Google it,
can't come
Hacker.
in. They can do that.
Unless
It's their
Devin
Google
said
building.
Devin Haney
something.
Promotions MSG and tell them what show you. Go see what officially MSG told him, Hacker,
hey, did Tiger get
and then
banned
come
too?
back and
Because
make your argument.
Devin,
Tiger got
Devin
banned as well.
yeah,
No,
Tiger got banned as well.
they
Tiger
can't
was at
fight
the
there.
fights. He was in the locker room with Shushu after Shushu won the
Oh, was he?
title.
So
Congratulations.
Was
okay,
he?
so
Yeah,
that's
I don't.
why.
Tiger was still at the
Okay,
fight.
okay, so they
They
didn't
can't
ban
ban
him, but
Devin,
they
bro.
banned.
Devin didn't even fight.
Yes, they can. Yeah,
His
listen.
team packed Tiger up, man. Of course they gonna put that shit on Devin. That's his team. He's in control of them. That's his team. Sean
Hey,
Haney,
He
that's
remember?
wasn't
his
even
Hey,
family.
there.
hey, y'all,
That's his
hold
team.
on, y'all. Hey, Cam, remember when you seen Devin running out the door? People were trying to make it seem like he was running for the fight, but he was really like something was going on, so he probably was just running outside the door. I mean, they probably trying to put that two and two together, adding that to it too to say, nah, you was a part of it. So
Yeah,
Yeah, he was. It
yeah,
looks
Man,
like he's
absolutely.
running, but he's running around in it. He's in it. He left. Listen,
yeah,
if he was supposed to do what he's supposed to do, he's supposed to sit right there and do his piece and act like nothing
And
happened.
stay
You
doing
feel
his
me? But since it
commentary,
was his
stay doing
family,
his
since it was
interview,
his
and let that
daddy and
shit
his
go on.
brother, he ran into it looking goofy on 4K. It's bad business, homie. You can't do that with
yeah.
mainstream
Oh, I
media. You
know.
can't do
I
that on
already
these type of
know.
platforms.
That's
Like
why.
this
That's
straight
why
nigga, it's
Hacker.
straight nigga business, bro. Straight up, bro. You can't do
Yeah,
that.
that's
well,
And
why
I mean,
Hacker.
anybody
I
who
don't understand.
excuses, there's millions of dollars on the line, bro. Because when that stuff happens, somebody get killed, somebody get hurt, you fucking up the bag, homie.
They
And
gonna
that ain't
sue
even your
the
fight.
MSG. They're not gonna
Hey,
sue Devin
somebody
Haney.
gonna
They're
get.
gonna sue
Yeah.
MSG.
Exactly.
Yep. Hey, so
yeah,
Hacker, I want to ask you a question, Hacker.
yeah,
Why do
yeah.
you not see that? Why do you not see this? That's an issue, my friend. Like
I just say
like
so.
that's
No, no, poo poo.
So here's the problem, right? It's like saying that, like, let's say Floyd Mayweather and the money team came into a building, right? And then one of his bodyguards got in a fight with somebody like in the building, right? Any random person. They're not gonna kick Floyd Mayweather out.
no.
They'll just tell that
Hold
guy
on.
has,
You said the key word. One, not the
huh?
whole team, bro.
Okay,
Listen to
let's say
what
the
I'm
whole
saying.
team. Let's say Floyd Mayweather went upstairs, right? And the whole team was downstairs fighting. They're not gonna kick Floyd Mayweather out, bro.
Hacker, listen. Who was
Yes,
Who else
they,
are you
holding
bro, they
kick
Tiger
out?
are.
Johnson? Hold on. Who was holding Tiger Johnson? You know who was holding
This
Tiger
man,
Johnson?
this
Bill
Who?
man just
Bill
Haney.
Haney?
compared Devin
Bill
to
Haney.
Floyd, and that shit
Bill
is
Haney
Yep.
was holding Tiger Johnson. Bill Haney
You didn't
was
kick,
in the fight.
and Bill
Yeah.
Haney was not. I didn't say Bill Haney was part of. That's why I think wasn't Devin still there? Like you can't kick.
Devin was giving an interview.
Legally
Bill
saying
was
you
giving
can't
an
do that to
interview.
Devin.
When the shit
Wait,
kicked off, they both ran down there, and Bill jumped on Tiger Johnson, tried to pull him out.
unless
No, no,
unless
no,
Devin was
no.
part of it.
Devin stayed up there and commentated, but afterwards he did.
Yep.
But he was disturbed. You can see that Devin was disturbed because
Nope.
he stopped commentating and turned around and was paying
Nope.
attention to what was going on.
Because if you don't come over here, it's
Yeah,
about to be gone. There ain't a lot of it.
yeah. So here's the
So
thing, like I know I hear what you guys are saying, but like just legally speaking, you can't just like
They can do
if
whatever they
I
want. It's
walk in
their
with you
building.
guys,
What part of that did you get?
you
I
said what?
reserve the right to refuse service service to anybody I choose in my building. I own it.
It's not that easy, brother. It's not
It
that
is that
easy.
easy.
If,
It's
let me explain
definitely
why.
that easy.
Let me
It's
explain
definitely
why.
that easy.
Let me explain why. Okay, let me explain why. If I have something doing there, like let's say I have a contract, I'm a vendor, or I have some kind of contract, so I'm doing something right, and some people, even if they're with me, are downstairs and they have this issue, right? Like you can't just kick me out.
Yes, I
I wasn't
can.
part
I
of
can
that.
revoke your contract. I can kick them out, and I can revoke your contract because you brought them. I can do whatever I want. It's my building.
And it's not this. It's not also Hacker. It's not just
Yeah.
one fight broke out. Multiple fights broke out, brother.
Yeah, I get
Security
it. I
had to
get
be.
it.
It was security. Like it was round everywhere. But like people were all. It's not. That's not cool, man. That's very very bad business, man. So for them to make a decision like that, that means that it affected the whole day. It affected.
Yeah.
It affected the whole day, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, you know. Like I said, I don't think Devin was part of that, but who knows? Maybe it was. There's a lot of shit that was happening that day. He might have been, you know. Shit was, they were
Them
wild
boy, he was
up there,
defending
man.
Devin at all costs, dog. At all costs.
What? Wait. You want to accuse Devin? You want to say it's Devin's
At
fault? What do you want
all
to do, Cam?
Hey,
costs.
look, I know where Dev
Cam
won't
Oh,
be
let me
fighting
know
at,
when to go out. I
CamJ.
can't hear it.
Hey, Cam, I know where Devin won't be fighting at.
Where?
He won't be fighting at the Garden, baby.
Cam want to accuse Devin at all costs. Cam want to be like, it's all Devin's fault, blah, blah, blah. I remember talking about Tiger Johnson was a innocent victim and all sorts of wild shit, you know?
He was an innocent victim. Anytime 5 dudes jump on 1 dude, you innocent.
Bro, you're not innocent if you started, though.
5 dudes ain't supposed to jump on 1 dude. That's some pussy shit.
Man, look, I always say, man, like, know who you're starting beef with, brother.
That's some whole shit. I don't care who you start beef. That's some whole ass shit. And anybody who claims victory with 5 dudes jumping on 1 dude, you's a hoe.
I hear you, but like I say, yeah, I don't know how that thing started. That's the problem. I guess it might be Tiger's fault, it might be Haney's fault. Who knows? It depends how it started. I think they had turmoil.
I got to share this graphic for my brother, man. Salute my brother Ohio, man, runs box. My brother Marcus, you know what I mean? He's it, right? Jumped by 12 dudes with no broke jaw, broken jaw by 1 dude without being jumped.
But who wins a fight between those two?
The fight between who?
Between Tiger and Devin. Tiger and Devin.
Right now, probably people will pick that, obviously.
Yeah, of course. Of course, you know. But Tiger's cool though, you know. Like I said, I don't know what caused the issue. I think they should have been handled better, you know.
Yeah,
What's Tiger ranked? What's Tiger ranked?
Tiger ranked. I know he in the top 10, and he probably in the top 15 in a couple of sanctioned bodies. I know he been pushing through the IBF sanctioned body in
He's
particular
good.
though.
He's good. Is Tiger's real name?
Delonte.
No, it's Delonte.
Okay, I was like, damn. Many your parents name you Tiger. Tiger. Nah, but he's a really good fighter though.
Hey, man, can't they make? Hey, he can do a voluntary. He got that WBC strap, right? The WBO strap.
Man,
He got the WBO strap.
That was cooking, bro. That was a whole different level,
bro. Let's see it. How do we know? Let's see it.
Here's the problem with Shelton. Here's the problem with matches. Let's say if Devin beats him, they'll be like, oh, you beat somebody that you shouldn't be in the ring with. You're supposed to beat him. You know, so you go through this whole training camp of 8 weeks and you beat somebody and nobody gives you credit. That sucks, man.
Ain't that what they saying about Brian Norman?
Don't make any sense.
Ain't that what they saying about Brian Norman?
Yeah, and Brian Norman was the #1 champion. That's what's crazy. So imagine, imagine what they're saying.
Don't step in the ring, then.
No, but imagine if he beats Tiger. If he beats Tiger, they're gonna call it a cherry pick, bro.
They calling Brian Norman a cherry pick. What's the difference?
Gets away with shit like that is like
What's the difference?
Tank Davis would fight a pitbull that nobody heard of and shit, and they'd be like, "Oh, that's a great fight."
No,
they call that little Mike Tyson.
After you answer my question, what's the difference? They saying Brian Norman Jr. was a cherry pick. So what's the difference?
No, but Brian Norman Jr. So imagine if Brian Norman Jr. is the #1 champion, and they call Dad a cherry pick. Imagine what they'll do. The criticism he'll get for fighting Tiger Johnson and beating him. That'll be even worse.
But what you saying is, so you saying it like you saying it like he would have to fight Tiger Johnson for free or something. When he get paid,
like you don't take that fight. You fight somebody else that's worth it, or let Tiger at least get up there.
Who's worth it? Who's worth it?
Xander Zayas is
Xander Zayas is at 54. He's not even the same business. Let's not stop talking that bullshit.
Bro. Hold on. If he could get that, because none of the champions won't fight. If he could get that fight at 154, that will put him on top 3 pound for pound over Shakur.
Let me.
Probably
Well,
over
I
Shakur.
hate. Well, Hacker. Let me. I hate to bust your bubble, but but the man Xander is looking to unify up even more with asking for fights with Josh Kelly and other fights like that. He's not
Man,
looking
money
at
talks.
Devin's
Money
direction.
talks.
So, yeah,
Cam J.
bro,
Money
he's under
talks.
top rank. You think top rank will give Devin that fight with Xander Zayas?
Man,
And
he
you
fights
know Bob Burns
Turkey,
don't
bro.
care for Devin Haney like that.
What
Turkey
does
can
You
put
that
know
gas
that
fight
in,
ain't
bro.
do
happening.
for
Nobody
Zion? What
does.
does the Devin Haney fight do for Zion?
That actually would be a
That's a
good
lucrative
fight.
fight. That's a lucrative fight for Xander. More than a Josh Kelly fight and shit. But like,
Josh Kelly got a belt.
it's
You got a
more.
belt.
So you saying
Definitely.
what would it do for him is more lucrative?
How you know that? You don't know that.
What?
All right.
Ooh,
Xander's low key on
okay.
a mission to try to become undisputed at 154 low
Quickly.
key. You know what I mean? That's
Quick.
Man,
what it
look,
is.
if Turkey puts
Xander
enough
trying
money
to
in
move
front
up
of him,
too.
he's gonna take that fight, bro. And if he takes that fight, Devin's gonna become. He's gonna win. Devin's gonna win that fight so easy, bro. That'll be
Against Xander?
hell yeah, hell
Okay.
yeah. Xander's a boxer. Xander's like a pure boxer. Devin's a better pure boxer.
Okay.
Yo, what? That should be diabolical,
That
bro.
is not no easy fight for Devin.
It's
I'll
not
say
an
that.
easy fight. Xander has very good feet. Xander
Oh my.
lands more punches in a fight than Devin as well. But hey, it's gonna be a good fight if they do it.
Who you think's gonna win?
Off top, I got Xander.
Jesus Christ.
Mm.
Hey,
You got
Hey
Xander
man.
beating
Hey
Devin, huh?
man.
but we already know who you got, so you
Yeah,
always
you.
gonna
That's
have
right.
Devin.
That's fair call. Fair call. I just can't see it. Like I said, stylistically,
Hey,
they're
I
both
can
pure
argue.
boxers. One's
Why
a better
don't
pure
Devin test
boxer.
the waters? Why don't Devin go up there, test the waters, and fight a box?
No, you fight Xander. Why you gotta fight? Man, Xander is the one he wants to fight. Don't waste your time. He's not getting paid at 154. He wants the 154 straps.
I gotta agree with
And
you. He
and the
wants them
Sheik ain't
quick.
paying for no boss fight either.
Xander wants them belts quick because he's gonna be moving up to 60 soon.
Xander's
Yeah,
trying to go fight Josh
He's a
Kelly.
big 154 pounder. Like
Yeah,
he
he's
is. I
big.
look at
He's
Xander
big.
right now.
Yeah, he's
He's
big.
solid. He's a big guy.
He's big as
yeah,
fuck.
he's big.
And that's crazy you mentioned that, sis, for sure. Because the thing about it, he may, hey, 160 may be calling him faster than people think. So for real, you know what I mean?
Man, I'm going up there to see my boy, and my boy looked like he looks like my boy is eating his way out of 160, huh? Oh,
Who
Bronco.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, you talking
Adamas.
about Carlos Adamas? Yeah, man,
Yeah,
bro, man, yeah, bro. They
look,
said
he
he
eating
went to
his way out of
he went to
160.
the
He got to go 68.
hospital. Said
Y'all
he
Yeah, he
had
got
to
to
forget
go
go to the
68.
hospital for
Joe
missing
Inley's
weight.
up there. I think Joe Inley got next at 160 for sure.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Hernandez. Yeah,
Jesus
yeah.
Ramos is the WBC interim champion at 160. So I
Mm.
mentioned that the other day with Ammo Williams. He may get an opportunity where he may get the fight Jesus Ramos for that vacant WBC title if Carlos Adames ends up vacating and eventually going up to 168.
I
I
like
never asked you, Cam. What did you think about ammo last week? What did you think about it?
Man, I'm not high on. I don't see nothing special about Ammo Williams, bro. Like I don't see it. It's
except
just
his
like
name, right?
it just nothing stings out to me. Like if Carlos would have fought him, I thought Carlos definitely would have beat him. I had Carlos winning that fight anyway, but
Yeah,
it's
I had
just
Carlos
nothing
beating
ring
too.
out special to me about Ammo. Like he's a good
I
fighter,
agree.
but he's more gatekeeper status to me.
That's
Right.
diabolical. But Gatekeeper is
I'm just
diabolical.
happy
But I
for
agree.
the. I'm just happy for the bus driver, man. The bus driver made 250K. I know he happy as hell. I know he happy as hell.
Yeah, he
Oh,
put
he
in
got
a
it. He got a
good
bag.
showing. He was game. I liked him.
Yeah, shower. He made 250K. You know he don't make that driving no
I
bus.
know. I was gonna say that was like a year and a half pay right there.
Evan Williams just got a cool name, man. I don't think he's that good either. His name
Who?
sounds cool as shit. Emma
Who?
Williams. His name just sounds cool.
Yeah, he's not that good, bro. He's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a
He
decent
has a cool
fighter.
name. I feel like if you have a cool name, people will just remember your name and shit.
Well,
You
his
know?
issue is he starts off fast, and by the fifth round, he's like gassed the fuck out.
Yeah.
Don't got much power for real, 100 by his punches. And then, Kevin Cunningham was telling him, like, yo, go to the body, break him down. He kept telling him,
Right.
like, every round in the corner, And like Ammo, he went away from going with the body punches and everything. And I'm like, bro, you like break him down with the body punches, then set up, go to head tapping him and vice versa from there. Like, but he didn't even finish this guy. He had opportunities to finish Wendy Two Shot in that fight, in my opinion,
Right,
but he
right.
didn't
And
finish
he
him.
couldn't do it. And he couldn't do it. And dude took his check, went got in his bus, and went to work.
I'm
Yeah,
sure he
ever
took a
win.
week off. I'm sure he
He
took a week
did.
off.
That dude went to work after that. Shit, he went right back and finished his shift.
Hey, for real.
Shit,
Dead
it's
God,
only
ass.
36 minutes. I gotta finish my shift.
Dead ass, man. And I think with even with the WBC with Shakur getting stripped today from the WBC, now you got Hadi Herrera, him being the interim champion. Now with that being said, you got Zepeda at number one, and you got Lamont at number two, and then it was something crazy. I didn't even get to show that earlier, but Lamont he tweeted out last night talking about obviously the best that fight at 135 is me and Shakur, whether it's next or not. Shit would be great that night. Salute the champ, you a bad man. And then Shakur responds to him and says, "Yes, sir, bro. You is too. Respect for not moving like a goofy for clout. Real nigga, what's up? Salute. We gonna make it happen for sure. May the best man win." So now you got Shakur, him, and Lamont last night talking about mixing it up last night. I mean,
They might. They just might mix it up.
I mean, that's a good fight. Yeah,
I like that. I want to see that fight
yeah.
at 140 though.
No, but
Yeah, I
they'll
don't think
make
nah,
that
let's
I
fight
don't
start at
think
happen.
Shakur coming
140.
back down to 35. I really don't think he's coming back down.
If it's
They
at
definitely, yeah.
135, listen. If it's at 135, I think that Lamont needs to snatch a belt up, and then that'd be perfect for Shakur
He
to
got an
still campaign
opportunity
down
where
there.
he may get that
I don't
mandate
know. I don't
possibly
think anybody
with
can beat him.
Javier
He can
Herrera.
beat Shakur at
Wait a minute,
135.
wait a
Nobody.
minute. Hold up, y'all. What did fucking Shaki win? What belt was that? At
He won
135.
he won the
130.
interim,
That was
but then
130,
he
bro.
dropped the interim though. He
Oh, he
dropped it.
dropped it. Okay, he dropped
So
it.
then
Okay.
Hadi Herrera he fought in December.
And he
And
picked it up.
he ended up fighting the title eliminator where he ended up being the interim champion right now. So
Okay,
you can see they'll probably order and how they Herrera to probably face Williams Zepeda or Lamar Roach. I probably look at it maybe Williams Zepeda more so than
Right,
Lamar Roach. Lamar Roach
right.
he looking at possible pit bull and he's fishing for other other situations and stuff
He
right
looking for
now.
big
Yo,
names,
why do y'all
big
think?
checks
Why
and
do
big
y'all think
names.
Hey,
Shaq won't fight Savage?
What's O'Shaquie's record, you guys? I forgot.
Something he only
24 and 2,
lost one
something like
fight,
that.
But he got
Huh?
20 plus wins with like two losses, I
24 and 2,
believe.
two
something like
losses,
that.
two losses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't know if he had one loss or two losses. So well,
Yo, why did he
I don't
fight
know.
Ray Savage? I keep wondering why I do that and try to fight Ray Savage.
So
Savage
Shaka
Savage
Ray
called him
Ford.
in.
24
You
and
told
3.
Savage Ray Ford?
Yeah, Ray
No,
Ford.
it's supposed
Yeah,
to be Raymond Ford. Raymond Ford. But Shockey
yeah,
don't want to fight
Savage.
him.
Yeah,
Because he's
huh?
not at 30 no more. Is he still the champ at 30, CamJNetwork?
Ray Ford ain't campaigning through the WBC. He campaigning through another sanctioning body. That's the reason
Oh,
why.
okay.
I thought Ray Ford is
But
right up under Oshaki.
He
He's
now
number
he is
3.
number now he is number two. Like the new WBC rankings came out today, and Ray Ford
Okay,
is
I'm
number
looking
two in the
at it.
WBC. So
Oh, he's
now he
not.
can
He's
At,
no
try to
longer
push his
three. He,
position with it.
at
they should.
130?
yeah. So he.
Yo,
Oh
Ray
yeah. He
Ford
could.
versus freaking Shock is tight. And Shock could beat Ray Ford.
Hey,
Then he
that's
could
gonna
beat.
be a
Then
good
he,
damn fight.
Yeah,
that's a
Mike
I
fucking
got Ray
fight, man.
Ford.
first.
I like
I got
Savage
Ray
a lot,
Ford.
man.
I got
I
Ray
like Ray
Oshaki
Ford.
Savage. I
still
like
the
Ray
champion
Savage's
at
coach.
130?
I like everything
Yeah,
about the
he's
brother,
still
man.
champion at
Yeah, he's still
130 for the
champ.
WBC.
Hmm.
Okay. Is he coming back down to 130 for the right fight?
He already did. He
When?
when Shakur went up to fight Tio, he went and kept his belt. But had Shakur stayed there, he was gonna stay up there and try to be the mandatory for Shakur.
Also, say he's saying now he's going back down to 30.
Unless Shakur comes down, then he said he's going back up. So it's incumbent on Shakur what Shakur does. Other than that, I guess he's staying at 30.
Yeah, I don't think Shakur coming back. I don't
Well,
see
man,
no
he got
reason for
that.
Shakur.
At
Listen, he
30.
got that smoke. He got that smoke down there with Raymond Ford, man. And Raymond Ford been calling him out for 2 years, so he should give him. He should give him an opportunity.
And how long is
Raymond Ford got
Osaka
to
been
get some
calling
pop
out
in his
Shakur,
punches,
bro?
though. He got no pop. And
How
before that,
long
punch
has
out.
O'Shaquie been calling out Shakur, Blue?
Well, he's in a different weight class.
Yeah,
How
different weight
long?
class,
No, they
bro.
was in the same weight class though. He's been calling him out that long too.
He been
So
calling Shakur out since Shakur was at 130.
130.
Yeah,
Thank you.
he
Wait,
been
and
calling
then
out Shakur
he
for
was
a
at
long time.
126,
Yeah.
Yeah,
wasn't
man,
he?
I understand, but
They were not in the same
he
weight
got
class.
they got to they listen. Raymond Ford and O'Shaquie are in the same weight class. He's number 2 now, so he can enforce. He can actually push. You know what I'm saying for the fight. I think O'Shaquie should take it, man.
Yeah,
And that's
y'all
the
like
look.
Wait.
Shakur pushing Raymond
O'Shaquie
onto O'Shaquie, huh?
and Shakur were never in the same weight class. What are you talking about? When Shakur was at 130, he was at 126.
I never said he
No,
was
he
in
was
the
at
same weight class.
130.
He
He
was
was
at
at
130.
130 calling out.
When Shakur
Osaki
was
was
at
at
130.
130.
Then Shakur
And
been
Yes.
then
What
Shakur was
calling
at
happened?
135.
yeah.
Shakur was at 130 when O'Shaquie was calling him out. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I
and then
don't
he
remember
moved
that.
up and fought Conceição.
Just because you don't remember it doesn't mean it
Even
didn't
Matter
happen.
of
along with
fact,
Aberbill, when Aberbill was at 130,
yeah,
and
Joe
they was Top
Cordina.
Okay.
Rank was trying to make that fight happen. Shakur team turned it down. You know
Joe
what I mean?
Cordina
Like
was there at 132, and Shakur actually called him out. And Joe
he was
Cordina
gonna
just
fight
fought
Joe Cordina at 130. That's what
DJ.
made it so relevant when it came up to him going to Natural. His first fight was gonna beat Joe Cordina on Natural.
Yeah,
Well,
Cordina
do y'all,
wanted
so
to
do y'all
They
fight
think
moved.
Shaq could beat
too.
Cordina
Shakur?
was coming off a loss to that
A
guy,
knockout loss.
Alice
A knockout
Cal. Yeah, a
loss.
knockout loss, or early knockout loss. So a guy that was coming off a loss, and literally that fight was at 130. Where when after that fight, when he was about to fight Shakur, they moved 135 and put him in the rankings and paid for him to be in the rankings so it could look good when him and Shakur was about to fight.
That's back in the day when we used to get the zone fights every week. Y'all remember that, CamJ? You remember that shit?
Facts,
We was getting the
facts.
zone London fights every fucking weekend.
That's definitely a fact.
That's when remember my man Boo Boo fought that dude from the UK, Williams, and damn they got his ass whooped.
Man, bruh. And then this what Carissa said about Shakur earlier. She said she said she's scared for Shakur in this next fight against Conor Benn, saying that she don't want Shakur. She thinks Conor Benn is too big for Shakur, and thinks Shakur shouldn't fight Conor Benn.
Stay in your place, bro. Girls, they got shit to do with you.
I mean, Conor Benn
Nobody's
fought
asking for
160
this
his last
fight.
fight, bro. He is really big. But
So what? Big people get beat up all the time. What are you talking about?
bro, Shakur at fight night, he said he's in 140s, bro. Ben will probably be at like 170, 180, bro.
And like
That's
Shakur, what did
crazy.
Shakur tell him in the ring? What did Shakur say in the ring? You remember?
Yeah, that's why Shakur wants a
And I'm gonna
rehydration
pick your
clause.
ass apart too. And I'm gonna pick
Yeah,
your ass apart too.
but he wants a rehydration clause.
Well, nobody had a problem when he put the rehydration clause on you, babe. Put it on yourself now.
Yeah, that's fine. If they fight, they fight. But he is big as shit. I understand what Cliff is saying. He is big as shit, though. I can't blame him for that.
Big people get beat up too. Wilder fought people that was way bigger than him, didn't
To me, at that fight with Tio, when Conor got in the ring, to me, it could be in the camera angle, but Shakur looked just the same size, if not bigger than Conor.
I agree.
No, Connor's bigger, man. Conor fought 160, bro.
Ain't you the same dude? Ain't you the same dude that told me Canelo was bigger than Bud?
Canelo is bigger than. Are you guys on drugs? Canelo is bigger than Bud. What?
Huh?
Canelo's
not bigger than
over
Bud.
200 pounds, bro.
No, he does not. Where the fuck did you come up with that stupid ass shit? If a 5'7" dude was 200 pounds, he looked like a basketball.
Okay. Canelo's probably like 198.
Come
How
on,
about
man.
that? He about
Come
the
on.
197, 198.
No. He probably on fight night, Canelo is probably 180, if that. He's 5'7", bro.
God.
How big can a 5'7" guy get?
Big.
No, he can't.
A 5'7" guy can be 200 plus 5 pounds, buddy.
No,
Look at how big that 5'7" guy
You
gets.
telling me that dude that fought at Allegiant Stadium was 200 pounds? That's the shit you trying to tell me?
No, he probably came back in the ring like 170, 180 probably. Fight night. He's a big guy. He's bigger than Bud came
He's
from
not
135.
big. Have you ever seen him?
Bro.
Because I've seen the dude in person. He's a tiny little man.
Bro, Bud came from 135. Do you think Canelo in his whole boxing career could have ever made 135?
Probably. At one point, probably. He started at 140. Did you know that?
Bro, okay. All right. I mean, I can't. He started
He
his boxing
started
career?
at 140.
His boxing career, right?
His professional boxing career, he started at 140.
How old was he?
I don't care how old he was. He was at 140. I don't care.
You mean when he was 16 or 15?
It doesn't matter. He got his ass whooped on September 13th. That's what matters. He got his
was 140 when he was 15 years old, bro.
He got his ass
Bud
whooped.
was a grown ass man.
He got his ass whooped. He got his ass whooped.
Who did?
Canelo. Got his ass whooped.
But he started when he was 15 years old, pro.
Who cares? That's his problem. I don't give a fuck.
You're saying he was 140 when he was 15 years old, and you compare that to
There was never a version of Canelo Alvarez that was going to be Crawford. That's what I'm saying. He was never good at it.
But I'm not arguing with that. I think Bud was a better boxer, but Canelo is bigger than Bud. That's not.
Who was bigger? Who was bigger on fight night? Canelo or Bud?
Bud. I mean Canelo. Bud is taller than Canelo, but Canelo's bigger. Being taller doesn't mean you're bigger. You know that, right?
I'm done with it. I'm not gonna go back to 50.
Look. Espinosa. Listen.
I'm done with it.
Hey, Cam, listen to this. Cam, listen to this. Right, Espinosa, who's at what 126, is like 6'2", right?
Yeah,
he's 6'2". Mike Tyson is 5'10". Who's bigger?
Come on, man. That's retarded to even say. Come on, dude.
Yes, that's the real difference, bro. Y'all equate height for being big. That's the difference.
Canelo was not as big as Bud. Bud was wider. Bud was thicker. He was a bigger man than Canelo Alvarez was.
You just compared a featherweight and a heavyweight, hacker.
Huh?
Yeah, that's
you just compared a featherweight and a heavyweight.
Because people think just because you see somebody who's taller than somebody, they're not. No, Canelo's the bigger person. I don't know how people can't see that.
Bro, I was in Las Vegas. I watched the man come into the ring.
Bro,
he was bigger than the Mexican dude.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You got sick.
Bud said to himself that he said that Canelo wasn't that bigger than him at all. He said that was a feasible fight for him. That's what Bud Crawford himself
he said. He's not that.
Hacker.
No. Bud said he's not that big. He's wider than me. He's thicker, but he's not that big. He said he's not bigger than me. He said he's not that big, but he did say he's wider and thicker than him.
Who gives a fuck?
I don't know why you're so hard to understand.
Because everybody ain't built the damn same. I could be shorter and wider than you. You could be taller than me, but we could still weigh the same. So it's just a dumb argument all around.
Yeah.
I know that, but what I'm saying is that Canelo's a bigger fighter. And because people get confused because I've been arguing. People been telling me that Bud and Shakur are the same size. I had a whole argument with
Who said that?
Me and Dean had a whole argument about Shakur being the same size as Bud. What are you talking about? People are here are confused. They saw a picture. He saw a picture, and Bud and Shakur looked like they're the same height. And he was like, "You see, he's a wig bully. He's almost the same size as Bud." And then they were like, so then they were like, "This is the crazy part."
He was just making content. That's all he was doing.
No. They believed it. Look, he believed it from the bottom of his heart. Then he said Bud is as big as Canelo. So I was like, if you say Shakur is as big as Bud and Bud is as big as Canelo, then you're saying Shakur is as big as Canelo. Yeah, I was like, what's going on here? Just like right now, like, what's going on, guys?
Bud was like 180 before he cut down to even make weight for that fight. So
yeah, 177, 180, yeah.
Yeah, it's not outside of the realm of being real that he was bigger than that man that night. Who was bigger, Shakur or Teal that night to you?
Shakur is smaller than Teal.
Who was bigger that night?
Teal's bigger.
I think Shakur was bigger than Teal.
Teal's
back is just wider, but I think Shakur was pretty brolic.
Teal's back is wider. Teal was a wider fighter, right? They're the same height. So I think Shakur might be either an inch shorter or they're the same height. But Teal's wider. So if he's wider, that tells you he's a bigger person.
Shakur was bigger, fam.
In what way?
He
Tio
he.
had the reach.
I don't know if
Tio
your
was
eyes can't see. I don't know how to explain it. He was bigger than Tio that night. You
no.
didn't
He's
see
never
that?
bigger than Tio, bro. Tio can't stay at 140, bro. Tio has to go to.
I
Tio's gonna
wish they
say,
would weigh the night of the fight so we can actually know. But I don't either way. He was bigger than that man that night.
bro. Listen here, listen. Right? Tio can't even stay at 140 anymore. Shakur can't fight at 147 without rehydration clause, and Tio can't fight at 140 because he's getting too big. Who do you really think is bigger, man? Come on, man. Tio just
Man,
outgrowing the weight
a
class
I'm
he
lot
glad
of
fights
I'm
like
not
people,
every other
the
day,
people
bro.
saying
Shakur,
that
even himself,
Shakur was
Hacker, even
bigger, man.
said that he said I'm stronger than this man after round two.
Stronger is not bigger,
Right.
bro. Stronger is
Stronger,
not bigger.
bigger. He looked. We looked at him when I showed the picture on Saturday on the prediction show, and when you look at that measuring up, that man looked at more just as bigger than Dagon T.O. did on fight on
Especially
camera.
after
Yeah,
they rehydrated, he definitely looked bigger.
I think
Oh,
your eyes are playing with you guys, man. He's not bigger.
okay.
Tio's the bigger
You,
fighter,
I
bro.
think you're looking at him as a 135-pound guy,
No,
where you think
here,
he's small, like in
here,
that perspective, and
here's the
that's
problem.
not
What
the
you guys are
case.
missing about Tio. Tio has a lot of muscle mass. The mass of his muscle way more than any body fat. Shakur doesn't have that much muscle mass. He's cut, but he doesn't have muscle mass like that. Tio is bigger. He's
Did it
he's
help him?
literally bigger.
Did
Tio
it
can't
help
stay
him?
at 140. He
Did it
can't.
help
He's
him?
not gonna. Huh?
Mr.
Did it
Boy.
help him?
I'm not saying. I'm just saying who's bigger, who's small. Of course, Shakur won. But I do want to say one thing though, because I've been hearing this weird ass argument. People acting like Tio isn't good now. Like now everybody on earth can beat Tio. I hate when people do that. Tio is a beast. Shakur was just better. I keep saying this all over and over again. Tio is a beast. Tio beats a lot of goddamn people. A lot of people. And he gives a lot of people problems. But Shakur is just a better fighter at that time. I think Shakur does that to a lot of fighters, not just Tio,
Who do y'all
Nah,
think
it's
Tio
just
beats at 47?
Tio
Huh?
can be a lot. I think he beats Rolly. I think him and Ryan might be a
Who?
50-50 fight.
Tiafimo?
Huh? Tio?
Tiafimo?
Beats Rolly, yes. 100%.
No.
I favor him
I
against
don't
Brian
think he beats
Norman
none of them.
I don't
because
think
I
that's
so
what
don't
I'm
think
either.
he
saying. See,
beats. I
people
don't
think
think he
that Tio
beats none
can't
of
fight
them.
no more. You probably
I
think that
now I think I
right now
think
you probably
Tio
think
can beat
Lamar
Ryan
Wilson's better than
Garcia.
Tio.
I think he can beat
Huh?
Ryan Garcia. I
Ryan
think he can beat
maybe.
I
him.
don't even think he could beat Ryan.
I
I
don't think
don't.
he's
Damn.
I think the only person who gives him problem at 147 is Devin. To be honest with you, I think Devin's his hardest fight. I don't know that many people else. I think he beat
I think
Barrios.
Brian Norman Jr. knocked Tio out.
I
I ain't
don't
gonna
think
say
so.
Tio is a bad fighter, but I think Shakur just really highlighted his flaws for people who couldn't see him already. So
Yeah.
I think a
I
lot of
think Shakur
fighters
does
up
that to a
there.
lot of fighters. I don't think that. I honestly believe, and there's not a fighter at 135 that can beat Shakur, and I can't think of many. That I think Gary Antoine is a good fight for Shakur. I think he beats Matias, but I don't think there's many people that beat Shakur at 134, 135 or 140. 135. I don't think
I
there's nobody
think
that beats him at 135.
what happened was Tiafimo beat Lomachenko. And that made a lot of fans think Tiafimo was a lot better than he really was.
Facts. That was
No,
the
Tio's
case.
always good though. Tio's not a
He's
bad
good.
fighter. He beat.
He's not a bad fighter.
Yeah,
No, he's a very good fighter. It's
yeah.
just that the elite guys are always going to beat him because
No,
Tiafimo doesn't know how to make adjustments. He doesn't adjust to
what
anything.
league guy? He beat Josh Taylor like a little kid, bro. Like there's
Josh
not many.
Taylor was washed. You just saw Catterall beat him 10 months earlier. Josh Taylor was
No,
done.
Man,
there's not many fighters that can beat Tio, bro. I promise you that. At those lower weight classes, there's not many fighters that beat Tio. Like, no, it's not happening like that. Rio, I don't think he beats Tio. Tio's nice.
Hacker, you got to put this shit in perspective, bro. When Josh Taylor fought Tiafimo, he had been out of the ring 438 days and on numerous cocaine and alcohol binges.
Yeah.
He was done. He was done.
All right. How about the fight before Shakur?
Like
He
it
watched
really
that guy.
was.
The fight
The
before
fight
Shakur. How
before
about that?
for Josh Taylor? The fight before he got his
fight-
ass whooped by Jack Catterall. What are you
No,
talking
I'm talking about Tio when he fought in New York. He watched what's his name too, right?
Who did he fight? I know the last time. I know the guy he
Was
fought. I
Barboza?
know Claggett put hands and feet on him, and I know Sandro Martin beat him.
Yeah, if Claggett could have got his head off the line, and if he wouldn't be like an inside fighter with good hand, Man, if he would be able to turn T.O., because we seen T.O. be turned and he be shuffling all over the place, man. Look,
Yeah, but if it was a fifth, we all be drunk
detail.
though, you know.
Wasn't T.O. on the
Like
ropes talking about
a lot.
was T.O.
That's a
on the
lot of
ropes
ifs for
after
a
the
fight, bro.
Sandro fight talking
You
about do I
couldn't
still
do
got
it.
it?
Still
Was that
got
T.O.? Was that T.O.? Or was that Sandro
Yo,
Martin?
I promise you, T.O.'s nice, man. T.O.'s nice. I think
He's
T.O.'s
nice
nice
against
people.
some people, not against the elites. I don't think he beats
He can't
anybody.
beat Shakur.
I don't think
Can't
he
beat
beats Gary
Shakur.
Antoine. I don't think
He
he
might.
beats I don't
That's a
think he beats
hard
Gary
fight
Antoine. I
though.
don't think
to
he
be
beats
fair
Poya.
though,
I don't think he beats
I think he
Poya.
beats Trail. I
to
think he
be
beats
I don't
fair,
think
Trail.
he
I
beats Poya.
don't want to discredit Shakur by saying all these bad things about T.O. The reality is, on paper, everybody, maybe not us, but everybody was saying T.O. was the guy at 140. So
They
Yeah.
were. They were.
shout out to T.O.
Yeah, shout out to T.O., man. Stop the T.O.
Well,
hate.
we
Well, like I
have to
said,
establish the fact though that Shakur was the heavy favorite the whole entire time, and everybody had Shakur winning pretty handily in that fight going into
Let me
it, and
ask
that's
you,
what we
Cam,
witnessed
let me
Saturday
ask you a
night.
question, Cam. In the 135, 140 division, who would Shakur fight now that'll be a favorite over Shakur?
nobody.
Nobody,
What
not one
division?
person. Not one person. Not even your favorite
No.
fighter Tank to be a favorite. He was to come back. Nobody, none of these guys be a favorite. Shakur is nice, bro.
Oh, Tank could still be a favorite. That'd be a 50-50 when it come up to Vegas.
No, he will not be a favorite, bro.
That's the only fight right
He will
there
not be
that
a favorite.
everybody
He'll
would
be
put that's your opinion.
no, it will
The
not. It's not even
masses
my
would say
opinion.
otherwise.
I'll
There's
tell you
still a
why.
lot of people believing that
You can
Tank will
believe all
beat
you want, but the
Shakur,
betting odds
including
will not
myself.
have him as a favorite. People believe in unicorns don't mean that unicorns are real, right? Like the betting odds, yeah. Like
I
what are we
mean,
talking about? Everybody still believes in the guy. Who cares? The the
you're
the,
the
the
same
problem is
guy that
Tank.
you just made a
Tank fought it.
comparison.
Wait,
You just tried to make a
I'll
comparison
explain
with
why.
featherweights and heavyweights. Your opinion is shot
Let
at
me
this
explain
point.
why, Cam. Let me just explain why so you understand a little
No,
bit,
we're
right?
not explaining shit. I'm about to get off
No,
here. Close
Shakur,
it out.
Theo,
Salute to y'all.
Cam
We out of
knows the
here.
truth. When Cam
Bye.
knows the truth, Cam knows the truth.
We
He
out of
don't
here.
want to talk
Salute to
about it.
y'all. Y'all
Salute
appreciate
to you,
All
King.
my
right,
good
Cam. Later,
All right,
Shallow.
bro.
brothers. All right,
Love
Salute
fellas.
you,
to my
All
Cam.
dog
right, fellas.
Shelly and
Take
Blue
care,
and my
man.
boy
All right,
Haggis.
y'all. All right.
Appreciate you,
Salute, y'all.
man. Appreciate you,
Blessings to
man.
y'all,
Peace,
y'all,
love, and
and
hair
the chat.
grease. Jeez.
For sure, man. Salute to y'all, man. For sure, man. Much love, man. This was another banger ass show, man. We got a lot to cover throughout this whole entire show. I will be live tomorrow. Tomorrow is my birthday, so I will be live tomorrow early with it in the afternoon. So keep your notifications set. Y'all already know birthday stream tomorrow. We tapped in, man. We working out here, man. Salute to everybody, man, that supported in the super chat. My boy Ramon, Hacker, Big Dog Willie. So support to all of y'all. Salute to my sis Quee. Salute to everybody, man. But I will see y'all tomorrow, man. And we out of here. Salute.
All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. It's showtime like Kareem Lakers. I make a masterpiece, scene basic. No Meek Millie, but I'm dream chasing. Took the shortcut like Anita Baker. I want the bright lights that you see in Vegas. I need a big house with like 3 bedrooms. life, I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it.